the mood of just a conversation. But one thing I can sit here and say about Ryan Clark is he got super emotional in his conversation piece, but he never got like, he got so like, why he's so great at his job, because he got emotional, but he got emotional to make you like, if you just listening, he triggered like a hot string to make you almost literally like, I'm not gonna lie, through that joint, I probably caught myself literally maybe like 3 or 4 times, like really getting like almost teary-eyed emotional. And I'm like, no, he didn't never even raise his voice that whole entire episode. Didn't use, I think Freddie T made it use literally one cuss word. You told me they did almost like a 50-minute episode. Out of 50 minutes, literally maybe just one cuss word, and that was Fred T. That wasn't even Ryan Clark. But for him not to even like raise his voice at all and kind of still be able to get you emotional about what he's saying, and you can kind of still feel the emotions of what he was going through, I was like, that's what make Ryan Clark so elite. And we'll get into that real conversation behind that a little bit later, but even just kind of paying attention to the way him and Cam Newton kind of dealt with their departure from ESPN 2 separate ways, because Cam, of course, I think Cam kind of already realistically has both of his style of shows kind of up and running. With his version of the pivot is Funky Fridays, but he also has a sports show where he kind of do, and you probably 9 times out of 10 see a lot of, if you really into sports, you'll see his 4th and 1 takes kind of go viral. He was having his back and forth with Gilly via his show 4th and 1. So again, I even made a video when I was saying the difference between Ryan Clark and Cam Newton is like, if I'm worked at ESPN and we just keeping it strictly business, firing Cam Newton kind of makes sense, because realistically, Cam Newton, he constantly goes viral, but it ain't never for nothing he say on ESPN. So if we're looking at my numbers and I'm working in the corporate America, I'm off the, why am I paying him to kind of like, I'm really paying him to promote him to where he's saving all his good takes and all his big energy on 4th and 1 and Funky Friday for where Ryan Clark is, where it's like, and it made me a little bit mad listening to him, because it sounded like he was defeated to the point where you ain't gonna have nowhere else to talk about NFL football and be an analyst and do this in the third way. It's like, bro, the same way you built the pivot, build your own show where you talk. I ain't saying you got to build a whole network, but if you want a desk and you want to make it look fancy, or you could do it like Shannon Sharp do. No, Shannon Sharp literally does a Zoom. I mean, of course, it's cleaner than a Zoom episode, but realistically, the boxes is broken down. Him, Ocho Cinco, and Joe Johnson are in 3 separate locations. It's still a Zoom style. Of course, the audio is perfect. Shannon Sharp's visual is super clear, so it doesn't look or feel like a Zoom jump, but that's what it is. They're not in studio together. But again, Shannon Sharp has the #1 nightcap. His literally, if you go on sports podcast, is absolutely the #1 sports podcast, period. On YouTube, audio, whatever the case may be. And that's not no real super fancy thing. So again, that would be my only takeaway and my only slight beef with Ryan Clark is, don't sound so defeated where it's like, all right, cool, I understand you can be in your feelings because you actually loved your job and you felt some type of way about the energy you put into it. But at the same time, it's like, don't let them get the best of you. Like, don't let them get the W. Like, all right, cool. Take your emotions, give yourself some time. Football season still, we 7 weeks away from football season, from the regular season. So cool, have your emotions, feel however you feel, but get yourself together and build your own show. Like, don't sit here and allow that to get to the best of you. So again, like I said, I don't want to have to really go into deep. I guess real quick, my last other little point, and like I said, we go into a deep dive on that conversation later, is something that everybody should learn from Ryan Clark. And this is, y'all know, this is something that I just do religiously. Even if I just like, okay, I'll find just a random, if it's Joy Reid or if it's Don Lemon or it's whoever. Like last night, I listened to Paul Myers when she had Savannah James on her jump. Just find, even if you're not paying attention, just allow it play, because your Black content creators or podcasters or YouTubers, whatever your case may be, your views and your numbers and your shares and your likes, they matter. They count for people to be able to get advertising. I think realistically, that is probably that's one of the things that everybody don't know how to do, and that's the part that kind of don't go the conversation people really don't have, is just like how to actually get advertisement and get commercials. And that is why some people still go sign to some of these networks, even though they may not need to, because they already got the numbers and they already got the thing program. They just may not know how to actually get real advertisement. And that's the difference. If you listen to The Breakfast Club or you listen to any of the shows that sign under the Black Effect, you can tell like they got real commercials. Like their Jones ain't just hey DraftKings or whatever, any of them Prize Picks or anything. They got legit commercials, like TV show commercials, all of that running through the Breakfast Club or listening, because they know how to get ads. And of course, that kind of them being in bed with iHeart, that's a little bit different. So I do understand that portion of it, where some people don't understand or don't know how to get advertisement, or you don't want to have the same janky advertisement that everybody else get. And that is one thing I will give iHeart, or even again, the Black Effect. Like you listen to their commercials, if you listen to the audio on the Breakfast Club and stuff, like they run ads for I'm talking about endless stuff. So again, I think that's just realistically, I would sit here and say, man, you have to understand on how important it is to support one another, because you can't sit here and complain. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm a boycott ESPN and this and that. I honestly, I don't even know how many of y'all can actually be serious and be like, you got time to sit down and watch those programs in the morning. You should be at work. So that's why I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I wasn't watching it in the first place. I'm not in the house at that time of the day to be watching no goddamn nothing on none of them shows. I'm not, and 9 times out of 10, I don't even be in the house at nighttime to watch some of those shows. So again, that's why if you want people to listen to your junk, that's why I think Ryan Clark should realistically sit here and build up his own junk. But again, that is still,
I think, I mean, that still is a guaranteed check though.
I mean, it's cool. It's a guaranteed,
a guaranteed check that you like. I know this coming. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot like podcasts and everything else, anything can stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that was a guaranteed check. Like I know, all right, yeah, I'm working, boom, boom, boom. I'm doing this, you know, every day. So that was a guaranteed check. You know, now I think even like you said, with Cam Newton really wasn't. He was more of a pop-up guest, right? He wasn't a regular.
Yeah, like, I mean, he was a pop-up, but he was on. He had his whatever days already. Like, well, let's say if it was Monday and Friday, like he was on there like guaranteed every Monday and Friday. He wasn't on there, of course. Like he's not a
regular.
He ain't a regular. Like he wasn't on there as much as like Ryan Clark and what's the white boy that everybody hate, Dan Orlovsky. Like, yeah, of course he wasn't on there as much as them, but he was on there on the Tuesday. But again, Cam Newton got his own Jones. Cam Newton understands how to build his own platforms. Even before he was taking money from other people to do advertising, he was advertising his own stuff. I think realistically, that's one thing I can sit here and say for just even for the Black community. When you watching some of these programs, if you got businesses and stuff and you're trying to run advertisement, I'm sure you can figure out what podcasts and stuff you want to run advertisement to. Because I mean, people used to do it with the radio station all the time. So again, I don't even think all those slots will be as expensive as people think they are. But I think realistically, people just don't know. I get it. I agree with you saying, yeah, it's a guaranteed check from them. But I mean, really, and again, of course, I know Ryan Clark wasn't like some superstar mega football player. So yeah, he may have needed those ESPN checks more than a Shannon Sharpe or Cam Newton. So I kind of understand that as well. But at the same time, it's like, you got to still kind of like, all right, chin up, chest out, and build your own stuff up. Because again, everybody using Pat McAfee, but Pat McAfee was a punter. I don't necessarily know if his career was way better than Ryan Clark, but he built up his own platform. He's getting a bag because he has his own show there. ESPN is leasing Pat McAfee's show. He's not an ESPN employee. So yeah, when you see the big number, it's $60 million. Yeah, it's $60 million because he is doing his own junk. They're just plugging and putting his show on this junk. They're leasing it the same way what MTV was doing with ridiculousness with Rob. So again, like I said, I understand. Yeah, okay, cool. It was a paycheck for you. All right, cool. You lost your job. People, I mean, the sad thing is in this Trump administration, people lose their job every day. But people, why it's hot right now and people want to sit here and support you, yeah, well, you got to sit here and do your junk. But again, like I said, I just think people should realistically just kind of, if you didn't learn anything else, like don't put all your eggs in one basket. And again, shout out to Cam Newton. Because just listening to the difference between the two is like, Cam kind of was like, all right, I don't care. Like, I still got my shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, because he came on like, he only been there, a year maybe?
Yeah, maybe like a year, maybe closer to 2 years.
Right after when Shannon got caught in that stuff, right?
Yeah, he was on it before Shannon got caught with the stuff, but he got more playing time when Shannon got caught up with the stuff.
I see, and I think that's the only thing that's probably kind of difficult, like I said, even for Ryan Clark. We about to go into football season, and ESPN already got the NFL network shit. So then it's like, all right, well, you only can go either Fox or
but you don't have to go nowhere.
But you want to be seen.
We're nobody. 90% of the people who are listening to this, even when you see him on the internet. You don't see him on TV. You're not actually watching TV.
No, when he's doing the game, when it's football season, he's doing the game. He's hosting.
Yeah, cool. If he's hosting the game, but that does. But we talking about just the analyst part, like when people see clips of Ryan Clark on First Take, when you see clips of Ryan Clark on Get Up, you seeing the clips via social media. You're not actually sitting at home watching it on TV. You can still. It takes more time. Maybe you have to pay somebody to clip it up. The same way you see clips of the pivot, you can see clips of Ryan Clark. All he got to do is just put him out there. He has to do the work. Man, you see Shannon Sharpe nightcap all the time. I don't necessarily know how many. Again, a lot of people watching. I told y'all even after the situation, I told you his numbers wasn't going to dwindle because his audience don't care about that. And they didn't. And he kept bounce back. He bounced back with Club Shay Shay. Like, again, you have to still do the work. You can't sit here and just weep and be like, and moaning and crying and bitching about it. You got to sit here and do the work.
I think that's probably just the difference is like, whether I do the mixtape grind or I want to do the
I mean, if you want to get signed to a label, I mean, cool. I mean, if that's,
I think that's more so. Like I said, I'm not here for I want the big. You know what I'm saying? Like I want that big check. I rather.
But I don't necessarily know how. You don't know how big the check is. Like the check. They said Ryan Clark was getting maybe $2 million a year. I'm sure you can get it off of YouTube.
But I'm sure that's a more consistent check. Where all right, I know I'm getting this check on the come every. Like I said, you saying like the play value or the viewership might be different. Like I don't know how to pivot how they do this stuff. And like it's that's a guaranteed check every day. And we're about to go into football season.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, but if he puts in the work and build up his own junk, that's a guaranteed check. It's too many people you see via social media who get academics get a lot of bread.
No, I understand that you get a lot, but that's why I think, like I said, some people are just consistent on. Yes, I know my check. I ain't got to wait.
Yeah, cool, but then you're gonna be consistent building up for somebody else, and then you get fired, and now you crying. You can't have it both. It can't be two ways. You cannot sit here. There's no way on God's green earth you can have it two ways, though. You got to sit here. Like, look at Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless ain't cry about leaving Fox Sports. He didn't sit here and stole Gilbert Arenas' junk. People be on the internet. 90% of people in America right now, because you got to work, especially men who watch that type of stuff. You're listening to it via social media and on YouTube.
But even using somebody like Skip Bayless, I'm pretty sure Skip Bayless wish he was getting that network check instead of.
No, Marcus, are you crazy?
Why?
Why would he care? Skip Bayless been on TV. If you don't listen to what I'm saying, if Skip Bayless is damn near almost 80 years old, if Skip Bayless money ain't already situated, it ain't gonna be situated.
No. But what I'm saying is how we saw Skip Bayless more when he was on Fox than we see him now on the Gilbert Arenas thing.
It depends on who you asking. Go look at the numbers on his junk.
No, but I get it. You saying looking at the numbers, but again, that was a guarantee. That show that Fox, what's name with him and Shannon, that was guaranteed. You saw a clip every day. The Gilbert Arenas, if you really not on, like I said, you don't see that many clips of because they don't record.
Listen to what I'm saying. Because you follow. Because again, it depends on what you follow. If you follow Fox, if you follow FX1, yes, you saw more of those things. But if you asking me, did I see more of Gilbert Arenas clips when him and Rashad McCants going compared to First Take? I seen more of Gilbert Arenas going back and forth on his show than I seen on First Take. It depends on who you follow.
But that's what I'm saying. But Skip, what he just started going now, he's doing it. He was doing the gridiron one, right? So he just started taking over when Gilbert.
Let me tell you how popular that joint is. They got rid of Gilbert Arenas.
No, they got rid of everybody now. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That show,
his show ain't gone.
Who?
Skip Bayless.
I haven't seen it since
because it's football. It's not football season yet. His show's a football show.
Right, the gridiron. That's what I'm saying. He was on the gridiron one. He wasn't on. He started doing the Gilbert Arenas thing, but now the Gilbert Arenas thing is done. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, build your own. But I think I said I don't think because it's still not Skip Bayless' show. It's Gilbert. Like you said, you under somebody else's thing. So that's why I don't like. I hear what you saying. Like, yeah, do your own. But like, people rather have that guaranteed check.
I mean, yeah, cool. Well, then you're gonna have some guaranteed tears when they clip you. I don't know what to tell you, dog. You can't have it both ways. It ain't a two-way street. You either gonna have to build your own or you're gonna sit here and get the guaranteed check. I don't know what else to tell you. So that's just my point on that one. Again, like
even what's naming them? They haven't really all them ones that they left go before. Jamel Hill and all them, like they haven't built nothing.
Yeah, but we not. They ain't who we talking about. Them niggas ain't that. No disrespect to Jamel Hill. Jamel Hill ain't Ryan Clark, and Jamel Hill ain't Skip Bayless.
But that's what I'm saying. But at one point,
some people are employees. Yeah, some people are good employees, and some people are superstars and megastars. You're absolutely right. Yes, when a good employee loses their job somewhere, yes, you cannot build your own thing. People don't care. And let's be clear, Jamel Hill, she ain't doing numbers like Shannon and them. But you go on her YouTube channel when she's doing the sports with the politics, she do decent numbers. Like she average around like 40-50,000. But we're talking about the big dogs who's averaging damn near hitting millions. Shannon Sharp and them just posted the job. They had 1 billion views on their YouTube channel. And they got millions of subscribers. Like we ain't talking like, oh yeah, you can't compare everybody. Yeah, Jamel Hill is not Shannon Sharp and them. She's not in that conversation, respectfully. She ain't one of them. She is not in that conversation. Like niggas is not putting her in that conversation. She's not getting clipped up and going on the shade room and all that other shit. No disrespect to her. She just ain't in one of that. She's a good employee. Even when you watch her shit, she still sounds like an employee. Her takes sound like she's still working ESPN. Yes, because she was so used to working at a corporate job. So when you even listen to her now, it'd be like, bro, if I want to listen to somebody this dry and this like, this some ESPN shit. She sound like that. So it's a difference between somebody who sounds like not like a star, and then there's people who sound like, you work at ESPN, and those are the people who ESPN keep. They still got black people on there. People like, they find all the black people. No, they got the black niggas on there who sound like they work at ESPN, and it's just a difference.
I don't love them all, Sacrifice ain't cheap, man.
I know. You know, the thing, it's like, the thing I just told you I loved comes at a price.
Yep.
I love them both. I loved my job.
We know.
I love talking football. I love studying it. I love educating people on it. I love making people laugh about it. I love entertaining people. I love the people I work with. And I love my community. It doesn't mean I don't love them all. It just means like, that's the one in particular. I could speak from a matter of perspective.
You would still have one if you let the other one go. In my opinion, if you stop talking, if you stop doing, you know, racial justice stuff, if you stop talking about Angel Reese, if you stop talking about Lakes, if you stop doing that, you could still be doing football. Am I wrong?
Probably not.
And I just want to pause right there. Just perfect example of just like, listen to what he said. You basically telling the nigga like, if you just shut up and dribble, you can still have a job, dog. That's what he basically literally just sit here and said. If you didn't sit here and stand up for what's the young boy Lacey who died in the car accident that played for LSU, if you didn't sit here and go back and forth with RG3 defending Angel Reese, you would still have a job. Like that to me is crazy. I don't want to fucking work nowhere. And again, I said I wasn't going to try to cuss, but this is just who I am. I don't want to work nowhere where I got to sit here and just shut up and can't not sit here and have a backbone and shit that's disturbing me when I'm watching on the internet. I'm sitting here. There's no way I risk dog. That's why I don't give a fuck. Every day, Ryan Clark, you drop whatever. Even if I'm not in, I would just press play on the shit just because. Because you got a sack and you're a fucking man and you're a black man listening to like that, even listening to him sit here and say, dog, you could still have a job if you would just be a sucker. Man, fuck that job.
Do know that when I was negotiating this contract, I sent a message about how hard I was working to get this deal done and how grateful I was they had given me the opportunity to work at ESPN. You know, this is after winning an Emmy, being nominated for another one at the time. And the message I got back was along the lines of, well, you'll be good if you're here, you'll be good if you're not. You know, it wasn't you got some things going on, let me fly out and come talk to you face to face that he's done for other people. So I think this company in a lot of ways has been showing me, you know, and finally now, here we are.
Hold up.
And again, like I said, man, shout out to Ryan Clark. I didn't even want to go that long into the jump, but again, that is one of the reasons why you got to support people like Jaylen Brown, and that's why Rich Paul doing his own thing. Like you cannot allow, because that's what they want y'all to do. They want y'all to sit here and feel like you don't have a voice, and the only voice is ESPN. It's August 2026. Ain't no way on God's green earth that's ever supposed to be the same, John. Like no way in hell, dog. That's not that, dog. No way. Please get that goddamn slave mentality out your brain, dog. Please, you can literally, and again, it may be harder. It may not be easy for you to find some of the Jones, but again, and I understand the older we get so used to our own, like whatever we've been watching and this, that, and the third. Like I be having that argument with my father all the time, dog. He be complaining about what he hear on ESPN. Dog, you have a remote control with a microphone in there. Like, he be like, damn, Shannon Sharp got, yes, nigga, take this fucking mic and say Shannon Sharp in the joint and it will come up on YouTube. You can find shit, but again, you be lazy. You just want to cut on ESPN. You just want to cut on Fox Sports. So I do understand it, but at the same time, I'm not still like, dog, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, just that lazy on getting information, because that's all this is information. You can be lazy and just be like, oh, I'm just going to watch whatever the man tell me to watch, because then you're going to sit here and believe. Listen, like, dog, think about what this nigga sitting here saying. Like, this man just told him, like, nah, I'm cool. Y'all got it. Again, while we sitting here talking about things that just irritate me, and this was one of the Jones that I kind of really support, because I said this a million times on this podcast. What's the name of the school? Tuskegee. It's a HBCU. It's in Alabama. And they basically sitting here saying, like, they putting the dress code in. They tired of the bonnets. They tired of y'all sitting here coming to school with the pajamas on and this and that. I've literally said this. I think we had a conversation on it. I understand. Even a homegirl, I sent it to her, and she was like, yeah, but it's like, that's the thing the kids do, and like all the white kids do. I'm like, dog, time out. As soon as she said that, I said, you know you about to piss me off. Why do you want your black ass kid to sit here and go to school and sit here and dress like a white kid? What are we talking about, dog? I get it. I understand you as a parent, it's the cheaper way to go out. Yeah, cool. I ain't got to spend no money on my clothes. My kids like to dress in pajamas. But dog, come on. It's lazy. It just look nasty. I said this before. It looked just as bad as the kid running around with the shiesty on. Just one just looks softer and the other one look tougher, but it's the same thing. There's no energy. That's low vibrational shit. Like, take that bonnet off, take them goddamn pajamas off. You can literally, even if you want just comfortable sweatpants, I'll sit here and do a free advertisement for them, bro. Go on, if you want TikTok, Rockstar Denim literally be having whole sets on sale all the time for $20. You can get a top and you can get a bottom, bro. Put some clothes on, dog. I'm not sitting here saying you got to sit here and go put your kids in Louis and design and all that. I'm not even sitting here saying you got to go buy them a Nike Tech. But sitting here saying them plaid pants, like, what? Come on, dog. Listen to what I'm telling you. Any woman, man, anybody, if you was in high school, when you was in high school and a nigga came to school every day in some goddamn checkerboard pajamas, who giving that nigga some pussy? Yeah, you don't want to set your son up to be in college and sit here not getting no cheeks at all. He just in there like looking like a goddamn loser. Put some pants on, nigga. That shit, again, man, I be telling y'all, this is why I don't have kids, because I swear to God, man, I will lose my mind. Dog, put some pants on. Put some pants on. You can still
school or university.
It's a university.
Oh, you ain't gonna you gonna do that.
Do what?
It's not a private school, right? Is it a private?
It's an HBCU. It's a university.
It's a private. I don't think how are you gonna enforce that?
What you mean?
Like, if for a university, how can you enforce? Like I said, if it's not like a private, like where we in uniform, everybody in uniform, how you can enforce that? A dress code.
I don't think it's not necessarily just a dress code. It's what they just don't want you wearing. Like, put some effort into how you come.
You saying, so it's not, they just saying you can't wear it.
You cannot, it's not a dress code, but you cannot be on our campus walking around going to class with a bonnet on and pajamas. And realistically, why would you that's
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's college. I mean,
it's cool. Put some sweatpants on. Go to go to your school. Go to your joint and buy your school sweatpants.
Yeah, I get it if you saying high school. Like I said, college, where you saying you paying for everything and all that. I get it why people will be like, nah, I'm going my bonnet. I ain't washed clothes. I ain't
man, come on, dog. But guess what I'm saying? And then guess what? When you allow that and you feel like that's okay, it trickles over to adults. I mean, Todd was just having this conversation the other day when it was like, it's cool to sit here and say like, I understand people, again, when the older you get, you kind of don't even, but these people ain't even old. These still are young people, but the older you get, you kind of don't care about you don't really care about what you're going, I'm about to just run to the grocery store. Cool. With all that being said, you should have and I'm just sitting here saying this for everybody, because again, most people are like, I can't never meet nobody nowhere. We could tie this into dating. You can't never meet nobody. If I'm going to sit here, I'm gonna go run into Walmart. I got these goddamn pajama pants on that I didn't drop blunts on it, and they got dirty sprays on their holes in them and everything. Got my bonnet on, dingy t-shirt, all the nines. You can literally still run to the store and have you can have like your little bin full of run to the store clothes. Even if you can have you a sweatsuit, a t-shirt, it's just literally just for that, but it looks like you presented and put some time in. I'm not sitting here saying you got to have no type of logos, design, or nothing. You can literally listen to what I'm telling you. Me and Erica talk about shopping on TikTok Shop all the time. Bro, I'm not sitting here saying spend $1 million. You can buy you a $20 little outfit. You can spend $100 and have you 5 little outfits that you just want to see and put on with a top and bottom. And you can sit here and keep it moving around, but dog, y'all, I swear to you, before they even made this a jump.
If it was a high school thing, yeah, like I said, I get what you're saying, like you telling the parents, but like I said, you about to tell people like, nah, you need to put clothes on to go to sit in the class. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 people, I ain't washed clothes, I ain't did this. Like niggas don't want to get ready. Like I'm just going in there sitting this.
To me, that's just like when you start that habit, how do you ever cut that habit off?
But like I said, I feel like even with you saying that, but like you said, even with the streamer university, like when you start seeing a lot of them, you didn't see them in their uniforms. They started putting their own clothes on or whatever the case may be. Like I said, you get comfortable with like, damn, I'm about to sit in this class. I don't even want to be in this class for real. Like you say, I'm paying for this. So for you to say I'm paying for this school, and then on top of you tell me what to wear, I don't think it's gonna fly.
Well, especially if it's not. I never went to college. I don't necessarily know the jobs, but I respect them sitting here saying like, "Hey, we got a dress code," and I don't. And obviously, and we could.
What if I'm saying if you just saying I don't see how you can say a dress code. You were just saying it's not acceptable. Then cool. But that's why I said.
But they call it a dress code, so I don't know how else to explain this or how else to say.
Like I said, no, I get it. If you got a uniform, then yeah, I can understand. Like if it's like a private what's name, you got a uniform and all that, then cool, I can understand that. But I don't understand how you can tell, like, because you have a lot of different ages. It ain't just like, teenagers.
Yeah, but so I'm saying, when you get so used to just not caring about how you look, then when are you gonna ever care about how you look?
But if my grades, it don't matter. Like I came to learn. I didn't care to.
But somebody can say that about work.
No.
Then somebody can be like, "Oh, I'm coming to work today. I'm just coming in my pajamas. I'm coming here to work. I don't care."
But but you have a dress code. Like I said, that's something that you have. You're presenting my company. When on school, I'm just in here learning.
But it should still be enforced because it starts off in school. Like I feel like okay, it reached the college part of it, but like it needs to start in like middle school. It needs to start in high school. Because a lot of schools, some of them, like some schools, not all schools have uniforms.
For sure. And so the schools that don't, that's the schools
you need to, you got to enforce, like you can't come in here with Crocs and you can't come in here with the Bonnet. Like that needs to be enforced because like you said, it rolls over to the work. So like when you grow up and you start going to work, like it's rules, like you're not setting these kids up with no type of rules or boundaries.
And then, even that, and then you just don't even want, again, even when, listen, what I'm telling you, I understand how comfortable Crocs is. We had this conversation as well, but you sitting here saying like, bro, you don't even want to just start that lazy effort because then the older you get, your feet going to start sitting here and like not even used to putting shoes on no more. And now you're going to have to start going up on the sides because your feet done got so comfortable and just wearing Crocs and you ain't sitting here and put no shoes on in 5 years.
But I like I said, because like I said, being on a campus, I know how like, all right, cool. I got to walk from here to here. Like what I'm putting wasting the outfit for, nobody's going to see me. Nobody paying attention to me. Like
but I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I said, when it comes to college, like I said, I can get why a lot of them, damn, I got to get up, hurry up and get to class. Like what am I putting the outfit on? Nobody going to see me sitting in the lecture. It's not a hallway. It's none of that. Like I said, in the high school, cool, I understand that. But like I said, you saying in college, when I'm running from here to here, different dorms, like what am I putting the clothes on for?
I get what I'm saying.
Sets you up for when you out of college. Like when you actually have to go into the real world, you can't wear that type of stuff to some type of corporate job. You can't wear that to McDonald's. Like you got to dress accordingly.
And matter of fact, just going off of that, I got a John where this lady was sitting here talking about kids, how they sit here and come to job interviews. And like why kids don't even know how to sit here and wear clothes to their job interviews. Let me find this John. We sitting here. Yeah, but I just even again, like I said, I get what you're saying, Marcus, but at the same time, I feel like you can do that same exact thing realistically if you just do it with a sweatpants and some t-shirts. Like I get it, like just have it put to the side. Like you could literally the same way you sitting here saying, nobody ain't gonna see me. Nobody don't gotta see me. I can still put on a sweatsuit. I can still put me on a $20 little sweatsuit or a $20 t-shirt and and some pants and keep it moving. I can still do the same exact thing. What you sit here saying. But I don't have to have the pajamas on. Like, again, I can't imagine if I'm, again, pause, I don't care. I can't imagine me as a woman and be like, oh, this nigga look good in his pajamas. Like, what? And it's something, because guess what? That's one dude. It's going to be some youngers who going to sit here and take time and put effort into what they got going on. And especially depending on what college you got going on, because niggas going to have that shit on. But you know why? Because it be niggas who be lingering like up Morgan and up Howard. It because guess what? The regular little street dudes who can sit here and go from whatever corner he hanging on up Baltimore, I'm going to slide up Morgan real quick and push up on some shit. And guess what them girls going to be looking at? The nigga who coming in, not going to school. And guess what? Any woman who listening to this, all of them that had their experience with a Baltimore dude, you know why? Because them Baltimore niggas going to push up on that goddamn campus. The same thing with Howard. And that's why the girl, and they got, when they literally coming in as freshmen, they tell them to stay away from you know why? Because them niggas putting effort in to how they coming to present and sitting and holler at the girls in school. I just would not be setting my kid up to sit here and just be like, bro, just go and put some pajamas on. No, let's go order you some sweatpants. Let's order you a little t-shirt. And it could be loose. It could be baggy fitting. That's the style. The pants, all these sweatpants be big as hell. They drag on the floor the same way, but that fatigue, that whatever, oh my God, that pajama shit drive me insane, dog. Like, I'm telling you, neck to neck for me is the kid with the shiesty on and the kids with the pajamas on. They are the same one. One is just hood and the other one is just a soft-ass kid that live in a good house and parents is just parenting them extremely soft and don't put their foot down on and they just allow them to let them come out the house. And again, what if something happened? I said this before, dog. What if you somewhere and you got your Crocs on, you in a store, a robbery breakout, anything could happen. A wild dog can sit here and chase you. I said we talk about this every week, just wild animals just chasing people. You got Crocs on, you're clipped. It's nothing you going to do. You are at God's will, dog. If y'all watch any fighting videos, especially older people, and this is why I hate even older people wearing Crocs. 90% of the videos y'all see, and you see, especially an older dude, he get knocked out. You know why? Because a young nigga got some tennis shoes on, and his old ass got Crocs on. He get knocked out them Crocs every goddamn time. It never failed. I seen an old dude, I think he was out Baltimore. He was trying to sit here and break up a fight. It was a dude and his girl, and they was getting into it. The girl just kept like, man, the old head had on some goddamn Crocs. And man, that young boy gave him the business. Everybody in the comments like, come on, old head, you sit here like, man, because you should not have had them slip and slides on your feet, dog. Put some shoes on. That's again, you sit here. I'm sure all the shoe companies, man, this is why Foot Locker and whoever else, y'all should sit here and run some ads right here. Go to buy some goddamn shoes, dog. Put some shoes on your feet. Because if something dangerous happens, you ain't doing nothing. You are a victim in them Crocs. You are a victim. If you don't live in a goddamn stand your ground state, you are a victim in them Crocs. You can't do nothing. You at whoever, you at the dog, the bear, the cat, the snake, whatever, robber, anybody. You at everybody's mercy when you got them Crocs on. You got them Crocs in your pajamas on and you don't care about coming outside. Nobody ain't gonna see me. Cool, you are a victim every time you come out the house dressed like that.
Come here, because I'm about to get in your ass. Why is it that your kid does not know how to dress for an interview? Why is your kid coming to work in belly shirts? Why is your kid coming to work high as fuck? Why is your kid not knowing how to formulate sentences? Why don't they know how to be grammatically correct? Why do they not know that they aren't supposed to come to work in Durags, hoodies, sweatshirts? Why are they coming with just Crocs on? Why don't they have a suit? Why don't they have like any type of work attire? Why don't they know how to read? Why don't they know how to write? And please don't tell me the school system is failing them, because it starts at home. It starts with you. You have time. I don't want to hear I don't have time, because you have time. You have 5 to 10 minutes or whatever it is to talk to your kid, to understand your kid, to see what your kid needs and provide that. It's not just about money and food. It starts at home. I don't want to hear I don't have time, because you do have time. You got time to get up and go to work. You got time to do certain things. You got time to make sure that your kid is getting the necessary skills that they need. You cannot bank on the world or other people to take care of your child the way your child needs to survive in life. I deal with your children. And I love them. I shouldn't be the only ones teaching them. Teach them something. Come here.
Again, like I said, I stand firm on just, man, having your kids put some clothes on, dog. That's it. And not even just the kids, adults as well, because adults, y'all set realistically, you set the standard for the way your kid come out, what your kids see. And again, I think we just got too, and again, I will blame some of that on the pandemic. I think the pandemic got people too used to sitting here not caring about how they present themselves. But again, if I'm out in the real world, like, hey, if I put on just a half decent sweatsuit and just some good shoes to go to the grocery store, if I bump into something, like, I'm telling you, listen, as a man, or do you know how mad you be when you in the store and you bump it and you see some fine shit and you look like a bum? That's on you, because if you would have sit here and said, hey, and that's what I'm saying, I understand some days if you in the middle of working, well, again, it depends on where you work at. So some of y'all might already have clothes on, but if you just run into the store, I'm sure everybody in their mother, especially for men, you have literally ran into something like, damn, I would have shot my shot if I'd have had something half decent on. Because guess what? When you sit here do the Crocs, you don't even care how your Crocs look. It ain't like y'all got some super fresh Jones. You got all the little things on them Jones. No, them Jones be punished because you wear them every day. Some of y'all, if you ain't lost enough weight, them Jones probably leaning into some other shit. Like I even be, man, I don't even want to get onto the feet part, because that shit drives me even more crazy. You got on Crocs and the back of your feet ashy as shit. Like, bro, you could have put some socks on. But man, y'all got it, dog. I can stay on this topic all goddamn late. Real quick, one of my, y'all know
are the Crocs just like the slides too?
I mean, they're all the same thing to me. All of it. I mean, I'm not discriminating on one or the other. Like, put some shoes on, dog.
Like even like the name brand slides. Like you still feel like you gotta.
Yeah, because it's still not like, again, I don't even think it's not even about the money thing or what you spending on. It's just about your effort on what you putting on when you leave out the door. I think too many people, and that's why you hear too many people complaining about, I can't never meet nobody nowhere. It's only on people only in the DM, because people only put their best effort in when they online. Because when you come out the house, you trying to be cognito. I don't care. Nobody ain't gonna see me. If you put in that same effort you do every time you get on social media, when you go out your door, I guarantee you'll meet more people outside, because you'll be more confident, especially I'm talking about as for men, you'll be more confident you walking around the store and you're doing your grocery shopping, you got some decent clothes on, you smell half decent, you see a nice lady, you wouldn't mind starting a conversation with you. But you know why everybody just head down and just in your little getting your shit? Because you look like shit. You look like shit. You probably ain't washed your ass and God knows how long. So yeah, you trying to hurry up, grab your shit, and you trying to keep it moving. I'm sorry, dog. I hate that I gotta be the bearer of bad news for niggas today. Let's get real quick, because something that I said I wanted to keep talking about. We talking about animals attacks, and this is white people shit with the bear.
Lola! You're too close. Back off. You're too close. Lola, come here. Lola. What are we going to do? We got to get off the trail. Back off. He wants to fail. Lola, come here. Come on, Lola. What are we gonna do? He wants the trail.
Gotta wait it out. Keep going.
Don't fall again.
It's gonna eventually go in the woods.
Wins eventually, Craig.
Go on, go.
Go, Bear, go!
Go, Bear!
So again, real quick, I just wanted to play that clip because that was just a couple. I don't know where y'all be hiking at or where these people be hiking at and what city or state they live in where you can hike and you know that there may be bears in the actual hiking zone. Again, that, to me, that's white people stuff. And I kind of want to tie this into, there was a young lady going viral because she went on a hiking trip with I guess this was like almost like a first or second date when she was dating, met a dude. I want to say, I think she maybe met him on Hinge. It was a white dude, and they went like jogging in the woods or / hiking in the woods. And he jokingly joked about, this is where I was planning to kill you at. Again, where certain stuff where it'd be like, bro, I'm not. And it's just so funny because I seen a homegirl of mine post on Threads and she's like, bro, you cannot, as a man, you bet not never sit here and try to invite me on a first date to go hiking. I'm not going hiking with you. I don't even know you, again, because you could just leave me here and who the hell gonna know? So again, that to me is kind of one of the reasons why I don't even sit here and try to do the mixed dating shit, because it was like, she kind of threw me completely off, but here we go.
In the Black community, it's a lot of shit we joke about. But then there's some shit that we never joke about. And jogging with somebody in the forest and having them turn around and look at you and say, this is where I was gonna kill you, is not the type of shit we do. This black woman is on a Hinge date with a white male. They're running on a trail in a forest, woods, somewhere secluded. He's in front of her. He turns around and says to her, this is where I was gonna kill you at. And she says, that's a joke. She posted it, but you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit. Listen to what he said. Nah, ain't nothing funny about it. Nah, man. Look at this shit. You don't see nothing strange about this. And then he asked, was she recording? He wasn't kidding. But see, the thing is, when they tell you the truth, you don't believe them. Mind you, look at the climate we're in right now.
And again, I hate to sit here and be up, but I guess, man, again, what he was about to say and say, the climate we in, bro, I'm just gonna keep it a thing. This is one of the reasons, one, why I sit here and say dating apps is for losers. Two, this is why you should not sit here and be that desperate to sit here and go and date outside your race. And again, it's so crazy because this lady, when she panned the camera to herself, she looks like the stereotypical black woman who would date a white man. And I fucking hate that for y'all. I hate when you turned the camera, I knew exactly what you was gonna look like. All my soul sisters with them locks, I'm telling you, with some niggas out here that want to take you through there. You do not have to get on Hinge and go get you a white boy and sit here playing hiking games, dog. Like, y'all be throwing me. Oh my God, bro. I literally just be like, sometimes I be like, again, when you sitting here saying you don't have to give up on yourself, go outside, put something on. You don't got to be on Hinge and be like, I'm going to sit here and go on a date with a white boy and go hiking or running in a trail in the woods. Like, what's up with the street? And I understand the street ain't good for your knees. That's why I don't run outside on the street. If I'm going to do my miles, I'm going to walk. I'm cool. Walk at a steady pace because I don't got no money to sit here and go get new knees. But again, like, man, y'all be just stay off the dating apps. Dating apps are for losers. I'll stand
trails. They wanted the scenery.
Man, fuck that scenery. You don't know this man. You met him on a dating app.
I know, I get it. You saying you made him on a dating app, but I think people do the trails and stuff like that for the scenery.
Cool, do it with your friends. Even if you're going to do a trail, you don't have no weapon on you. Again, that's why I played it with just right after the band jump. I'm not going to nobody's woods, dog. I said this before. I'm not even sitting here trying to say this to sound tough. I don't play with wild animals. I'm not going to nobody's trail nowhere to look at nobody's scenery without something to save myself. Because again, for her, she on a date, you on whatever the case may be, you don't know this man. But again, what if we were sitting here like the clip I played before this? If you were going hiking with your family, this dude was a husband and wife with their little dog. This man just said, "Get away, bear! Get away, bear!" Like, what are we talking about? Y'all be playing just stupid games. Again, you cannot be that desperate, dog. I'm sorry. Like, you got to pack that up. Like, some of y'all got to slow down a little bit. Y'all just doing too goddamn much. Got too much goddamn dip on your chip. But because we did talk about, and I didn't mean to skip over this so fast because we were talking about school. I guess we can go into, I want to go Howard University.
Okay, update of what I know as a parent whose son was disenrolled or unenrolled from Howard. Yesterday afternoon, we started getting emails saying, sorry, you chose not to go to Howard. We was confused. We called. They said it was a mistake. Don't worry about it. Then once the office is closed, we started to get emails basically saying, you ain't paid, so you can't come. And the original agreement with Howard was their miscommunication. Number one, they said August 3rd, then August 2nd, then all of a sudden July 10th, 50% of the tuition had to be paid out. However, most kids and almost all kids who got disenrolled are getting scholarships, are getting some type of assistance from a third party that does not get released until like the beginning of September. My son is on a full academic scholarship in partnership directly with Howard and his previous school. They already sent out that tuition, but Howard never updated the system anyway for my child, and he got disenrolled. So my son's 50% tuition was already on the way. But what we are now understanding, because I've spoken to some people up there, they don't even have enough staff to go through each person to see who's right, who's wrong, who's saying yes, who's saying no. So there are some kids already that have been re-enrolled, and they sent out an email basically saying, we know the problem. We're not saying it's our fault. And this is I just want my son back in school. I just want my son back in school. So there's a lot of misinformation. That is my particular story. Like I said, there's 500 families that are going through this right now. And I want all of us to find some peace, because my house ain't no peace since yesterday. And he's ready to roll. He's ready to be in there on August 3rd. I bought a new car yesterday so we could pack some more of the stuff up. So I need him back in Howard. Everybody who's been sending love, I appreciate y'all. Anyone who's trying to help, I appreciate you. For those of y'all that being shady, some just trying to call me broke and say because I can't afford it. No, my son is on a full academic scholarship. Full ride, yeah, wasn't me.
Again, I mean, and that was her story on side of it.
So why she even say about the whole buying a new car thing? Like, what was the point of that?
I guess she was saying just, I guess, for more room to sit here and pack her. So, I mean, let's be clear. For that lady right there, I just played, that's Chef Cream. So people who, if you really into like the New York podcasting scene, she's somebody who's like extremely popular. She doesn't do her own show, but she does a lot of like guest spots on a lot of popular New York podcasts. So a lot of her like talking in the way she kind of entertains people, it's going to be a lot of little, just probably an extra entertainment sauce on it. So it may not necessarily be just like your cut and dry, like parent crying. She going to have just a little bit of razzle dazzle New York type of energy to it. I do want to play this one other lady, Joan Howard, and I do want to sit here and talk about when one of these schools is sitting here becoming a social media influencer, a college major or something like that.
$400 enrollment fee, non-refundable. $400 housing deposit, non-refundable. 400 plus 400 is $800 per student. Multiply that by 500 to 600 students. That's $500,000 that Howard doesn't have to pay back to anyone that they now have in their position because those fees are non-refundable. What are they going to do with that money? I need someone to look into this because they were never going to enroll those kids. They were never going to let those kids in, and they're not going to let you in at all. They're not emailing you back. They're not picking up the phone for you. I need y'all to wrap this up. By next week, if you don't hear from Howard, we need to formulate a plan B. If you don't hear by July 31st of next week, what's your plan B? Because you all have scholarships that you won. Those scholarship providers need to know where you're going to school. You're not going to Howard. They won't even answer the phone for you. My daughter had 5 schools fighting to get her. They wanted her. They were throwing money at her, trying to lure her, entice her, and get her to come to their school. Howard won't even email you back and pick up the phone. So what are we talking about? Where are you going to school? We need to figure that out. And you need to tell your scholarship provider where you're going, or you're going to lose that money. You already lost your housing deposit. You already lost your enrollment deposit. Howard University has over $500,000 of these kids and these families' money that they do not have to pay back. They do not have to pay that back. Ain't nothing black or excellent about none of this.
Again, I don't know the answer. All I'm doing is just sitting here playing y'all clips, thoughts and prayers to anybody who may be experiencing this with your kid getting ready to go to college. Real quick, I do want to sit
Did
here.
they have an issue before with the
with
housing?
Howard, they did with the actual housing, and I want to say
everybody
while they stepped in and helped some of the kids. That what was that? Was that last year or 2 years ago? It might have been like 2 years ago. Like right, I
can't
want to
remember. I know
it was recently. It was right after the pandemic when they were starting to go back to school, and I do remember they was having something with. I want to say it might have also been the freshman dorms. I can't remember, but I do remember while they stepped in and helped some of those kids who was going to Howard while they were sitting here trying to wait for. I want to say maybe like hot water or something. I can't remember. You're absolutely right. It did recently happen. I know it happened after the pandemic. I just can't remember if it was last year or the year before that. It may have been 2 years ago. I want to sit here and say, and shout outs to Wale because I do remember Wale stepping into that. But real quick, I do want to sit here and bring this up just because I do think when we sit here saying how people get so used to just whatever your routine is or what you're so used to listening to and things like that. And I kind of just wanted to remind people when I sit here and say it about Tory Lanez last week, and I seen and says how and I seen because of one of our listeners, shout outs to Beezy, he sent me a joke and he sent me basically with somebody who was trying to clown Rick Ross, was like, oh, Rick Ross out and Tory Lanez is free, and Tory Lanez did more numbers than Rick Ross. But I think realistically, two things can be true. One, I'm glad that they sent it because I told y'all nobody was really listening to the shit. It was some fake shit. Look, Tory Lanez did 19,000 the first week. If that was again for the people, and the reason why I'm sitting here saying for Tory Lanez, it would be cool. But for the people who use their platform to bash other people who have lower numbers, when you try to bash like your little babies, your futures, and this, that, and the third, they will never be nowhere near close to 19,000. Never in life. And they ain't got to do no interviews and do nothing. Two of them, Lil Baby, I don't even know the last time I seen Lil Baby do an interview. Matter of fact, it was him and Lil Yachty. He's not running to do no interviews. Neither is Future. And ain't neither. So again, when people sit here and say, oh, he's locked up and he did more than Rick Ross, well, the same platforms that Rick Ross went and did, all of those same platforms took time to play Tory Lanez music. Rick Ross went and sat on Joe Budden Jones. Joe Budden 2 weeks in a row. He played songs from the Jones. It's still nobody's listening to that shit. Sorry, dog. I don't know what to tell y'all. That's just, it's an internet thing. But again, we see him, and when I see him say nobody listening to it, think about all the people y'all listen to. They don't talk about Rollo Rodriguez. He's on his damn near like his third or fourth week. And Tory Lanez only did 2,000 more than him on his third and fourth week. Rollo doing 17,000. The only place 9 times out of 10, if you listening to this show, this is the only place you've heard somebody even talk about Rollo album outside of people who just via social media doing album reviews. But again, that's why I'm sitting here saying, like, I understand the older we get, we don't be really trying to sit here and go find new things. You kind of be scared to sit here and go give new things a chance to go listen to. But can't just keep listening to the same old shit and niggas just sitting here telling me bullshit and put me down to bullshit. And I could double down on that though for 2 weeks. I listened to Rory and Moore, I listened to Joe Budden, I'm talking about 38 Special. And this nigga put out that bullshit ass fucking rap diss song to Jim Jones. I was like, this the nigga y'all was talking about? Y'all was gassing this nigga up for 2. I'm talking about this nigga was absolute dog shit. Like, I couldn't believe what I was listening to. I said, there's no way in hell I just listened to these niggas for 2 weeks, sit here and defend this, and I'll say it in the post. What's that joint? Wolf Hip Hop or whatever that blog page is, because they be posting all the super backpack rapping, rapidy-yap niggas. I went in the comments and I said, y'all niggas had the audacity for 2 weeks sit here and tell Jim Jones he ain't had no reason to talk about him because he ain't lyrical as this nigga. What the fuck do y'all niggas be listening to? Y'all better get out your goddamn bubble and pull your ears down or something, dog. That shit was trash. I'm talking about capital fucking T, dog shit. Put the doodle emojis in that joint. That shit, man, please, nigga, don't zip that shit up. He better stick to making beats for other niggas because rapping is not his forte. I understand why Jadakiss didn't want to get this nigga verse. He's dog shit. That shit was trash. And again, let's go to Tory. Let's sit here and talk about Tory Lanez. Iceman, bro, again, I don't even know what week this is for Drake. I feel like this album that came out like 3 months ago. He did 55,000 this week. Future, 45,000. Don Toliver, 26,000. Drake again would take care doing 21,000. Made You Think I Was Gone, it did 19,000. And again, Skate by Rollo Rodriguez did 17,000. And then again, the reason why this even became a conversation because people was joking on Rick Ross only doing 17,000. I sit here and told y'all last week I thought the Rick Ross album was it was blah. Rick Ross hit one.
But Rick Ross never been a
no for and of course, and that was one of the things Rick Ross said. And I think people wouldn't even have made it a conversation piece if Rick Ross didn't go on his press tour talking about Drake and sit here trying to trash and clown Drake and sit here saying, oh, the Iceman Jones with some doo-doo and this, that, and the third. Nobody would even sit here and say about Rick Ross numbers because he even said that on one of his interviews. He was like, oh, when I first came out, people was doing, again, he came out with Wayne and it was doing 1 million and Eminem and 50 was doing 1 million the first week. And Rick Ross was like, my first album only did 150,000.
I don't even think any of his albums did platinum.
No, for sure, but it doesn't matter because his music
like
just don't.
He's a gold, like he always
a gold. No, for sure. He's a gold member for sure.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I don't. But that album still ain't a great album either. We ain't about to sit here and make it because
a bad album.
It's not a bad album, but it ain't an album that I'm going to sit here and go back to if I'm listening to other stuff. But you have older ears, so you may. I'm telling you, as somebody who's listening to other newer, younger shit, I'm not going back to never listen to that Rick Ross joint again. Outside of that one song we talked about last week when we talked about the Maybach, what is that? Maybach 7 when it was Don Toliver and Jeezy on it.
But that's what I'm saying. But but I hear you fuss about Tory Lanez, but like, do really people go even? That's what I'm saying. Like,
talking to your mic.
Do people really go out there and looking for that, or you know what I'm saying? Like I hear you like, but damn, Joe keep bigging them up. But I'm like, but all right, Joe talking about, but that's not gonna make me go listen to it.
No, again, but like for sure. But
if it's not a chick tape, I'm not turning no. Because even when that time when you came on here and talked about that damn prom shit, I wasn't turning that shit on. If it wasn't the chick tape, I'm not turning it on. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not listening. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I do, but again, I'm just sitting here saying I think people overforce the Tory Lanez comment. Tory Lanez, the numbers that Tory Lanez do for all the press that he gets. What are we talking about him for? Because people ain't. All I'm saying is sometimes you can waste your influence. You can sit here and show people there's flaws in your influence when you sit here and just keep. Again, I'm sitting here saying this because I'm listening to niggas like you can't shit here and try to shit on Lil Baby, and Lil Baby got arguably one of outside of the Drake songs and outside of Spin That. I can argue that Lil Baby right now has one of the hottest songs on the internet. And again, I kind of even wanted to come in here and big Future because we sit here talking about the California Girl joint when it first came out, and you was like, man, that joint kind of a girl joint. I was like, yeah, it really ain't for me. That ain't hit the bar for Future. I was wrong. I'm not a girl. I'm not a baddie. But guess what I seen for the last week and a half? All baddies just it's like a line in that joint when he said talking about whatever little restaurant, I'm gonna like you like Mr. whatever that restaurant is. When he say that in the song, all the girls have been I'm gonna love you like whatever the name of that restaurant is. They've been using it on their TikToks and on their Instagrams. But again, niggas is sitting here. I literally just listen to, I swear to God, and I'm somebody, I catch myself from commenting on other people's shit because I listen and I see and say, okay, if I really bother about it, I'll talk about it on when we get on here. I literally listen to Rory and Maul try to shit on Lil Baby and Future because DJ Khaled don't want to put out his album. Like, oh, you can't Lil Baby and Future, you can't get nigga them. They can get a song. Lil Baby got, and I'm like, dog. That to me sometimes when you see it, tell me what you listening to, y'all niggas so out of touch. You don't even know that Lil Baby got a scorcher right now. He literally on all platforms. Lil Baby got the #1 song on Apple Music, on Spotify. Like content, like what are we talking about, dog? It's just some shit where I'm just not going to sit here and just come and just say some dumb shit. When I can when it's literally like going on in real time, all you got to do is sit here and just like, hey, go follow one of them blog pages to just show you like what's going on and follow other regular human people. I get it. Some of y'all niggas be thinking y'all too famous so you don't follow regular people. I'm telling you, that Lil Baby and that fucking Future, I've seen up and down the timeline. Lil Baby got a hit and it's literally and it's showing up in the numbers. Go on Apple Music, the #1 song on it is the fucking Lil Baby shit. Go on spot the #1 joint. And fuck them numbers. I'm telling you what people are posting on their joint. And again, the same way for Future with that California Girls. I came when we was talking about the Future joint. Marcus sit here and said the California Girl. I was like, it ain't really for me. I'm cool, but I'm a nigga. I got eyes. I keep saying, if I see fucking 100 bad bitches sitting here using that song, now guess what I'm doing? I like you like whatever he sit here and say on that song. I'm hooked now. I literally, they use them every day. If I get on the timeline, I'm just looking at 100 different jumps, and that's all they keep using. He got one, dog. And that's all I'm sitting here saying is, again, I think sometimes y'all niggas is using y'all platforms just to promote stupid shit. Like shit that just don't even make sense. Like, why are you even promoting this? There's no way of, like, come on, dog. Again, shout out to Lil Baby, shout out to Future, shout out to Rollo Rodriguez. Real quick, I know my last music take, I know it's going to be an uphill battle for Boston Richie because, again, we live in America the same way when I talked about Saucy Santana. The world is just super homophobic. So niggas ain't going to really give him a real chance. But if you are okay with, it's hard. I know he just did some super wild gay shit. So I know it's going to be hard for niggas that want to really listen to him and say you listen to him. But go give this nigga new project he just put out a chance. It's cool. If you already like Boston Richie before the strap allegations, I promise you this is a good Boston Richie project. I understand the world we live in. I know this is America. Niggas ain't trying to sit here and listen or say you listening to a nigga who done sit here and got his cheeks spread it out. I understand. I get it. But if you was already a fan, I'm just sitting here saying you may on your private time, you may want to sit here and go listen to some of that new Boston Richie. It's cool. Again, shout out to Lil Shimmy.
Do you really think that would stop somebody from listening to it?
I don't think it will stop people from listening to it, but I think it would stop people from publicly saying they listening to it.
But do it really matter?
Yeah, because you kind of need the extra promo. You need people talking about it. You need people.
Okay, well then I think that's the case. Then you need a better promotion team. If you saying that's stopping you from people listening to your music for what you doing, like I said, how would that? Because you think like if that allegation was on Drake, you think people would stop listening to Drake? If you're making good music, you're making good music.
But I think people will sit here and be clowning niggas for listening to Drake if that was Drake.
I mean, people clown people for listening to Drake saying you soft and all that. I mean,
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. What would be the difference there? That's why I say I agree with what you're saying. I don't think that Boston Richie has a strong enough promotional team or marketing team or a strong enough fan base that can kind of defend them. Because you're absolutely right. If you got a strong enough fan base, people will defend you via social media. Shit,
so we don't.
Lil Uzi shit keep coming up. And we call this.
Yeah, but that's just people kind of just going off of you saying he's sassy, but you ain't have like hard evidence where it's like this was like hard evidence where it was like, nah, you let your girl put a joint on and you was like, come here now. Like that was kind of nuts. But so I understand some people ain't gonna listen to it because of that. No, we live in America. Like, let's be niggas is homophobic. So it'd be some shit that niggas will draw the line on. I'm not saying he can't. One thing I will say and say for Boston Richie, where I kind of like the fact that now you have a hurdle to get over. You're gonna put out more music now because you're gonna try to win people back over. Because you already done it before. You done beat the snitching allegations. So again, if you put out enough music, you can eventually get over that hurdle. You got over like the trust and believe. Most niggas probably thought, you sitting here saying they leaked or sit here footage of you sitting here snitching when you was in the goddamn interrogation room, and niggas thought your career was over then. Future dropped you and all of this and the third. So you was looking sad at that point and you came back. I think sometimes when you have that hurdle to jump and you got to sit here and put out more music to get people attention, I think sometimes it's a gift and a curse for fucking some artists. Where if you okay with putting your head down and doing the work and putting out more music, you're going to be cool. Boston Richie will be cool. I'm telling you, if you already liked his music previously, go listen to his new project. I promise you, you're going to be like, oh, he got some heat on it. Again, Lil Shimmy, he's one of them niggas where, again, he kind of have that. He's one of them niggas where you kind of, if you follow enough girls, you'll figure out which Lil Shimmy songs you're supposed to like. Like that body banging and tiny by T. Whatever that shit is, that body dangerous jump, that shit is a fucking heat rocket. But again, he got other jumps on that. No matter of fact, I was just listening to his jump when I was coming here. Let me which ones did I put stars by that I liked? Lil Shimmy, Lil fucking come up. Real quick, Top Notch, 5-Star Freak featuring featuring Sexy Red, Not Another Love Song. Not Another Love Song may literally probably be my favorite song outside of the body banging jump. The jump with him and Summer Walker, that body dangerous. I ain't gonna lie to you. That jump goes super crazy. What else? I had Birthday. He had a couple jumps on there that I added. I just was trying to go look off the top of my head. I can't play them because we're on YouTube. But that body banging joint and that again, Not Another Love Song, and the 5-Star Freak and the Top Notch joint. And what else I had? Seduce You. He got some jumps on there. And what is it? Bag Right? He got some songs on there. I like that project. Again, shout out to Lil Shimmy. But I guess while we're talking about music real quick, let's get into Usher. Usher and Chris Brown, of course, for most people, unless you're living under a rock, they are on tour. And of course, they both have their own separate sets where they sit here and pull women on the stage and serenade women. I ain't gonna lie to you. The girl kind of went crazy on y'all in the comments because people was sitting here trying to drag her because she didn't look like she wanted to kind of be up there. And Usher kind of was like, oh, he even called her out. Wait, he got her on stage. He doing his little shit. And she ain't like losing it and trying to kiss him or do whatever other women. I haven't really I've seen the Usher clips go viral, but I haven't seen them as much as Chris Brown because maybe that's just because some of the women that Chris Brown pulled up on stage already through some of his shows. I actually follow some of these women already. So it may be a little bit different. So for this young lady, Usher put in the queen. She young. She looked like she was younger. She looked like she might have been like in her early 30s. And she kind of read some of the people for filth. She was like, this is bad bitch privilege. Like, this is pretty privilege. He pulled me up on the stage. I understand some of y'all in the comment section. You're going to be overexcited and you would have kissed on him and you would have did all the extra shit because this would have been the highlight of your life. This ain't like this. She basically was like, bro, this is just nothing to me. This is regular shit.
So what did you go up there for?
Because she said I look good and I wanted all the people to see me on the big screen.
You can't be mad that people have their comments because everybody knows. Like you said, Usher don't really post his videos, but everybody knows what the women do when they go up there. So you would expect her to go up there and do nothing. Nobody said you had to go up there and disrespect yourself, but you can't be mad at people for their comments because that's what people do when they go up there. So
if you really not bothered this regular shit, then why you even commenting for real?
You could, if you was already at the concert, you was cool. You ain't had to go on the stage, but you knew what he was expecting. You knew what was going to happen when you went up there.
So I guess then my thing would, do you think she went up there to get that moment, Or maybe she went because I seen some people like maybe she went into the VIP section and thinking that Chris Brown was gonna pull her on stage. Instead, it was
I didn't
Usher.
even know Chris Brown. I mean, I didn't know Usher was pulling people on stage.
I didn't know. I knew it, but I didn't know because you didn't get to see it to what extent. Because the jump when you see him, it's kind of like him getting every time. It's like no, this him getting out of the bed. Like it's like a little scene where he getting out the bed and all you see is his back. So I never seen him actually serenade the woman. Every time I seen a video go viral with Usher, it's him getting up off the bed where it looked like he putting his pants or some shit back on. So you never really get to see him do the jump. Like I didn't see Chris Brown kind of like it was a girl that me and Top follow, and it's a girl. I'm talking about like nigga, Chris Brown like had her bent over doggy style and was wearing her shit out on the jump. I'm like, God damn, CB, what the hell are you doing? So I kind of again this girl.
But again, but this my thing. So she didn't kiss him, but isn't Usher married?
But so I don't. But maybe his wife cool with whatever he got going on.
But that's what I'm saying. But then that's just like, all right, I got respect for myself. I'm not kissing. That's a married man.
And then what the fuck did you go up there for? Like I saw her think she was with her family. Like her
she was with her mother. Yeah, for sure.
So what the fuck did you go up there just to be in VIP? So you can't be okay, but you can't be mad at people's comments because you're
right.
No, you can't be mad at people's comments.
You're absolutely right about that. That part, you're absolutely right. You cannot be mad.
So there's no need to clap back then because everybody's gonna have their comments. Oh, if I wouldn't have did, girl, I would have did whatever. Okay.
I ain't mad at her though, but even if you went up there to just kind of do this way, because again, we live in a day and age where some people think out what they're going to do to get their viral moment. Because you kind of know that realistically, again, all the women in the comment section was basically sitting here saying what I would have did. So in her mind, probably like, oh, I'm just gonna go up here and look pretty and not really be engaged, and it's gonna go viral, and which it did.
And so you can't like I wouldn't even entertain it.
But Marcus, we talk about this every week. People entertain shit like that because you want the moment. I'm going viral. I'm all over the internet. So, hey, I want people to see, hey, it was me. I was the girl. That's how we know that she was with her mother and all that shit. And then you see the pictures going viral with her and her mother.
So let me ask you, if that was shorty you talking to, are you gonna be like, yeah, I taught her well? Are you gonna make yourself know? Would you make?
Nah, I would skip out on this one. I ain't gonna lie to you because I'm just not a fan. Like
if it was like you was known to be her boyfriend, like would you say?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. If niggas already knew that was your girl, if niggas don't know that that's my girl, I'm not sitting here saying nothing. But if people already know like that's your girl, like from where you from, then they be like, yeah, you see how my girl is. She held it like, yeah, of course you gonna be a nigga. You gonna beat your chest and be like, yeah, you see, I got my bitch trained right. She go up there, she ain't paying Usher no mind.
For what the fuck did she get out of the moment outside of this viral? You're not gonna do that many more interviews. Like, what the fuck did you get?
Probably a couple more followers via social media.
Of course, yeah. Well,
that's what people do it for. Like we can't though. We as much wild shit people know. I got some wild shit out of sent y'all on TikTok.
My girl went up on the stage and like she got some money out of him. Like what the fuck did you get outside of followers? If you ain't getting paid off your views now, you're not gonna get paid after these little raggedy ass followers. So what do you complain? What are you saying? Oh yeah, look what she did.
She might though. She's a pretty girl, so I can imagine horny niggas is sliding up in her DM. I know for a fact she got a couple thousand followers.
If they slide in her DM, then she showed that she loyal. So don't slide in her DM because you ain't getting shit because she ain't getting shit to Usher. And he got money. So what's your broke ass sliding in my DM for?
You know niggas gonna do it. Niggas do it every day. Come on. We know for a fact it's niggas sliding in DMs and they got no better doing every single day. You
like, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, I got my girl trained. Okay, so the fuck you got her trained and what? You should have trained her better to get something and bring some money home or bring something home to your ass and then be like, oh, okay, yeah, I got her trained. She went up there, got a viral moment and get shit out of it, but a whole bunch of people talking shit about her.
For sure. And I guess why we talking about viral moments and kind of talking about how to be via social media or be when you're on camera, you're talking about just the women and men situation. I don't agree with a lot of things that academics say, and y'all know I stand firm when I wish he just report the news, but he did have a message for AB and what's the young boy name that he be doing the streaming with, Dean or whatever his name is, Dean the Great, I believe that's his name. And because they got a lawsuit going against them right now, because a woman is sitting here calling, sitting here saying, and again, if you watch enough of their videos, you've seen, because somebody like I follow Wayne on, he's been saying this for a minute with their videos. It's like these videos is not going to eventually play out the way you want them to, because it's just like when you watching these videos, you be like, this shit almost seemed like sexual harassment just watching these videos. So you kind of knew that eventually one of these girls was going to sit here and not like the way that y'all sit here and disrespect them. And if you can just watch, like pick one of those videos they got with women in it, those videos kind of seem like they always end on the rocky end. And academics was like, dog, if you're going to sit here and create content, you should be careful on creating content with women, especially if it's liquor involved, or you're going to sit here and be trying to bid or trying to violate women, because you kind of open Pandora's box for these women to sit here and say, I don't like the way this shit went viral and I got it on camera. You sitting here disrespecting me. Now I'm going to sue your ass.
The story.
Said somebody suing me for sexual battery.
That's why you beat somebody?
I don't know.
They just make up.
Let me check the story.
Said somebody suing me for sexual battery.
That's why you beat somebody?
I don't know.
They just make up shit, man. They be saying bullshit. Internet of food, boy. He beat somebody for the pussy.
That's what it sounds like. Niggas know niggas in there. What's the name? Who's that? I don't know.
Let me check the story.
And again, and these niggas is just so stupid that where it's like you sit here thinking that it got to be that you took the box. That's not, you don't got to get the box to sit here for them to sit here and file sexual harassment on you. These niggas is just, again, Adrian Broner.
Oh, them.
But that's my point. So perfect example. Again, the way you sit here shaking your head, because anybody with common sense, when you watch their videos and the way they interact with women in the videos, like that shit look like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Oh, all them things look like a fucking lawsuit. I don't understand how niggas keep doing it. Like, to me, it's just like, dog, y'all, this streaming shit is a tricky game to be playing because it's on camera. Like how you talk to somebody or how you like, nah, bitch, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, anybody can be like, oh, he just like, why do y'all keep setting yourself up for that shit? Y'all keep inviting the same different, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with you. Again, like I said,
I wouldn't play them games.
I'm with you.
I wouldn't play them games at all. I'm checking IDs. I'm doing everything. Even the last incident where you got away scot-free with the girl being underage and they try to
But that's my point where I think sometimes where it's like, again, maybe because I don't watch those streams, but I kind of be wondering, like, is the girls just that needed? Like, what's the point of where you feel like, again, I think Adrian Broner by himself, if he literally sit here and said, I'm just going to lock in on trying to become my own, almost like your mini Creed Rocky type of movie, just doing it live on live stream. You can literally do that by yourself. You don't need the girls in there because, again, you see every video. Anybody with common adult eyes, when you see these videos and you watching them, you kind of be like, I don't know if this shit should be on camera. And I don't necessarily know if you should be drinking with all of these girls because you get overly drunk. Now you get overly aggressive with these women. You done seen him kick out girls off the, oh, you ain't sucking my dick, get the fuck out of here. Or, dude, you throwing water on her. You doing all these other shit. In the real world, 9 times out of 10, if you wasn't Adrian Broner and these girls maybe not as desperate for the moment, that shit would get your ass beat. Or they would get you charges pressed against you. But again, hey, you keep talking about all this bread, I'm running up this bag. People hear you running up a bag, and I can see in everybody in the comments and saying, hey, this look like sexual harassment. Guess what one of these girls going to eventually do, which they did, sit here and file the charge. And now you kind of got to go figure it out. While we sitting here talking about streaming, because we did talk about Queen Naj, and I sit here and said last week about, like, I don't necessarily know how healthy streaming with your significant other at Streaming University would be. So people was kind of dragging Queen Naja for sitting here having a video go viral of her twerking. And that's one of the things, again, I guess sometimes when you're streaming and these people clip up, they're going to clip up whatever they want. That's why they call it the clippers. But then again, it helps you kind of build your platform up as well. So it's like, again, it's a gift and a curse with this one.
I can throw tail alone. I'm not going to say ass. I can throw it alone. Like, and really I wasn't alone. And honestly, first of all, I'm not married, I'm engaged. Number 2, just because you're engaged, I mean, you can't twerk a little bit. I wasn't looking lonely. In my opinion, even when Clarence left to go gamble and stuff, like, bro, my cameraman's right here and I'm just here, like, standing here cool. Like, to me, I don't know if it gave lonely, that's like, she just read it wrong, honestly. Like, if it gave, but I wasn't lonely because, like, how could I be lonely when, I don't know, all these people are around me? I mean, it's possible but I wasn't, though. I think that's what happens when you don't really, like, get to know somebody first and you just assume something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not very, I don't know, like, but people probably felt that she was being, you know, but that I can.
Yeah, I just, again, I get what people, again, because people are not married. So when people see people, and again, she says she's not married, but again, when you engage to people who's not married, being engaged feels like you're married. So non-married people seeing somebody who's supposed to be engaged or married, and you see a woman sitting here twerking, you're going to sit here and have those type of comments where now you have to sit here and defend yourself where you like, because people are trying to say and say, oh, you thirsty, you married, that's why she's saying, I'm engaged, I'm not married. And people going to be like, well, why you on here twerking? Whatever you got going on, you shouldn't sit here, be on this jump shaking your ass while you sitting here and you engaged or you married or whatever case may be. But again, you can't sit here. Niggas can't police her and then y'all be okay with her fiance going in the fucking Dream Doll and them junk drinking with them. Like, what's the difference? To me, those two things is damn near just as equal if you really just want to be on some I'm super mad. Are we not
doing this for content?
Yeah, but I don't necessarily. You ain't an OnlyFans model. Like, you don't need to be shaking your ass. I mean, she was fully dressed too to give her.
At the end of the day, she's not singing. We know her for singing, right?
Of course.
She's not singing. So at the end of the day, she has a nice body. Why that's crazy for you to say here you have a Ferrari, but you don't drive it fast. I'm gonna just do the speed limit.
I hear you.
You know it's true.
I mean, I'm not mad at people for sitting here, people questioning it, because again, people 9 times out of 10, people who are watching the stream and don't, they ain't married, so they don't know no better, so they're gonna question her. It's gonna seem a little off because most niggas wouldn't want their wife to be twerking on nobody's camera, period. Let alone on the goddamn streaming jump.
But my question to you, right? You wanted that body, right? You have her for that body. So what you saying is, oh, once I got her and I'm married, she supposed to just cover it up?
He never said nothing. So that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not putting it on him. Like, he didn't say nothing. That was just the people, of course, on the stream, on her junk streaming. If somebody clipped it up and it was going viral, it got picked up on all the blogs. So of course, people gonna get their opinion. He didn't never say nothing. So I don't want to put that. I don't want you to think that he said something. He didn't say nothing. He don't give a fuck. He get it. He streams, so he understands the game like you sitting here saying it. But people who don't stream and people who are not married or people who are not engaged, of course, they're going to be in the comment section. And again, I told you this last week when we talking about Queen Naija, she's a little insecure. So she going to read some comments and guess what she going to do? She going to end up sitting here talking about them because they may have triggered her because she feels some type of way, people judging her.
Who is worse with their insecurity, her or Dream Doll?
Probably Queen Naija. Because unless you seen something that I didn't see, I never seen Dream Doll have like show that she was insecure about anything.
I mean, just like the way she be talking and like a lot of stuff, like she's kind of like, oh, I don't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like she really didn't want to do this, but she's doing it.
I think. I don't think that's insecure. I think just realistic because she wanted she probably was nervous and wanted people to know her for being a rapper and not a streamer. So again, you know, sometimes people feel like, again, like with how people do it kind of with DDG, where some people who like DDG music, they do, but people who just know him as a streamer may not take his music serious. Like, oh, this is a streaming nigga. He's just trying to rap. Same way with Platboy Max. Platboy Max built his platform up, making beats and inviting rappers over and them sitting here locking in and creating music live on stream. So again, for some people, yeah, they listen to it, but some people may look at it and be like, oh, I ain't listening to that little streaming nigga. So again, I'm sure for Dream Doll, she been putting out music for years. You don't want to sit here and cut out all the music you done made. And now people kind of know you as a streamer when you still trying to break through with your music career. So I kind of understood why she probably realistically didn't want to, because you kind of trying to weigh the pros and cons on, will this help benefit my music career, or will people just put me in as, oh, I'm a streamer now? But while we talk about streaming, let's talk about them making it into a class now.
Here we go, everybody. Universities are entering their influencer era, and I believe this is the beginning of one of the biggest shifts happening in higher education, as more and more universities are entering the creator economy, and now they're officially making being a content creator and an influencer a college major. Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication has launched a new degree focused on content creation, teaching students how to build audiences, develop personal brands, analyze performance across platforms, refine creative strategy, and turn social media into a real career. And students aren't just studying content. They actually have to create it as well. For their final project, students choose a platform, develop a growth strategy, publish consistently throughout the semester, and demonstrate real audience growth with real followers. That alone says a lot about where the world is headed right now, because this isn't simply about creating more influencers and content creators. It's about recognizing that one of the most valuable professional skills right now and in the future is the ability to communicate ideas, tell compelling stories, earn attention, and build trust online. And universities are finally beginning to recognize that reality. We're already seeing other schools like Syracuse move in a similar direction, and I believe this will eventually spread across universities around the world. But this isn't just good for the students, okay? It's an incredible growth strategy for universities themselves. Every student creator becomes an ambassador for the institution. Imagine hundreds or eventually thousands of students documenting campus life, showcasing professors, highlighting research, covering athletics, filming local businesses, and telling stories about their community. The university gains something incredibly valuable: always on global visibility and content, recruitment, enrollment, brand equity, community engagement, tourism, economic development. The university stops acting only like an educational institution and starts operating like a full-fledged media company, which is exactly where I believe higher education is headed.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even think of it when I heard him first say that. But when you sit here breaking it down like that, that may be some of the smartest shit that them colleges ever can do. If you sit here and
pimping is pimping.
no, nigga, that may be
That's
like the ultimate level of
yeah,
pimping.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm going to sit here and make this a class, make it okay for y'all to sit here and want to come to this school because we offer a actual. You can get a degree, or you can sit here and get a major in instead of sitting here saying like, because again, I know for most people, if you know somebody, they're like, oh, I went to school for communications and this, that, and the third, and they never end up doing shit in communications. But where this is kind of where it's like, oh yeah, we gonna put this come to school for communications on a whole different level. Get y'all some fucking. Then they gonna eventually sit here and just like books, you're gonna need the fucking little vlog camera instead of having a book in your class. You're gonna need the vlog camera for this class, and now you sitting here giving me free advertisement. And then at one of them universities like UCLA or fucking Arizona, this ain't no small school. You get you a big ass streamer to sit here and end up going to your college, and now these niggas sit here and promoting your goddamn shit all day long, 24/7. Man, that's the smartest shit you can ever do.
I mean, not to hop on and move forward, but why you think certain schools keep giving all these certified doctors and all this stuff? That's promotion. Like I said, you start offering more of this stuff, that you're going to do it for those reasons.
I guess what you was trying to go into the Cheyenne Brown. So again, Jamal Bryant sit here and Jamal Bryant basically sit here and doubled down and took shots at Cheyenne Bryant because of her fake doctorate degree, and she I guess leaned into the Netflix challenge, Joan. And again, real quick, because I just been in for like 3 weeks. I kept forgetting to even mention anything about the Netflix challenge because I mean it's kind of almost pointless. But I kind of just wanted to remind people when I sit here and say, if you were a TV or movie director or anybody who has the option to go to Netflix, the Netflix challenge just proved what I've been saying for years, where Netflix is just so solidified in culture in general, as a whole, and this is again not just black, this is white, whatever. Netflix is just a fucking staple at this point. Like it's YouTube, it's Netflix, like those things is damn near almost like you gotta kind of have them on your phone. And that was one of the reasons why I sit here and say when people were so like strong on the Breakfast Club, going to Netflix, like you just want to leave your comment and think your opinion means something. But though we to the point where that shit been trending, that little Netflix sound been trending literally for damn near 3 weeks now. 3 weeks strong. I'm talking about, I seen people again, and we live in a day and age where people will sit on social media and just be haters. Like, we need to wrap this Netflix challenge shit up. Stop fucking hating just because you didn't get to make yours, or you scared to do it now because everybody else had already done it and you don't want to feel like you dick riding. Just shut the fuck up and allow people to allow them to enjoy their challenge. So again, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant chimed in. She sit here and they say she went, and again, the internet going internet. So she, whatever the cap and the gown that she ended up putting on, people found the whole and Zach Jones on Amazon. If you listen to Joe Budden, Dr. Mark Lamar Hill sit here and said it was the wrong colors and this, that, and the third.
She should have did this a little earlier.
She did it at the perfect time. But I just think, what you mean? How she gonna do it early if it wasn't no challenge?
You should say it been going on for 3 weeks. I'm saying you should have jumped on this early. The book been out for what? Almost a month now.
Her book?
Yeah.
Shit, that shit was like 2 months ago now.
It's 2 months?
Hell yeah, that shit been a minute ago. And that's why people was like, she shouldn't even have done the challenge at all, because people forgot about you. Like, nobody wasn't even thinking about her, even talking about her no more. Nigga, that shit was 2 months ago.
But it was just recently. We were just talking about her
2 months ago. Just time just be flying. You just ain't paying attention to the
time.
No,
I'm just saying. But it was something recently. We were just talking about her doing something, the baby suit outfit.
Yeah, that was 2 months ago. Like when the summer first started.
We only in July. Some only started in listen. Yeah, so that was just recently.
2 months is still recent, but
I shouldn't even have to do this. It's ridiculous. Over a month ago, I came to you and apologized for platforming Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I felt I had a responsibility, considering my sister is the former president of the American Psychological Association, one of the youngest to ever hold that position. Not soon after that, I received an email, a cease and desist, not to mention her name or to speak to the controversy. I scanned down to the bottom, and it was not from a lawyer, not from an attorney, not anybody who was barred. It was from Cheyenne Bryan herself. I said, I'm going to walk away. I do not want to be a part of black on black crime. So I let it go, never addressed it, never mentioned it again until I received this email on yesterday from Dr. Jaquel Pitts, who is serving as I scanned down to the president of Indiana Southwest Christian University, who said to me in writing that Dr. Cheyenne Bryan has just received her PhD in theocentric psychology. I did a quick Google search. Indiana, the whole state, does not recognize Indiana Southwestern Christian University, is not registered. Does not.
Again, like I said here, saying I don't have no dog in this fight. And again, when we sit here saying making your own platforms and kind of using it to your own advantage, we talking about Dr. We just mentioned Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont Hill interviewed some gentleman at one of these schools and sit here and kind of grilled him on why he even gave Cheyenne Bryan or whatever the case may be. And I think people figured out that school was BS, that this dude was supposed to be whatever the attachment to this. Again, like I said, this one kind of to me is not like something I'm kind of like high headstrong on to sit here and really have like a super deep dive, because I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Like, I don't care what she's a doctor of or whatever the case may be, because I'm not looking for no psychologist, and I'm not one of those people who want to sit here and be like, oh, she's sitting here faking. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, and I think a lot of people just, again, sometimes people look for moments to sit here and just drag each other, and I think that's just the kind of the times we live in. People gonna sit here and just find little shit to pick on. Like, for this to be a just as big of a story, even just for somebody like Mark Lamont Hill to kind of like do a dig and do an interview with this random ass dude who's supposed to be like the president or whatever school, it's kind of like that shit to me almost feel like bullying. Like, is it really that deep? Like, is this shit really bothering anybody? And maybe it does for people who actually are doctors. Like, maybe they feel.
But I think just like you said, if you didn't bring it back up, everybody would have forgot about it.
For sure.
I think that's the case, because you brought it back up. Now we gotta like, all right, damn. Now you're giving us more ammo to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Real quick, I guess let me go to one of my favorite topics of the week. Again, real quick, I do want to sit here and here we go.
Barbie that yes. Tell me about that. Were you involved in the process for that? Like, what is?
Oh, baby, I'm always involved. Baby, I'm always involved.
All right, what does it feel like to have that Barbie?
Yes, I remember. I think it's been 3 years now since the Bayou Barbie came about when I was in Baton Rouge, and I used to put Barbie stuff on merch and stuff, and I wasn't really supposed to. But so I told them I really wanted to have a Barbie doll one day, and to have a Barbie is like you got to be iconic. Yeah, you have to do some real things, and I knew it was going to take some time because there's so many great women that are Barbie dolls, and they have their own doll. But I knew that's what I wanted, and I spoke that into existence. Janine, she works overtime. She does a great job, and being able to have her in my life has been just amazing for me. So I'm just really grateful. I'm really happy to be able to do it this weekend, All-Star Weekend back in Chicago. Being able to sell the shoe and have my shoe on the Barbie doll to collab with that, and also be having a little get together with the Together that I'm part owner with as well. And they've helped with this event tonight as well. So I'm really excited and I'm really grateful.
Again, when we sitting here saying, I told y'all this before, and this is why, again, when we sitting here saying having a take and be able to stand on a take that makes sense. And I know when I first said it, because again, so many people, and the reason why I never even kind of do the back and forth conversations about just with Angel Reese in general, because I know 9 times out of 10, most people don't really watch the WNBA. Because if you did, 90% of the shit you say, you wouldn't even say it if you actually watched like all the teams and pick other players and have like you a real favorite player. 90% of the shit you want to say about her, you would never say. So with that being said, I sit here and say it, well, again, when the first first jump with the Reese's box. I literally said when she got that first deal, I said, I guarantee you, I will sit here and bet my life on it. The first WNBA player that will reach $1 billion will be Angel Reese. I said that this is her third season. I said this 3 years ago because, dog, I just understand business and fucking marketing, and I understand some shit you just can't teach. I don't give a fuck if she never scores another bucket ever in fucking life. You cannot make somebody a superstar. You either got it or you don't. You cannot. Beyonce was in a group with 5 other motherfuckers. She's Beyonce because she's Beyonce. It's just some shit you just can't do. Dog, Lil Wayne had endless niggas on all his fucking mixtapes. We talking about peak Lil Wayne. Them niggas ain't Drake. It don't matter. Perfect example. Fucking Caitlin Clark is supposed to be on the cover of the 2K joint. You ain't see a motherfucking person give a shit about that. This girl literally stepped on her whole joint and released a fucking Barbie doll. You know how crazy that is? Fuck you in that 2K cover. Pack that shit up. I did that shit last year. I'm gonna sit here and everybody and their mother, guess what? As soon as I seen this shit, I'm going to go buy. You know why? Because I knew this shit was going to sell out. And what the fuck did it do? Sell out. I even sent Marcus the joke. They sit in the store and say, hey, you only can grab one of these jokes. But I already had my shit because I just understand. One, with the shoes, it's a little bit different because, again, we talking about people already stuck in their ways. So you may just not be a fan of Reebok's. Cool. Not even going to argue with that. But motherfucking grown-ass adults who just love Angel Reese like that's their kid, bro, niggas got $40. You're going to get this 40 all day long, and you seen endless people online, seen fucking even Jasmine Crockett sitting here talking about the jump because people know how iconic, you know how hard that is. And again, if you grew up black, I grew up listening to our cousin that we went to school with, basically damn near almost like a sister. That's all she did is collect Barbies. And you know how hard it was to get black Barbies. So for women who've been collecting Barbies all their life, so women in their 40s and 50s who've been collecting Barbies, and you know how small and in between that shit is, you ain't really going, this ain't some shit that happened on the regular. Even when you sitting here saying WNBA, it's only 2 other WNBA players that got a Barbie doll, Sue Bird and fucking Rebecca Lobo. Both of them are white women. Again, I sit here and say this a million times. Yeah, of course, would it be easier for people to digest it and understand the hype and the fame if she was good as Asia Wilson? Of course, I get it. I really watched the fucking games. I'm not about to argue Asia Wilson is the best fucking women's basketball player, period, that you will ever see. I don't give a fuck. Candace Parker, whoever, they ain't fucking with Asia Wilson. But that doesn't make her a fucking megastar. It just, some shit ain't just gonna happen. That shit gotta be in you, dog. It's some things you just cannot sit here and it just don't happen. I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. And it just be the difference on when Angel Reese posts shit. Just go through the fucking comments and look at the top level fucking celebrities be in her comment section and go look at another WNBA player. Motherfuckers don't be giving a fuck. And that's why I won't argue with niggas, because I know people don't really give a fuck about the WNBA. So you're not about to sit here and think I'm gonna argue with you and go back and forth on fucking Angel Reese. Pick another player. We can go back and forth with that shit. You don't know another one. So suck my dick. Again, I apologize. I try to be Ryan Clark, but I just can't because y'all niggas be stupid. You don't know shit. That's why you work at your job. You hate your job. You hate the fucking bitch you lay in the bed with. I'm cool, nigga. I'm not going to argue with you niggas. You're going to have to prove, you got to show me something that you can sit here and say, hey, this is my take. I'm going to stand firm on. You ain't never going to have one because you niggas is fucking followers. And that's the times we live in. But I'm here to sit here and be your fucking leader. Get behind me and shut the fuck up. I told you, I don't know what else to tell you. That's what happened. Again, shout out to Angel Reese. For one, having a Barbie sell out, Matilda, the jump sold out on the website. Again, when I love black people, niggas know that they ain't supposed to go in Target. And I love the fucking niggas on threads. Motherfuckers like, people were sitting here going into Target.
Y'all didn't, for real?
Nigga, everybody and their mother went into Target to get this motherfucker. Yes, no, it wasn't just there. No, it's everywhere. No, it's everywhere. But it's everywhere. But again, we had this conversation with me and Erica used to talk about the difference between Target and Walmart. Niggas is not going into Walmart.
No, but they gave Jay-Z that hell.
Oh no, but her jump. But again, it's not. And that's even when she shared the link. It's on Amazon. It's on Walmart. You could have ordered it from the Matilda jump. But people again.
Oh no, I thought.
Oh no. It's not. Okay. But just for realistically, for most people,
crazy.
Again, we talking about just the easy shit where it's easy to just go in the store. Nigga, I knew it. Oh, wasn't even expecting it. I wasn't even going to buy the shoes. I'm going to buy the shoes now just off of GP because it's on the fucking feet. Because I'm like, them shits was too girly for me. You be like, some of her Jones, I skip because them Jones were like, I got to still be able in my mind, even if I don't go nowhere to wear them, I still want to be able to know, like, regardless if I want to go somewhere, I got an outfit to wear these Jones. Some of them don't be too girly. I'm like, I can't put that shit together. It's gonna just take too much of a miracle. But I seen it. Oh, the fucking junk got the sneakers on. I'm gonna buy the fucking junk just so the same way I do with these. I'll put it up there with this fucking shoe. That shit to me is fire, dog. I'm mad. Like anything else about All-Star Weekend, I don't care. But I didn't want to go to no damn All-Star Weekend in Chicago because y'all make Chicago look cool. But nigga, I still got in the back of my mind what the other side of Chicago look like. And I ain't from there, so it's when I see cities like that, I'm cool. I'm gonna skip them all the time. But again, seeing when they had the little actual in-store and you can buy and put all the little cool shit on the shoes, I would have went just to do that. That shit is fire to me. That's because I know for a fact this shit ain't gonna happen every day. It's not about to see it here and be. Again, when we talk about Ryan Clark and we talk about the ESPN shit, as black people, when you have the opportunity to support something to give other people opportunity, it don't have to do nothing for me. It don't have nothing to do for my kid. I don't have a kid, but if I had one, you never know. You don't want to sit here and not support shit when you got the opportunity to, and you got financially can, and you don't because you don't want to sit here and have that door closed for when it may be your kid or maybe your grandkid. Because if they sit here and say, oh, we're going to get this super pop, because again, we see it talking about whatever metrics you want to see, ain't nobody else got more followers than her. So who the fuck else would I give a Barbie doll to?
Can I ask you that question? Would you, I hear you say that a lot, like you saying, oh, well, you know, the way the Shy is, but if you just going there for the game or the X, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really find yourself missing out on a lot of things because you just in your head, like, oh, I don't want to. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm just going,
I get what you're saying, but I don't know where it is. I don't know. Like, it's certain shit where it's just like, again, I tied this into the topic I want to sit here and have about fucking LA. Man, some shit where it's just like, nigga, the advertisement for that shit, I'm cool, dog.
I get that, but I'm just like, but then it's just like, damn, I'm not gonna miss this. You know what I'm saying? Like, these moments.
No. Listen, what I'm saying. If I knew that she was doing this, I didn't know that. Like I talked about the Barbie doll 2 weeks ago when I told y'all somebody put on Threads, somebody who worked at Target and was like, hey, y'all Angel Reese about to have this doll come out, and I don't know when it's gonna come out because it ain't supposed to be on the floor. Because when the person went back, like it was like they took it off the floor. It wasn't supposed to be there. Even when I went into Target, the nigga didn't even open the box yet. Like literally, I just looked on the website. I was like, okay, I'm not ordering it from Amazon. I don't got an Amazon account. I ain't about to fucking go to Walmart again because Walmart. I say this is for me for even with Walmart, the Walmart Target conversation. Walmart just don't get your lighting together and get the way y'all like, man, nobody. And the fucked up thing about it is I'm just gonna be racist a little bit. I don't be wanting to go in the fucking Walmart because most of the time when you go in there, John, there be too many fucking foreigners, dog. And that should be throwing me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. That I don't go to Target, period. Like this was literally the first time I've been to Target in probably since the holidays. Because I'll be honest with y'all, during Christmas time, it was busy. You try to run and grab something real quick. Cool. I came on here and said, I'm not promoting Target, but I understand it. And that's why I see and say I love black people. Because on Threads, niggas was joking about like, hey, I know I ain't supposed, if niggas was not even saying the name, they was like, hey, I went into the store we ain't supposed to go into to get these jumps. And that's what I'm sitting here saying. Think about niggas was killing Jay-Z for. Motherfuckers was cool to be like, hey, fuck whatever y'all talking about. I'm going here to get my Angel Reese shit. That's the difference. We talk moving the needle. I'm talking about niggas was going crazy on Jay-Z and motherfuckers was on Threads. If you seen niggas posted on Friday when it came out, that shit ain't come. They ain't order that shit nowhere. They went in the Target and went and got one. But again, that's why I don't be wanting to argue with niggas about what, again, some of y'all are so fucking hung on strung on whatever the white man tell y'all. Y'all niggas, that's cool. Y'all live in that planet. You be on your fucking hang with your white friends and do all that other shit. I'm cool, dog. I got a mind of my fucking own. I like nigga shit. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to always support niggas all day long. I'm going to use my platform to tell you I'm supporting niggas. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to be just like them fucking nerdy ass niggas who go to Comic-Con and all of that shit and dress up in that shit. Guess what? Niggas could dress up as fucking Black Panther and Geico and whatever all them other weird ass costumes and comic books I read. Guess what I'm going to do? Go get my fucking Angel Reese shit every single fucking time. And I promise you, I'm not going to miss a dime because guess what? God, if one day, even if I just meet a bro and her daughter dog ass nice in basketball, better than Juju Watkins. But if you ain't support fucking Angel Reese, Juju Watkins ain't going to be no door for her to be open because she ain't got nowhere near she's not as popular. You can be a better basketball player, but are you as popular as motherfuckers going to get out and spend some bread on you? Most people ain't going to make motherfuckers do it. And people ain't even gonna have, no, you know how many people probably still go to Target, but you ain't gonna sit here and post and show niggas you go there? Niggas did not give, this is what I'm telling you on Friday on Threads, that shit niggas didn't care. Niggas was showing you, niggas was saying it, niggas was joking and laughing about it. Like, hey, I know I ain't supposed to be here. People was be in the comments like, respect what you did, but don't tell people where you got it from. Let niggas have to figure it out. We all look, you all click the link, you seen what stores had it. Hey, zip it up. You ain't gotta sit here and promote for these people. And I'm talking about grown ass motherfuckers like posting it on like, hey, I'm 50 years old. Am I too old? I don't got no kids, but I'm too old to buy this Barbie. Hundreds of motherfuckers in the comments. Hell nah, I'm going to go get mine at lunch. That's different. Like, I'm telling you, that shit was literally like some shit. You only seen shit like that for Michael fucking Jordan. I know that y'all niggas can't mind boggle that because you niggas ain't never been outside, ain't never done shit. I'm telling you, in real time, all you gotta do, go on Threads. Put in her name, you'll see it. I ain't gotta sell you nothing. I already got mine. I'm cool, and I'm gonna save it. And guess what? Maybe 20 years from now, hey, I see a motherfucker like when you can sell your shit like they sell the LeBron shit. Hey, I'm gonna sell it.
But that's why I was saying, like, you don't try to, like, you don't want to go to the games or try to get it signed or anything.
Oh no, for sure. I definitely will. Sometimes it just depends. Like I just don't. I don't know. It depends. I'm going to eventually go. I'm definitely going to eventually try to get my shit signed. Sure.
Like, do you feel like I'm gonna miss out? Like, she been playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you prolong and then it's like, damn, she just dropped. Like, let's say one night she dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like that game, you could have been there. Like that's why I'm just like. I hear you big on it, but I'm just like, damn, do you feel like I keep pushing off about what I think about every place, but instead of just me going to enjoy the moment?
For sure. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's something that I have to work on my own. Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you with that. You're absolutely right. Do I overthink certain things? Sometimes I can see videos of just certain shit like, yeah, I'm cool. It's just a little too crazy out there for me. I don't want to go. Or it's just in certain places where it's like the older you get, let's trust and believe. I do appreciate and take time and think about things that I want to do because you want to live to see. You want to get old. You don't want to sit here and be like, I'm gonna go in the middle of Southeast to go watch a WNBA game. I'm listening to them. I know what Southeast is. You ain't gonna sit here and trick me to sit here and be like, but again, you're absolutely right. You don't want to keep sitting here and missing out on certain things. So sometimes you got to kind of stop overthinking things and just enjoy life and go do it. So you're absolutely right. And we can kind of tie that into LeBron James. I will sit here and say for all people who live in the DMV area who like to go on date nights but hate going to places in the DMV. I'm telling you this fall, the number one fucking date spot and a date event to do is drive your ass up 495 and go to Philly and go see you a 76ers game. I promise you. And for all the niggas, if you online, huh?
It's gonna be hard.
What, to get tickets? You would probably try to just go catch you a bum ass game.
Yeah, but that arena not that big.
For real?
It's not that big.
Shit, it hold like what? Shit, I want to say hold like 21,000, right?
No, hell no.
It had to.
Nigga, I went to the game. What you gonna tell me?
I'm gonna tell you, no, there's
two levels.
I hear what you're saying, but
it's nowhere near the Verizon. Nowhere near.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying, but I'm telling you, when Unrivaled was there, they sit here and say they had 21,000 people.
You gotta think about the court smaller. You can put more seats on the floors and all that. Yes, you can. What's the name? Add more on because Unrival's 3-on-3, right?
Yeah, the 3-on-3. Oh yeah, okay. You're right.
I'm trying to tell you, I've been to the damn game.
You're right. But again, like I said, that is something I think for people who, if you are somebody who just likes to make that jump.
They even said the cheapest ticket you can get for a Philly game last year was $67. Right now, the cheapest ticket is $271.
Well, or if you can't make it to Philly, I mean, well, shit, the Verizon Center is a big ass arena. So I mean, if you want to see here, you get to see LeBron twice in the year now. They play for the Wizards. He will sit here and they come twice a year. So get your Wizards ticket then. Again, I know this is just some
like you remember last year when we were sitting there talking about the whole, we thought it was gonna be his last season and how people were jumping on them tickets, buying them tickets. Like, come on, man. I'm pretty sure them Philly tickets about to be.
No, for sure, of course. One thing again for all the Knicks fans who was making that drive, you ain't gonna be able to make it no more. Trust them. And the reason why you're not gonna be able to make it no more, not just for Philly fans, but again, for why I'm sitting here saying, I know people who be in the DMV who go to like when the Redskins play the Eagles. Niggas go up to the Eagles games and may never even go to a stadium at the Northwest Jump. Like niggas be cool. Like I'm gonna go up and see Philly play the Redskins up in Philly because niggas just like to make that drive. It's not a crazy drive. It's literally, if you could do it when there ain't no traffic, you could literally get to Philly in like an hour, if that.
It's 2.
Shit, I know a girl who used to make that drive like an hour and 30. I think it just depends on what time of the day you coming from and then how far you coming into Maryland. But again, like I said, some people gonna make it, some people ain't gonna make the drive. But again, like real quick, shout out to LeBron James. Before I play this clip of LeBron, 2 things I will say and say. I'm still gonna root for 3 teams this year. I know that's blasphemy in the NBA. I'm still gonna root for Minnesota because I just like Anthony Edwards and I like LaMelo Ball. Definitely gonna root for the Sixers and I'm going to root for the Wizards because I do still think that the Wizards got a strong chance. I don't think they can beat the Sixers, but I do think the Wizards have a strong chance to be a top 2, top 3 team in the East this year.
Really?
City of Philadelphia is reacting to this LeBron James news in a
why not? If you think about
you still got Cleveland, you still got Detroit, you still got New York, and then you saying Philly got better.
I think the Wizards can beat all of them besides Philly. I think the Sixers is loaded.
But see, that's I just don't. I mean, just as the Wizards, I don't see them being. They had never been a top 2 team.
You ain't never had Anthony Davis and Trae Young neither.
You didn't have better teams than this.
How? Nigga, Trey Young didn't carry. You got to think about Trey Young that carried the fucking worst Atlanta team and was like the number 1 seed in the East before by himself.
A number 1 seed? No.
What seed was he when they beat the Knicks?
They was a 7 seed. They've never been on number 1 seed.
I don't think they was
seed. No.
And they beat the Knicks and they was 7th.
Yes, yes, they was. They played this in the play-in. If I'm not mistaken, that's the year. They never had no top. They never been no. Atlanta been a top 10.
Again, like I said, I'm taking. Listen to me, hear me out. I could be wrong, but I'm going out on a limb and saying that the Wizards will be a top 3 team.
Remember last time they won 50 games?
They're gonna win 50 this year. I promise you. Mark my word.
I think that right there only get you maybe 6 plays, probably
50 games.
Yeah, you look at that from saying, look at
not no fucking East, Marcus.
How? What you mean? Detroit and Boston had 60 last year,
and they was the number 1 and number 2.
Right? So you saying you saying the Wizards going to be a number 2 team?
I said number 3.
Right? No.
Pull it up while I play this clip.
Way than Miami reacted when they got LeBron in his prime. People are legitimately asking if this is the greatest day in the history of Philadelphia, better than the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And most people are like, yeah, no, today is better. When Tom Brady signed with the Buccaneers in 2020, people freaked out. When Messi signed with PSG in 2021, people paraded the streets. But as far as I can remember, there weren't billboards up immediately all across the city. There were local Philadelphia venues offering free seats for life immediately within an hour of the announcement. Planes flying across the sky, boats in the ocean, every single organization in the city of Philadelphia dropping what they're doing to announce to the world that the king is home. The Temple football team posted about it. LaSalle posted about it. Fabrizio Romano, who never talks about anything but soccer, posted about it. The Philly Fanatic did the chalk toss and had a welcome LeBron sign at the Phillies game tonight. They changed Broad Street to LeBroad Street. I mean, like 15 minutes after the announcement, the governor of Pennsylvania wrote into law that July 24th is now officially LeBron James Day. And all of this is for a guy who turns 42 in December. They've lost their minds, but honestly, I can't blame them. I'm jealous. And I would say treat him right, Philadelphia, but we all know if things go off the rails, they'll turn in an instant and it'll be hilarious. The city of Philadelphia.
Again, like I said, shout out to the 76ers. I definitely think this will just help the NBA. People kind of already praying and hoping for a Christmas Day game, Sixers versus the Knicks.
Yeah, what year you was that when Trey Young? Because this year was the most they won. That was 46 games this year for Atlanta. In 2014, they won 60, and that wasn't Trey Young wasn't there. 2014 was it?
Nah, this was I want to say this had to be like 2 years ago. What was when they did
like 41?
And what seed was they? Yeah, so it had to be like 2 years ago when they did the fuck Trey Young, and this had because last year last year or the year before he did the rolling the dice on the middle of the jump. Again,
like I said, with Trey Young, yes, they was consistently winning at least 40 games.
Yeah,
how long Trey Young been in the league?
He been in there for a minute now.
Yeah, that's why I said that they ain't 60 games, and that was in 2014. I know that.
Again, I ain't sitting here saying I'm not saying they're going to win 60, but I do think the Wizards will win probably like 50, 55. They may be floating around that 50, between 55 and 50 games this year, especially if you can get a healthy Anthony Davis and a healthy Trey Young, and if VJ really what he's supposed to be, and shit, even the youngest that they had last year, like Stock, or what was the other young dude? I think his name was like Trey something. I can't remember his name. This little nigga was shooting from the logo, and he was hitting them shits on a consistent basis. I can't remember his name because, again, I be watching the game sometimes in the gym, so I can't actually hear what they sit here saying. I'm just watching the game. But yeah, I think, again, like I said, just me. That's my hot take for it. I'm going out on the limb and sitting here saying I think the Wizards will finish a top 3 team in the East. Again, like I said, shout out to LeBron for choosing the 76ers. And he went there on a veteran minimum. Basically, what 2 years, $8 million. So was they breaking that shit down? Was it like $4 million a year or something? Shout out to LeBron James. I guess real quick we can kind of switch gears, going back into music a little bit. Again, this story is a little bit sadder. This is 21 Savage.
Teen that was killed was like a nephew to Atlanta rapper 21 Savage, so very close there.
The family of Seven Shirley and his sister Lyric are going through the unimaginable. They say Seven took his own life after accidentally shooting his sister in the neck Wednesday afternoon. He was 14 years old.
Just that fast, the boy had made the decision to kill himself. He probably sat up there and thought, I'm finna go to jail. They gonna ridicule me. Everybody gonna be doing this, that. And he couldn't take it.
Sharon Smith is Seven's grandmother. She's been raising him since he was 11 months old.
It wasn't nothing in this world he wouldn't do for me. He would say, Grandma, sit down in this chair right here. And he'll push me wherever. I'll be so glad because I'll be hurting so bad.
What was he doing with that gun? I mean, talk to me about that.
We don't know. We don't know. Something need to be done with the person sold that gun because if he would have never bought that gun, this would have never happened.
And the story doesn't stop there. Smith says Seven's cousin is DeMarcus Shirley. He was the 13-year-old killed during a drive-by shooting while staying the night with friends in DeKalb County earlier this month. The family says Lyric has undergone 3 surgeries on her neck and on her vocal cords. As for when she'll be home, the family isn't sure.
He would say.
So again, for people who are not familiar with the story, that's 21 Savage's nephew. So basically, I guess one of his cousin or a close friend of his got shot and got killed in a drive-by, I want to say a week or 2 weeks before that. So again, and this is sad the kids even think like this, where he's sitting here now, he's scared or he feel like he maybe want to go get some revenge or something. He went and bought a gun for $200. He had the gun in the house. He accidentally shot his sister. And again, you heard the grandmother see and say, oh, well, he thought he was about to go to jail. Or people was just going to be online just dragging him or whatever the case may be because you shot your sister. You see him went and bought a gun. You supposed to use to get the gun to go do something, but you end up shooting your sister on some Cheddar Bob shit. Then he end up taking his own life. It's so sad that even kids even know to kind of like, that's your trauma response where it's like, damn, like why, like, again, you don't never want to point the finger or to blame at nobody and try to sit here and say, oh, it's the parents' fault or this, that, and the third. But it's kind of like, damn, like, what the hell? Like, I hate the fact that the kid even know, like, all right, I lost my friend. And you see him saying, like, this little boy, what is he? He 14? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he 14 years old. For him to even know where it's like, my people's got killed, I'm going to go buy a gun. Went and bought a gun for $200 from somewhere, and then you sit here and now you bring the gun back in the house, and then you would have won because you're too young, don't got no business to have a gun in the first place, and then you accidentally sit here and shoot your sister. You sit here and put her in the hospital. They just sit here and say you had to go get surgery 3 different times. And the crazy thing is, of course, can they afford the surgery and stuff? Because 21 Savage, of course. But imagine if this wasn't no relation to 21 Savage. Of course, 21 Savage is making the story a bigger story because he has relation to him. But if he didn't, I could imagine, like this grandmother old as hell, she raising these kids. Like who can afford to sit here and get surgery for a kid to been shot? Like that to me is just like it's so messed up that his first response was, I don't want to deal with my consequences, so now I'm going to sit here and end my own life. Again, rest in peace to that young man. Thoughts and prayers to his family. But that's a rough one. Like again, because it's just that's a rough one. Damn. Let me just go back in the round clock a little bit real quick.
The big question is, did you see it coming? Could you take us inside that moment?
Yes and no. I'm upset with myself from this perspective. There were signs, but I truly thought for the first time in my life, I worked so hard at something. I was so good at something. Everybody acknowledged that I was, that they couldn't fire me, that they wouldn't fire me, that a company who's going to have the Super Bowl this year, who truly wants to put their best foot forward to the entire world and have the best people talking about football, wouldn't fire, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and it seems to be the opinion of many others, the best football analyst in the world. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that. And that's my fault. This offseason, our piece on Monday Night Football with Greg Brooks won an award, a diversity award. And our showrunner and our director and our producer were so excited. And it was like, PR is going to post it. And it never happened. And eventually I just posted it myself. And then PR reached out like, oh, I'm so sorry that we missed it, but the Emmys are coming up and we'll post it afterwards. And I just remember sending a text to one of the people I work with. And I said, they're not going to post that. They don't care. A company that
I think
and again, real quick, because I'm mad at, hold on.
You're a stand-up guy. You've always preached accountability.
Who would be accepted? These and like aunties and stuff.
Yeah, you've always preached. What are your thoughts, man?
It's a good question. It depends on when you ask me. Like you ask me, like when I see people in public, like OGs and like aunties and stuff, and they tell me they proud of me, and they proud of like the way I represent the community. Yeah. I wouldn't change anything.
I'm gonna pause it right there because I sit here and said earlier when I was working and listening to this, do you know how great of a skill you gotta have to really be able to? This nigga got 2 other grown ass NFL players in the room with him. All 3 of these niggas is in tears, and I'm listening to it. You can feel I'm not even looking at the screen. You can feel and hear the room just completely just be like, oh, you need to go get a box of tissue, dog. Again, that is one of the reasons why I'm sitting here saying, Ryan Clark, please just put your fucking head up, chest out, and get to work and build your own shit. Because when you can make niggas feel like that for you, and I know what he mean, because when people, again, when you sitting on threads, dog, niggas, when he read fucking RG3 the filth, man, niggas was championing him and he was the king of all kings. And again, niggas was pissed at him when he apologized to the nigga and he said he took it too far, because that is what people be looking for. People be, again, sometimes you can't control it, because again, do I think there's other people who's, again, Eton Thomas, who used to play for the Wizards, he always sit here and speak up for fucking black people and with any issues, especially if it's tied into sports. So, but again, his voice ain't as big as Ryan Clark. So again, sometimes, yeah, the algorithms just be different, and the algorithms being Ryan Clark's favor, he got the hot hand. So he gonna kind of always get the louder cheers. And that's why I sit here and say, you got to kind of be able to, at the same time, work as hard for yourself as you will for somebody else and somebody else's company. And that's, again, even just why I'm sitting here saying, I don't care what it is. Like, support just come from a small way, and I can kind of even tie this into a minute. It was a young lady who listened to the show sometimes, and she sit here and follow me on socials. Finesse 2 times follow her. I made a video about Finesse 2 times. He was sitting here saying that Moneybag Yo and Big Boogie was hating on him and keeping him from getting signed to CMG. She didn't have to do this. She liked my video, put him in and tagged him in the comments. She tagged him in the comments and he reposted my shit. And you know how Instagram now is, you can repost it. So all of his fault, man, that shit went crazy. Niggas was in the comments sitting here arguing and I'm talking about for days on that shit. But again, that's just some slight shit. She didn't have to do that. But that's, again, what I'm sitting here saying. You can't never expect for voices to grow in the black community if people aren't willing to sit here and just do little shit to support motherfuckers. Even, again, just having these conversations about Ryan Clark and seeing so many people sit here and go search his shit and sit here and post it and talk about it. And you kind of help him build up some momentum and give him the confidence and the love. Again, I understand that stuff don't pay your bills, but you don't necessarily know. It might. You get your spike up again. Look at for Shannon Sharp. Look at how many endorsements Shannon Sharp lost after there was allegations. Go watch Nightcap now. Shit, he lost. He might have lost a DraftKings ad, but he went and got him a prize pick jump. But again, because he's still hot, and they know that. And them people don't care though. Again, sometimes even with the algorithm, they don't know what the difference is between hate and fucking love is. And that's, again, for people with the Angel Reese shit. Every time, if I got a post, and you sit here saying this post getting 20,000 fucking comments, and 15,000 of them motherfuckers could be all hate. But you think if I own a blog page, pages don't care. And that's why people don't be understanding why so many people, because if you stop commenting and liking shit, think about what I'm sitting here saying. For even when you sit here tired about that, think about how many, if you go to pick a sports blog page, especially one who may sit here and post women shit more than they post anything else. Always pay attention to how much they post Angel Reese more than they post anybody else. Caitlin Clark is supposed to be the face. She's supposed to be the golden goose, but she don't get as much fucking engagement because people who don't like her not going to sit here and comment on shit. They probably mute her name and mute the shit and don't see it. But niggas who hate Angel Reese, they going to be in the comments every fucking time. It don't matter what the post is. So guess what? The nigga, if I own Bleacher Report, if I own Bleacher Report Women, or I own ESPN Women, they don't give a fuck about her mental peace. Oh, they get see his engagement. Oh, they get a bunch of likes and they get a bunch of engagement going on in the comment section. So sometimes you have to sit here and find different ways to constantly just support your own and help them and give them the confidence to want to build their own fucking platforms. I know I sound like a broken record because I started this episode with that, but I want to beat that shit home to people because you don't understand. That's all the advertisements see. Are you getting them out? Look at Mr. Beast and all them other niggas. People don't give a. You think people care? How many? This thing got millions of subscribers, millions of fucking views on everything. Same thing with casting that with the streaming university. It was old people hating on that shit last week, but it didn't matter because people was watching it, people was talking about it. So again, like I said, man, shout outs to Ryan Clark. What else? Let's go to matter of fact, let's go real quick. Let's talk about the Shy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Erica, give me your opinion first, and then I'll go.
I think it was a good. All in all, it was a good episode.
I just felt like I just went to a wedding. Like, and maybe because I'm a nigga, I don't want to go. Like, come on.
But I mean, it kind of played into the happy ending of the story. Like,
Hold up, my nigga. Now, you just last week you just talked about you don't want to see the gangster shit and you want some.
But I didn't. But again, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I wanted no gangster shit, but I didn't just want it. Like, I felt like the whole episode was basically about the wedding. Like, it kind of was like
the wedding and like the ending.
I was about to be pissed if Bakari shit would have
died.
Man. Nick, fuck if he died. The way they was trying to make that shit like Boys in the, what was that? Not Boys in the Hood, Minister Society. Oh my man, I'm glad. I swear to God, I'm glad I can't type fast enough because I swear to God, as soon as that shit happened, I was ready to grab my phone and be like, I know for a fact y'all is not about to make Bakari go out like that nigga from Minister Society. I was like, nigga, what the fuck? There's no way that y'all just see it and copy this shit verbatim.
And then it was crazy because the dude, he didn't even say nothing to him at the wedding. Like, hey, you know, so and so looking for you.
Man.
I think it was good. I felt bad. I don't like Reg. The whole show, I didn't like him, but I felt bad for him this go around.
No, for sure. And that, again, I do, and I wanted to play the clip of that part in the jump. But that's the part. That's what I'm looking for in the shot. Like when you get that little moment, I'm not gonna that piece of substance. Oh my God. God damn, when I sit here and tell you, dog, like that's the shit. Like again, that's when I know that's again, maybe even around clock shit. I'm getting older. The older you get, your emotions get triggered a little bit different. Because you're absolutely right. I'm sure most people, if you watch the shot, you kind of hated Reg's character. But this goddamn moment between Victor, Drake, and Reg at the jail, oh man, hit the fucking goddamn heartstrings.
Thanks for doing what you did. Sometimes you have to take one for the team.
I didn't know they had music over shit. That shit about to blow me. But anyway, man, again, that scene right there, that's them at the jail. Oh man, goddamn. And they were sitting here crying. He telling them that he loved them. Victor's so fucked up, he can't even sit here and get the words out of his mouth. His hand just get this shaking. He can't barely even grab Reg's hands. And the reason why it really hit your heartstrings, because let's be clear, both Victor and Reg, both these niggas are some gangster niggas. Both of these niggas got bodies. Like, let's be clear. Victor may have got a better heart faster than Reg, but if you have been watching the shot since day one, both of these niggas have let that gun go multiple times. These niggas, ain't even one of these niggas is pussy. So to see them have this moment with their brother and they kind of just like really just get super vulnerable and they in the jail just like boo-hooing. Ah, man, that to me was my favorite fucking scene out of the whole that last jump. And I felt for, again, man, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, man. Fuck Keisha. I swear to God, that Tiff and Emmett moment, like at the wedding, I was like, man, that was supposed to be my girl fucking wedding, dog. Like, I don't want to hear you. Don't tell me you're going to be here for me. That's one thing I do hate when people do this. If we're not in a relationship no more, don't sit here and say you're going to be here for me forever. Man, I don't fuck that kid. So we don't got no child together for real. Don't tell me you're going to be here for me forever and you sit here get married to another bitch. I'm cool,
it's
dog.
It's okay that y'all didn't work out. Like, okay, you didn't work out, but that don't mean y'all still can't be cool.
Man, fuck that kid, dog.
Like, that's crazy. Like that, like they both have grown, they both have changed, they both have healed. And sometimes some people need that apology, that acknowledgement to know, like, yeah, you know, I fucked up, but you know, I still got love for you. There's nothing wrong with that.
But again, just my only thing is I feel for Tiff because it's like she got robbed that she never got to experience Emmett, the heel version of Emmett.
But that's real life.
I mean, I guess.
And then when he wanted to do right, okay, cool. He fucked up a lot in the past, and by the time he was ready to do right, you had moved on.
And then Keisha get to experience the best version of you like that. I fell for her on that one. Like that shit was tough to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that her and her mom made up. She had her mom come and live in the house with her. I do like that part, but it was just like I fell for Tiff. Like that to me, just me honestly. But again, and then a shout out to man. Again, when I sit here and say, and maybe some people may respect Keisha because she speak up for herself, and you respect that she kind of don't like. She say what's on her heart and her mind. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, she kind of got into her mother ass where it was like, damn, you ain't even get to see my you ain't get to see your second grandkid born. You came back now for the wedding, and the mom was like, she jolly caught her mother off guard, like, damn, well, I'm here now. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. But I respect Keisha kind of keeping it gangster way. It's like she ain't really got no pics. If she feels some type of way, and you in her face, she gonna say something. She don't care if you here for a good time or whatever. I'm gonna let you know how I feel. So again, like I said, man, the Chi is finally over. I guess while we're talking about shows getting renewed and season finales, for people who are fans of Beauty and Black, the only thing I'm glad that they sit here, the Netflix renewed Beauty and Black early. And again, going back into the conversation we saying about just the hate conversations. You can hate and love Tyler Perry however you feel. I keep saying I literally just said this 5 minutes ago about with Angel Reese. The algorithm and these companies don't know the difference between hate and love. All they looking at is numbers and conversation. Is your name? Can you get your program and trending? And guess what Beauty and Black did? I don't care how you felt about the characters and the actors. Every time that shit came on for however many episodes, niggas sit here and binge watch and you complain. You like, some people loved it and didn't complain. Then there was a lot of people complaining how bad the acting is, the storylines is ratchet and shit. Tyler Perry shit is trash. It don't matter. It trended. And guess what Netflix did? Hey, we was going to cancel this shit of season 3, but hey, here go a whole nother season. So you basically, and them shits be like 21 episodes or some crazy shit like that. So again, that's just the power of just the internet. And that's the power of just, again, people hating and loving shit. Because again, if I'm Netflix, I don't know the difference, but I know for a fact, if you got an opinion on this show, guess what that means? You had to watch this show. Because you can't say how bad Angel or whatever his name was. What's the Spanish nigga? That's his name, Angel. Yeah, you can't say how bad of an actor he was if you don't watch the show. The only way you can get your opinion on how bad it is, you had to click it and watch it, and that's all they looking at. So they gave him a season 4. I'm just glad that they gave them a season 4 early, so I hope that they don't do what the Chi did with season 7 of the Chi, because I still stand firm that you could have easily had season 7 of the Chi be the final season, because that one, the way that shit ended to me was like, it was still better than the way this last season ended. And real quick, I'm not gonna lie to you, if you was the what's my man name that came back with Tyler Pratt, what's her name? Kyla Pratt, her husband?
Yeah, her husband.
Would you been as cool as he was when they? So people don't know, if you didn't see the last episode of the Chi, Kyla Pratt, the husband been off. He ain't been in the whole season at all. So we thought he was dead or something. Or he just got away. I think he was hiding from Nuck or whatever the case may be, because I think he was supposed to be snitching on one of them niggas. He left out of town. So she ended up moving around, getting a new boyfriend or whatever the case may be. He come home. And she come downstairs, and her whole body language and her demeanor felt like a broad who was hiding something. And he kind of called her out on her shit, like, what's going on? I could kind of tell how you giving it up. You must have found you a new nigga. And she break down like, yeah, I couldn't, whatever. I didn't know if he was ever coming back. Well, he like, hey, I'm back now. You going to Reg and them. I mean, you going to Emmett and Keisha wedding. And she was like, yeah. He's like, hey, you want to go together? I just, again, some people may be just different from me. I say this all the time. I have an ego. I'm not gonna lie, it get kind of crazy. So I just can't imagine my girl. No, he held it down. She living in his house. She literally, her sister just begged her to get a job and come and help her do some shit at Smokies. This girl ain't got no job, so you laid up in my house. You didn't talk about, you didn't know if I was coming back or what happened to me, and you moved on in my shit with another nigga, and I'm going to say it and kick it and kiki with you at a wedding, man. Y'all niggas is crazy as shit. Like, come on, dog. Ain't no way. You're not telling me you moved on. That fucking, no, dog. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how.
There was no communication, right?
No, it was no communication.
So I don't know what you did or what you doing.
Cool, but we ain't about to sit here and act. Nah, man. Come on, dog. This is my house.
You can be. I understand that. I hear the principle. It's your house, all that, cool. But are you expecting someone to just, like I said, I don't know what you've been doing for whatever, how long you've gone.
Okay, so
you expect me to just, with no communication, no nothing? It's not like you locked up. I know you in jail. I don't know where you went. Don't know what you doing.
Cool. I'm with
you
you
can be living a whole nother life. You can be having no whole nother family.
No, for sure. Cool. I'm with you on that one. But all the thing, what I was sitting here and say, and my pushback on that is, don't move. You can't move on, and you living in my house in a year. I can see if you're absolutely right. If you were sitting here saying this, and this was supposed to be like 5 years later, or whatever the case may be, or 10 years later, I agree with you. You can't go 5 and 10 years and go MIA and think I'm never gonna move on. But a year, and you still living in my crib, and I left you bread. Bro, get the rose. Get you a rose and go get you a goddamn strap or something and do something else with yourself. You cannot move on just a year, and I've been gone for a year. Now you done sit here and moved on to another nigga. Like, come on, that's crazy.
You expect the same thing if you was locked up doing a long bid too?
No, that's different. Like, again, what you say, if you saying no that I'm gone for 15, 20 years, cool, I'm not about to be stupid now. Again, I would agree with you even if she moved on and I've been gone for 5 years and you ain't heard from me, nobody don't know where I'm at. I'm not mad at that, but just a year? And you still laying in my shit? You ain't even got no job, so that means I pay for all this shit. And you done moved on already 1 year. Come on, dog, stop. You ain't that fucking horny. And you ain't that lonely. What else is going on in the world? Oh, real quick, dude. Let's kind of get into some hygiene and some dating stuff real quick.
And bitch, if you fucking with a nigga that gets out the shower and butters his motherfucking buns, bitch, you need to watch out for him. Because why would you want to walk around with your booty cheeks all oiled up, nigga? As a man, you should not have lotioned cheeks. Your ass better be starting a fucking fire.
So my question for y'all is, should a man be oiling and lotioning himself after the shower?
Why not?
Why?
Because you a man, you supposed to be ashy.
You can put lotion on your hands and arms, but on your whole body like a woman?
What's wrong? It's you taking care of yourself.
Nah,
you
dog.
gay because you make sure your
I ain't
body-
saying you gay, but you zesty as fuck.
That's just good hygiene.
Nah, man, who is gonna, as a man, who the fuck gonna know you got lotion on your ass besides you
It's
doing
for
that?
you. Maybe it's just for you.
That shit is gay, dog. I'm sorry. I be trying to be forward progressive, but nah, that's gay, dog. That shit right there.
Like, so your body is just dry. You
A nigga who put this, what I'm saying, a nigga who put lotion on his ass or put lotion on his legs. I'm gonna tell you what it sounds like.
Hold on. But you just got on people talking about why you wearing the Crocs and not having lotion on their ankles, right?
Put clothes on. I'm saying, I'm never going out the house with no socks on. The only time you will ever catch me out with no socks on is me literally just getting out the sauna and leaving the gym. From the gym to my car, I'm not walking around without no fucking socks on. And I don't even like doing that, but I'm just somebody, I don't like sitting here dirtying up a bunch of other clothes. I'm not about to sit here and put on no goddamn clean socks and I just got out of the sauna, because guess what I'm not doing? I'm not taking a shower in the gym.
You take your shoes off in the sauna?
No, I had my socks on, but your socks be wet as shit by the time you get out of the sauna. So when you drying yourself off, you take your socks off. Now let's be clear, if I got my super thick socks on, I just thug it out and keep them on until I get home. But I'm never putting, nothing has ever in my brain ever sit here and said, hey, let me sit here and put lotion on my legs and my butt. What? I haven't put lotion on my legs probably since I was a kid, dog. Especially if it's hot enough outside that you feel like you need lotion or something. Go outside and it's hot. You live in the DMV, it's humid as shit. Where the fuck, you ain't never gonna be ashy during the summertime in the DMV area. As soon as you step outside in this humidity, your skin is going to be moisturized. You black, dog. Like, come on, let's be fucking serious. Think about it, as a grown man, you get out of the shower, you see a nigga just putting lotion on his ass. Like, what? What type of fucking fun boy shit is that? Like, what kind of lotion? Like, as a nigga, like, listen, though, I'm saying, again, I ain't trying to, because I'm going to play this clip of fucking Platboy Max in a minute. It's nothing in my brain. Just think about it as a man. Fuck before you even get to the point where you sit here and putting lotion on your ass. That means you went to Walmart or Target or wherever to go buy your shit, and you sit here and say, oh, I want to put this on my body. This going to make my skin feel smooth. What type of fucking F-bomb shit is that? I'm going to sit here and pick out a lotion that I'm going to know I'm using. Oh, my skin going to be so soft and buttery on my ass? I'm a man, dog. I do not give a fuck if my skin.
So nobody gonna see it. It's for you.
That's what make it worse. I'd rather you do shit that people gonna see. Guess what? I don't shave. If I pull my shirt up right now, my chest hairy as a bitch, because I ain't getting no cheeks. Ain't nobody gonna see it. But if I'm getting some pussy, I'm gonna be skin butter bald like I got in my head. What the fuck are we talking about? I'm not just doing shit just for shits and giggles. As a grown man, why am I putting lotion on my ass? Because now that's gonna make me sit here and think that your girl be spanking your cheeks when you're in the house. And if you do it by yourself, that's probably even crazier. Like, you just in the house by yourself, dolo. I'm going to put some Jergens on my cheeks, so I'm going to put some shea butter moisture on my ass. Come on, dog. Stop. Y'all niggas is crazy, dog.
So you don't lotion nothing else?
No. Nigga, I come in here right now. It's the summertime, so my hands ain't ashy. But during the wintertime, when y'all come back in and wash this shit, my hands gonna be ashy. I'm not gonna put no fucking lotion on. And the only reason why sometimes I talk with my hands so much, okay, cool, I may just put some oil on my hands because I'm like, bro, I don't want people to be on the video like, damn, nigga, your hands are ashy shit. You be moving your hands too much. That's the only thing. I'm not putting no lotion. I'm not putting oil on nothing else.
Saucy a bad bitch though. Like, I'm not even finna sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what this sound like.
Bed. I'm like, okay, nah, he popping this shit. No cap. Me saying Saucy Santana a bad bitch. I'm not saying Saucy Santana is pretty, like, or my type. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Saucy Santana a bad bitch energy. Bad bitch is about energy. It's not about like the look. That's facts. Everyone knows this. Let's be for real.
Let me say something. And again, when we're saying some of the times we live in for likes, views, and clicks, do I think Black Boy Max is gay? No. But do I think that he is leaning in and he is sitting here playing into a ridiculous character right now? Hell yeah, because you could have sit here and you could have found a million other ways to describe Saucy Santana, but calling Saucy Santana a bad bitch is absolutely insane and ridiculous. That to me is almost clickbait, because you know niggas gonna clip it up and niggas gonna sit here and make reactions and talk about it, because there's no way on nothing about Saucy Santana should ever, bad bitch and Saucy Santana name should never even be in the same sentence, dog. But again, I understand the times we live in, but and that's why I do understand when niggas like Boosie get mad, because then because Black Boy Max got a huge fucking platform. You don't want to sit here and be putting that type of shit out here to young kids, because again, I do believe it's a lot of bad parents. So it's some little fucking 12, 13, 14-year-old nigga sitting here watching Black Boy Max call Saucy Santana a bad bitch. And if he ain't, and if that 13, 12, and 14-year-old boy don't got no real male parental advisory in his life, he gonna think it's okay to call other men bad bitches, and that's fucking crazy, dog. And again, you can play around and sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I'm the baddest." You can play around with a lot of gay shit, because sometimes you might catch me in the mood. I may play around, but I ain't gonna never fucking sit here and say Saucy Santana is a bad bitch, because nothing about my brain looking at a nigga with a beard and a toy cursed wig gonna make me be like, this nigga's a bad bitch. Come on. Y'all young niggas be dragging it, dog. If you got to do that for likes and views, I'm cool, though. I don't want it. I don't know. It's just,
I get if he was on the stream and he was like, "Oh yeah, you a bad bitch," or something like. But what was the whole point of you even talking about?
You know, when these Johnson be getting clipped up, it just be clipped up in like in a minute, Johnson. With ain't no
like I heard the other. What's his the one that was getting in trouble with putting his hands on. They just
did a joint.
Like they did a joint together, and like the way he was talking to him, like it's cool. Like I said, you in the presence of him and y'all talking like, "Oh yeah, bitch, yeah, bitch,
yeah, for sure."
But for you to just have a conversation and be like,
that's fucking nuts. Real quick, because you just brought that one up, I do got that clip of that one, because that shit, again, someone just doing. I mean, they in Florida, so I ain't gonna sit here and say fucking with alligators is white people shit. I kind of want to put it in white people shit, but I guess I'll put it in the category of Florida nigga shit.
Not the time to fuck around.
No, what alligator are you talking about? Stop fucking doing
No,
shit.
I'm not playing. It's a fucking alligator. Look, watch the ripples, bro. When it get.
Where is it at?
Hold up.
Say God knows.
Okay. Look. You see the bubbles?
Oh, that bubble right there. Come closer.
Yes.
That bubble right, that's not an alligator.
Deshae, I'm telling you what I know.
For real? Yeah, because that bubble not popping. Oh my fucking God, that is an alligator. It's
Come
not
on,
popping.
it's too close. Come on.
Oh my fucking
Come on,
God.
Deshae.
Ah! That is an alligator. How did you know? How did you know that?
We scared them off. Bitch.
Hey, dog, I'm not. Let me tell you something. I ain't never. Some games I just ain't gonna play. I'm not playing in nobody's woods. I'm damn sure ain't playing in nobody's water with no alligator. Because I'm trying to tell you, nigga, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. You get your leg bit off by no goddamn alligator. What else was going on in the world, real quick? Matter of fact, before we talk about, I want to, because this is kind of, I guess, hand in hand with music. Let me tell you somebody who is absolutely one of the illest niggas to ever do it from straight out of Nebraska. Dog, Future is a different level of toxic nigga. That nigga really be living his raps. And I kind of don't understand if it's kind of like, matter of fact, real quick, before I go in the Future, I do want to sit here and go back into my I Told You So box. For all the people who sit here and said I was tripping because Anthony Edwards had the young lady who is his wife, he got married to, and now y'all see and say, oh, it's not a big deal because he had it on Netflix. As a nigga who sit here and be conscious on shit that you post on social media, no man is sitting on a whole Netflix series with a girl in the joint and not sitting here saying that he really did not like that girl. People were sitting here making it seem like this was just like a nigga posting his girl on Instagram. No, this is a Netflix shit. This is going to be on Netflix forever. This shit ain't going nowhere. So again, shout out to Anthony Edwards for him and that young lady. They got married. And for people, I guess, if you just want a little messy piece on that, that is one of Chief Keef's old baby mothers. I believe this young lady is like 36 years old. So people always kind of tie that in. And real quick, when we talk about age,
I thought it was his girlfriend he got married.
That was his girlfriend.
The Howard chick?
No. The Howard girl, she got a baby by Lil Baby. This girl he just married to, yeah, but Chief Keef a minute ago. But this is like one of Chief. I think this might be like one of Chief Keef's older kids. It got to be. But anyway, going back in the Future. So Future, real quick. Of course, the young lady who I believe she recently just had a kid with Future, and I believe they've been going like back and forth on court on some child support stuff. So her and the girl, Gorgeous Doll, and of course I believe the Gorgeous Doll girl, I want to sit here and say maybe a couple of months ago, I know it was a couple of months ago when we sit here, maybe when Lotto first came out and said she was pregnant or something, I want to say this girl kind of like had this video and she was talking about how Lotto got her jumped in Magic City over 21 Savage or something like that. I remember telling this story. I remember playing the clips of the girl saying, talking about it. So after that, she'd kind of like kept herself relevant when Future just dropped her album and she made a video saying she didn't hear Better Unleashed for music. So this realistically to me, when this girl is acting like she's surprised that the Gorgeous Doll girl and Future got any type of dealings with each other, to me was a little bit strange. And maybe this could be kind of realistically for clicks and views. I do know this is the time that we live in, so I don't want to oversize it because it didn't make no sense because nigga, I don't live in Atlanta. I don't follow this girl, but I remember this video going viral because all the blogs picked it up because again, okay, niggas know that this girl kind of be fucking with rappers. And niggas knew that she had some attachment with for Future. So I'm trying to figure out, like, girl, you and Future been going back and forth to court with the child support thing. You telling me you don't be trying to look up Future name via social media to try to figure out some shit that you could use against him in court? There ain't no way. You tell me, I know how women brains work. Ain't no way in hell you telling me you didn't know that this girl in Future ever had any dealings with it. So for you to act like that, the first time you ever knew that him and her had something to do with it is when y'all at a club together and you on live and he called, you see her phone ring and you answer her phone. Like, what the fuck? All right, but again, I'm here for the bullshit.
Hold on, why you answer the phone? She's fucking weird. Why you answer the phone? She's fucking weird. Oh my God, that was him? I'm so ready. You sure? You heard him? I'm ready to go. You sure? I heard him. He said, yo, I fucking heard the nigga. This shit is a joke. My phone. You talk to her baby daddy? Huh? You talk to her baby daddy? Yeah. Can you help me? You are so fucking weird. Oh, hell no. I thought she said she was fucking. That's what she told me. What the fuck? Yo, wait. You was yo.
Lady Queens, I got it.
Hold on. Just called your phone.
I gotta close it.
What the fuck got to do with me? Come on now, gorgeous. Listen, you in my face trying to be my friend. Oh no. How do I stop this? We're not doing this online. First of all, listen. We don't even. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna call y'all back. I'm gonna call y'all back. Hold on. First of all, let me tell you this, right? Okay, listen, let me tell you this, right? Is at the end of the day, it's like, bitch, I went to the bathroom. I don't know who the fuck you. First of all, did you talk to him? Did you talk to him? I answered. I said hello, and that nigga said, yo. I answered. Hold on, let me get off live. Hold on. Are these bitches okay? Is this a joke? Are they playing a joke on me? No, this is real life. No. Why is she answering my fucking phone? Because I seen it. I said, isn't that what you call him? I don't owe a bitch shit. I don't, right? But at the end of the day, tonight, how shit just went, shit's not what the fuck it seems. Okay? I don't deal with that man. I don't talk to that man at all. So I don't know who heard what they heard, all that extra shit. They don't got nothing to fucking do with me. I'm a grown-ass woman, and it's just like, I don't owe no explanation, but I already know where this is about to go. And like I fucking said, who's calling my phone, who I'm fucking, who I'm screwing, that's nobody's business. I'm a grown-ass fucking woman, and we need to grow up. I don't owe...
So again, I guess when they was on live, you seen people in the comment section writing and saying, y'all got to be trolling. This can't be real. Because that to me kind of just be like, it just seemed too fishy. Like, how you don't know that this girl got any, like, literally Future album only been out for like 2 weeks. She literally made a video the day after the jump came out 2 weeks ago saying she listened to unreleased music that sound better than this. And that video went extremely viral. Every blog page picked it up. So it ain't no way in hell you telling me to use somebody on social media and you ain't see that video and that's kind of your world you play in. So that do make it seem like it may be fake. And then again, like I've seen people in the comment section like, why the fuck would you even sit here and answer phone? I forgot to play this when we was talking about LeBron James.
Hey, we got Brian! Let's go! We got Brian! We got Brian! We got Brian!
I ain't gonna lie to you. Philly fans is gonna be fucking annoying this shit for the next year. The Eagles, hopefully the Eagles get their shit back in order. What else? I want to go into some other dating shit real quick. Where's this Joan at? Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on TikTok real quick. What I got on TikTok? Dating. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Dating in DC is a humiliation ritual. Has anyone in the DMV area, in DC specifically actually, been on a successful date and now they are dating that person? They are in a committed relationship within the past 6 months. I had plans to bring back my series about dating events in the DMV, and I was going to rank them, and I had a whole list of places I wanted to try. And I went to 2 of these singles events, and I don't recommend them. And I think that's true for maybe 90 to 95% of these singles mixers that are in DC. I don't recommend going. I have not been successful. And not even that it's just about me, but it doesn't look like other people are having fun or making matches. It's very rare. I would say maybe 1% of the time, maybe 10% of the time I've been to these events. I'm like, oh, wow, I see that couple is hitting it off. The other 90% of the time, I end up making friends with some of the other women that are there, end up talking to them, or it's really just about having a conversation. But I actually don't know if I've been on one of these events where I thought, wow, that person is exactly my type, or I see something. There could be a spark. No, I still might.
Hey, you know, the sad thing about this is this girl is still, like, to me, I'm looking at her. She just look young. Like, you look like you may be like 20 something. Why are you in your 20s and you got to go to a singles event to try to meet somebody? Like, that to me is like, again, maybe that's just this generation where they just feel like they be so quick to just give up on shit. But I just ain't nothing on God's green earth gonna make me feel like I'm ready to just give up that goddamn fast and sit here and feel like, hey, I just got to go to a dating event to sit here and meet somebody. Like, ain't no way in hell, dog. I'm not doing, like, you cannot be that fucking desperate. Oh, but let me tell y'all, this is the John I meant to sit here and play. Talking your mic.
What else is out there though? Because like the club scene is not the club scene it used to be when we was going. So what is it out there to do besides like going to events like festivals and
but
stuff like that?
I get you say the club scene ain't the way it used to be, which I agree with. But I think for that, she looked like she in her 20s. They never got to experience the club that we did. So I mean, whatever the club is for them, that's what it is. But it's like, why? Like, when you sit here and say, when you go on dating apps and you sit here and say, I'm going to an event, I don't know if they free or you paying, but you sitting here saying as a woman, I'm paying to sit here and try to go meet a man. Like, that shit don't say that's what
you paying to get in the club. Like I said, it's an event. Just because they say it's a singles event, it's not just, like I said, it's a club event that you're going to try to meet somebody.
That shit just seemed crazy to me, though. Like, that just like, I hope it ain't that hard in real life for people to meet people, but that shit just to me seems sad. Like, again, and maybe you might be right. Maybe because the clubs ain't the way it used to be.
Like
you don't have no big like super.
Yeah, like that's you just going to.
No, cool. So listen, what I'm saying. If it was just, and maybe the way when she say a singles event, maybe I'm thinking something different. Now, if you sit here saying it's like a paint, like a paint and sip, and you sitting here maybe there's a paint and sip just for single people, then cool. Maybe that may be a little bit different. I can kind of understand it. But if you sitting here saying you tell me you trying to go to somewhere like a speed dating junk, like, bro, what the hell are we doing?
Like, no,
in your 20s, a speed dating zone is crazy.
Dating, cool. I get what you're trying to say, but like I said, it's just an event. It just say, hey, it's for singles only. All right, you're single. It's just an event. I'm about to see what's in there. I'm not about to say, oh, damn, you missed because you're going. No, I'm trying to see what's in there. I'm not gonna go to a couple event if I'm not a couple, right?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
2 years ago, right? Me and this one nigga had inappropriate relations, and before a dick ever even entered a pussy, me and him had a confidentiality agreement. We both agreed that we would fuck and then shut the fuck up. And I always shut the fuck up, but it's so crazy that from 2 years ago till even now, people have asked me, did I fuck this man? And it's crazy because if it was only 2 people in the room, a thick ass bitch with a lineup and a thick ass Jamaican nigga who also has a lineup, and the thick ass bitch with a lineup, shut up. The thick ass Jamaican nigga is the only one that could have been opening his fucking mouth. Yeah, and it's just like, it's just so crazy that I really honored our agreement. And then to my surprise, 2 weeks ago, a bitch is in my live like, did you fuck your barber? Now this is my thing. Did I fuck my barber? No. Did I fuck a barber 2 chairs down from my previous barber? Well, actually 1 chair down, my bad. 1 chair down from my previous barber? Yes. But I didn't do a story time about the one that was 1 chair down. I did a story time about the one that was 2 chairs down. So I'm thinking she talking about the one that's 2 chairs down. She like, no. I'm talking about such and such. She said the name. I said, well, how the fuck do you know about that? She's like, oh yeah, he's my barber. I guess he was trying to get me to fuck him as well. And he showed me y'all, videos and pictures. I said, not only did the nigga break the confidentiality agreement, this nigga showing our inappropriate images. Mind you, I did that nasty, naughty photo shoot in private and in confidence. Like, and nigga, you just, like, nigga, not only was you the one who made the agreement, but nigga, you just showing people all the shit that we did. And I was paid. Like, I never told nobody that in the midst of you having your penis in my face, you took that out and put your ass there. I never told people that you like your ass ate and you a Jamaican man. I never told people that. So why is it every time I turn around, people asking me, did I fuck you? Not only that, but bro, every time we interact in public, you make it very obvious that something occurred behind closed doors. It's never just a normal interaction. Every time the nigga see me, he teeth and palms, his fucking smile up to here. It gets scary. And then aside from that, this nigga do shit like he'll dap everybody else up and then come and give me a hug or fucking nigga do not being literal, but you get what I'm saying. It's just like the nigga always doing something that was the opposite of what we agreed to. And then we fucked 2 years ago. And then 2 weeks ago, somebody coming to me saying that you done showed them shit of us. And then you told me you deleted that.
Again, when we sit here and just say the shit that people get on TikTok and just be just sitting here talking about things that you shouldn't have to talk about just for likes and views, to me just kind of be crazy. And again, while we're sitting here talking about dating, there's a video going viral of a young lady on TikTok who was sitting here complaining about men going to Olivia Dean concert and singing. So before I play this clip, I want to ask y'all, do y'all think is it inappropriate or is it okay for a man to go to a R&B concert and be singing at the top of his lungs? Would you judge him if you seen it, or if you was in the jump by yourself? Like, let's say you go to a concert, whatever your favorite singer is, or whatever R&B, and let's keep it woman, because I think like if it's a nigga, it may not be as bad. Like if a nigga like, I don't even know. Would you judge my guess? Because I'm trying to think right now, like, what's an appropriate R&B joint that a man can go to and you can kind of really be singing like at the top of your lungs?
I mean, you probably would judge him because that's what people do. But that don't mean like because he a man, he not supposed to enjoy the R&B if that's what he like.
I ain't gonna sit here and say you ain't supposed to do it, but I kind of like, I think it just depends on who the artist is, to be honest. If I'm being completely honest, I do think realistically it just depends on the artist. Maybe if it was a man, if you was going to like, if you go to Chris Brown joint, like, or maybe if it's a nigga who ain't like super singing, because I'm gonna take, for me personally, the only R&B nigga that I could catch myself going to a concert and I would kind of be like, I could probably sing most of the songs word for word, is like Giveon. But his song is like, it's for niggas. It's for niggas. It's a nigga with it singing about getting his heart broke. So it's relatable to a man. It's not where it's like, I don't know if I could go to a Olivia Dean joint and I kind of be just like trying to get.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. What hell? You're singing what? I'm confused.
Would you judge a nigga? So what's that?
No, I wouldn't. I'm a judge a nigga if you up here singing fucking Saucy Santana, Quiet on the Creek shit. I'm gonna judge you for that. I'm not judging you for fucking singing an R&B song. Like, that's crazy.
Well, what's the trend on TikTok right now? Here we go.
At an Olivia Dean concert, and on top of that, they are screaming at the top of their lungs.
I couldn't have been no man, because I've been to cuss y'all hoes out every fucking day. Because what the fuck you mean? Why these men at an Olivia Dean concert? They happy. They enjoy music. Don't you enjoy music? Like, I don't understand. And I've seen a few people talk about this, but it does not make any sense for y'all to sit here and try to go in on men who went to a fucking concert, who enjoy music that touches their soul like music does the same for you. Y'all got too many rules. Oh, men can't do hookah. Men can't do this. You ain't a man if you don't do that. That's why you ain't got one. Y'all be having these ideas that find somebody that works perfectly for you. But if you see a man doing anime, going snowboarding, ice skating, cheerleading, whatever it is, let them do it. It makes them happy. Why do y'all always want to put a fucking stop to somebody else's happiness because it does not live in the traditional way that you want it to fucking be? You're pissing me off. Okay.
And the crazy thing is, this girl who made the original video about the Olivia Dean joint, is they dragged her so bad that she deleted the video. But you know, sometimes after I guess it depends on people, when they screen record the joint, they already had it. They dragged her so bad for sitting here saying that niggas couldn't sing the Olivia Dean joint or go to Olivia Dean concerts and sing. She deleted that video, and she also cut her comments off on all her other videos. My only thing is, if you're gonna sit here and say shit like that on social media, but you gotta have a pair of balls and you gotta be able to stand on what what you sit here and say. You cannot have a take via social media, and especially have a take where you feel like you trying to bash other people and then sit here and cower it out when niggas sit here and the bash don't go in your favor, and then you sit here and try to cut your comment. That's sucker shit to me. Like that to me, like you gonna have a take and stand on what you sitting here saying. And real quick, while we sitting here saying have a take, I'm not gonna lie to you. Keisha Cole. I ain't gonna say
that's one. Every time her song come on that level, man, I'm singing that shit.
I feel like that's the song that everybody and their mother gonna sing. But Keisha Cole, real quick, Keisha Cole has doubled down and went out, and she is dating Skrilla. For people who don't know who Skrilla is, I'm sure you know with 6'7", that is again where it originated from. And people is dragging Keisha Cole. People are sitting here saying, Keisha Cole, keep your private life private. We don't necessarily need to know. Reason why I won't drag Keisha Cole, because I feel like as a man, it should give you some type of hope. If you kind of get your life or get your money together, you could probably still bag whatever woman you can. Did you really got your hearts and your desires set on if you're in the right place at the right time? Because, again, Skrilla don't have no real, crazy hit records. For people who like his music, you like his music, but he's not a mainstream artist. Even for the success of 6'7", most people probably still don't know that it's him. Most people, even when people were trying to figure out what was 6'7" or where did it come from, majority of the times when people Googled it and started talking about it, they attached it to LaMelo Ball. So again, this one kind of just shows you that Keisha Cole don't have no real she don't got no type, and she ain't got no standards. Where it's because I'm sure this nigga ain't super rich, because he ain't I ain't saying he don't get booked for no shows, but we ain't about to sit here and make it like he Lil Baby or somebody. He kind of on the fence where you teetering you a local rapper, but you not a local rapper. You may be almost like an East Coast rapper. You probably get some bump up in maybe Connecticut, Delaware. Of course, he from Philly. I ain't never seen him get booked in no shows in DC. So you may be just the upper Northeast. But just for Keisha Cole to kind of be they out and she posting them. She posted that shit on her junk where it's it started to go viral because they was had a crazy little club picture that he posted. And then she kind of doubled down on the junk and posted a little bathroom selfie of him holding her and shit. And then she posted her on the boat, super happy. Whereas again, I'm saying, I ain't mad at Keisha Cole. I ain't here to judge you. I seen a bunch of women in the comment section on all the pages that posted it dragging you to hell. But again, to me as a man.
But for Keisha, who besides Birdman, who would she really talk to that was a big name celebrity or anything?
What you mean? She just got out of a relationship with Honcho.
Right. He's the same. They ain't on the same level as them.
Fuck no. You ain't about to disrespect Honcho like that. Hell no. Honcho way more popular than him.
But he's not he's
not an A-list
he's
celebrity.
A local rapper, like you would say.
He ain't a local rapper neither, though. He a little bit bigger than a local rapper. That. You gotta think
about
it.
You said Fabulous is a local rapper. He's a local rapper. If you saying Fabulous is a local rapper, he's a local rapper.
Only reason I'm saying I don't say because he could still do shows where he's he could do shows further than Fabulous can do shows from out of New York. Fabulous shit is heavy New York, heavy up top East Coast, and then he'll do the Vegas residency jump. Honcho that had some big enough songs, it was big enough to him kind of really get his shit off all over the place. Now, again, like I said, I'm not saying I ain't saying he's no mainstream A-list celebrity, but if you kind of Honcho kind of one of them niggas where he can kind of go do his own little chitlin circuit type of tour, and them shit's gonna kind of be decent sized jump. Where if you sit here saying okay, perfect example. If you sit here saying if Bossman D-Lo had to cancel his shit, if Honcho was on tour with Young Miami and Young Miami pulled out, Honcho would not have to cancel his shit, because I feel like Honcho got a real serious fan base where this Skrilla nigga kind of he make drill music, so you know how small that window is. Again, for Keisha Cole is and even for you saying who else? Keisha Cole dated Jeezy.
She did.
Hell yeah, when Thug Motivation 102, they got the song on the album Dream, and Keisha Cole, and around that time is when them two was dating, and a lot of people even was dragged. That's why a lot of people sit here and said that the Jeezy and Jenny Mac shit wouldn't work, because they how the fuck you go from Keisha Cole to this type of shit. So, and I think want to say Jeezy and Keisha Cole was in a relationship for a nice little minute. Again, like I said, I'm not dragging Keisha Cole for her age thing. I'm cool, because again, like I said, I think for men it kind of gives you a hope to just get your bread up and be in the right place at the right time. Any woman that's single, you may have a chance with that woman. And because I did just mention Jeezy, I want to sit here and play this clip of Big Meech. Big Meech is, and this is again, sometimes I don't want to judge people because I sit here and say do your thing, but it does seem a little crazy when you sit here saying how certified Big Meech was. It do seem a little nuts to see Big Meech on stream, but people like it. I mean, he doing it, and it kind of I seen when Icewear Vezo did an interview with him on his podcast, nigga, that shit hit 2-3 million fucking views. So I ain't mad at Big Meech. People want to hear from him, so niggas gonna watch.
Yo Gotti, I love Jeezy, of course. Like, I would say probably anything by Jeezy, as well as hearing my name in the Raw song. Those are some of my favorites. Walking through the club, you know, for real. Like, cause Jeezy, I mean, the majority of Jeezy's life been about himself, me, and BMF. You know, like his greatest hits, I should say. You know what I'm saying? That's why so much of Detroit love Jeezy. And I love and respect Jeezy as the realest in the game because I know where he come from. And he's did nothing but have love and respect for my family and my mom especially. He's came and seen my mom in the hospital with flowers. He sent his security to get my mom to bring her to the concert. My mom, like the oldest one in the concert, you know, on the stage. So it's stuff like that that resonate with me that I will forever have love for. So never forget that you hearing this from me, not from somebody to say what Meech was thinking. You're hearing this from me and out of my mouth.
And again, if you are somebody who is a Jeezy fan and you kind of have been somebody who also watches Vlad interviews, there has been a lot of people that was affiliated with BMF and then kind of like, and of course, Blue Da Vinci, when Blue Da Vinci came home, he was throwing a lot of salt on Jeezy name. And there was other people who also threw salt on Jeezy name that used to be affiliated with Big Meech and with BMF. So that's why even when he came and sit here and said niggas was talking for him when he was locked up and Big Meech wasn't doing interviews or nothing, and he's sitting here saying, you hear this from my, because it kind of, again, I'm somebody, Jeezy is my favorite rapper of all times, him and Lil Wayne. So I kind of, like, you getting with certain niggas because what Jeezy was rapping about and the way he was talking and how detailed he was in his music, that shit kind of would make you feel some type of way. You hear niggas that was affiliated with the crew that kind of gave him that extra promo when he was coming up, and niggas be saying like, oh, Jeezy flaw a little bit and this, that, and the third. And again, it was certain people who come out again saying shit like that. And again, I think that was one of the reasons why Freddie Gibbs never kind of got over the hump to become mainstream again, because that's how much people love Jeezy. Like Freddie Gibbs, when Jeezy was had Freddie Gibbs signed at CTE, and he ended up letting him go, and Freddie Gibbs was talking shit about Jeezy. I promise you, 90% of the reason why people never took Freddie Gibbs serious and really banged with his music outside of that, like that nerd backpack type of shit, niggas don't fuck with him because you can't, like, nigga, you can't go against the snowman. Niggas love Jeezy, so I don't know what the fuck to tell you. So again, shout out to Big Meech for kind of just like putting that energy out. Cause I kind of always wonder, like, even when you seen, like, if you be on social media before Big Meech even came home, Big Meech mom got the Instagram page, Big Meech mom or whatever. I forgot what her name was on Instagram. And she always had her pictures of her and Jeezy. So to kind of see niggas glow on Vlad and kind of like throw salt on Jeezy name, and then kind of you see Big Meech's mom's Instagram page always had Jeezy on there, pulling up on her, especially anytime he was in Detroit. It kind of like confused people who were Jeezy fans. So I do appreciate Big Meech for sitting here showing Jeezy some love. Real quick, I ain't gonna lie to you. This may be, again, when you sitting here talking about like love stories that kind of make you be like, damn, this low-key fire. Asia Wilson and Bam Adebayo, man. Again, I'm somebody who don't got that ears, because Marcus asked me when they originally announced this, because I think this is on ESPN Plus. It was like, would this make me sit here and want to buy it? I said, nah, but I've seen people been clipping it up and posts, because let's be clear, I don't want people to ever think Asia Wilson has I'm talking about a huge fucking fan base. Like people who are like OG WNBA fans, majority of them are Las Vegas Aces or New York Liberty fans. Like those are the two kind of like home staple fans. And again, y'all know, like me and Marcus talked about this before, and the reason why I sit here and said I could just never be, I can respect Asia Wilson, but I couldn't become an Asia Wilson fan because I didn't want to be a dick rider. Like, she already goated. Like, she is the GOAT. She like, I'm just not one of them people like, let me get my shit out the mud. Like, the closest thing I can get to a person that's kind of already like in that realm is Nafisa Collier, but she's somebody who's super quiet. People really don't talk about Fee like that. So again, but I want to play this clip of Bam even talking about him sitting here asking her father could he propose to her, get his approval for them to get married? And the dad said, yeah. But then I believe Bam lost his dad. So that connection with her dad and Bam kind of like, it's almost like some father and son shit. So he get super emotional about asking the dad to like, I ain't gonna lie to you, this shit fell
Have asked her dad for her hand in marriage.
100%.
That was the most terrifying question I had to ask that man. And I was like, man, would it be cool if I married your daughter? Like,
I told him, I said, listen, I said, it seems as though that you have Asia's heart. If you got Asia's heart, you got 2 more hearts with you. Take care.
I ain't gonna lie, I went to the bathroom and had to cry a little bit. Roscoe is the dad that I always wanted. If I could have picked a dad, it would have 100% Roscoe. 100%.
Bam definitely feels part of our family. I would love to be his wife. My ring finger is a little empty, if you know what I'm talking about.
And have you bought the ring yet?
No. In the works, though.
Okay, you're looking for it.
Yeah, pending.
So that one was that one, and then they got one more clip that was they was talking about when they met each other at the Tokyo Olympics, and I believe the Tokyo Olympics was during the pandemic. I want to play this one as well because this shit was like one of them jumps where you kind of be like, that shit fire. And I ain't gonna lie to you, like, of course, you still want, I mean, maybe somebody who just not a super diehard Vegas fan, I wouldn't be mad if they hurry up and have a kid or something so she could take like a season off, so because she just be extremely like just going crazy. Like, I kind of do want, I can't wait to see how they vote for this season's MVP because 5 MVPs will be fucking crazy.
Me and Asia has really, we've crossed paths a lot.
Bam and I followed each other on Instagram from like college days, but it was just like mutual hoopers, just following each other.
We just never like engaged in conversation.
Yep. Don't foul me. And one.
And then the Tokyo Olympics happened.
Hell yeah.
Sure, Bam.
We had a players lounge. We were playing Uno and Bam joined.
It started off of an aggressive, competitive game of Uno.
Ray is aggravating. Because I knew you were going to go this way. Sit on that. Come on. Got it. I was just like, this is cute in Tokyo, but what's going to happen when we get back to these states? And so when we touched down on U.S. soil, we just continue to chat, continue to be friends. I got to get the ball.
The conversation was just easy. The energy matched.
Yes, sir. It's 1-0.
Who got one?
Me. Don't elbow me.
It just slowly started to like snowball to the point where it was kind of like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend at this point?
So are we cool? Like, are we taking this to the next step?
Again, like I said, I'm not mad at ESPN for putting this one out. Maybe again, I do think would it probably even be, those clips is going to make people, if you got ESPN Plus, I'm sure, and people who just really like sports freaks and geeks and watch shows like that.
Not even on ESPN Plus.
It's not? What's that on? It's on just regular ESPN? Oh.
ESPN 2 right now.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. So again, I mean, that kind of will get people in. I've definitely seen those videos of people like show, especially Asia Wilson, because out of the 3 people who they got on there between Asia, Fee, and Dewana Bonner, of course, Asia is the one with the bigger fan base. And she just got out of those 3, she got the way bigger personality. And just this kind of like little love story. Yeah, people love a love story. Like that shit. I mean, you didn't seen that enough people watching from Love Island to any of these dating shows. People gonna always be a sucker for a relationship story. And especially a relationship story that got to do with 2 elite athletes and Asia Wilson, like God level elite athlete. So again, people gonna kind of always buy into that one. So again, like I said, shout out to Asia.
Like, is it pressure on him now? Like he's in that same category like Obama and Jay-Z now. Like you can't do her wrong, right?
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah, because he got fans who are fans of not even fans of his, but fans of hers that they support him. Like nigga, he be like, let's be clear, it's a lot of NBA niggas who be on threads, but niggas who get real traction because of his attachment to her, like only other people who probably get more motion on, we talking about basketball players who get more motion when they get on threads is fucking Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. And that's because them 2 niggas just be talking shit, but just offer some like, be like, even when you see Bleacher Report and all of them be like reposting his shit, most of the time it be him on threads talking shit to like Aces fans. Like, so he is like, because who she is and her fans is like, and she in that type of category, like you absolutely right. That's that Jay-Z and Beyonce shit, that Obama and Michelle Obama type of, yeah, you can't fuck that up. He don't have no choice but to marry her and put a baby in her. But she's so great at basketball, it's like, I don't know when the fuck do you sit here and say I want to have a kid. Now maybe again, if you get your 5th MVP, you get another ring that y'all went back to back 2 years, or you done won 4 out of the last 5 or 5 out of however many. Like at this point, because what they got 3 rings now, so if you win another one, you got 4 out of the last 5 years, you 5-time MVP. Could she, if she wanted to, could she take a break and have a kid? Of course, because you're talking about Nick. Ain't nobody. She's already in a room by herself. You talking about they already got 3 rings now. You get 4 now. You in the same conversation with Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper and what's the because y'all the ones who got me hip to not Tarasi but Sue Bird. So you was tied with all of them. So if you wanted to take a break to have a kid, then cool, she could if she wanted to. I guess real quick. Let's go Black Panther. Black Panther. So Black Panther is coming out with Black Panther 3, but I do want to do a due diligence of giving you a solid breakdown.
Marvel has now announced who our new Black Panther's going to be in Black Panther 3, and it's amazing casting. So at San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel brought out Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, to announce who the new Black Panther will be. It's not Shuri, it'll be T'Challa's son, who was teased in the post-credit scene of Black Panther 2, and he will be played by David Jonsson. This is perfect! A lot of people thought it was going to be Damson Idris, who I also would have been happy with, and I like that choice. But I kind of like David Jonsson a lot more. I really loved him in The Long Walk and Alien Romulus. Now T'Challa's son, our grown-up Black Panther? Yes. This also doesn't mean they are getting rid of Shuri or Latita Wright. She was on stage there. This is Black Panther's auntie now. There is some people kind of sad that they're doing T'Challa's son and not the T'Challa. But I think with everything Marvel has done so far, this works. Honestly, I cannot be more excited. The movie is now dated for December of 2028. Are you happy with our new Black Panther? Marvel.
So again, if there were some people via social media who was upset with this gentleman because he's not a household name, and then you seen people like Kev on stage and other people coming to defense of Ryan Coogler, which realistically you don't, because I mean, again, Ryan Coogler has already proved he know what the fuck he doing. He proved that with Sinners. He didn't prove that with the first Black Panther. So I don't think he needs y'all to sit here and say who he needs to be the Black Panther. I think he knows what he's doing with that one. But yeah, of course, people going to be on the internet. People going to give their opinions and say whatever the case may be. I forgot before we even get close to getting out of here. Let's do a recap of Raising Kanan. Did you get to see this week's episode of Raising Kanan, Erica?
Yeah, I saw it.
What's your thoughts on that one? I guess my quick takeaway before you give yours is, I don't know. I mean, again, Kanan show you sometimes where you can kind of see he's still just wet behind the ears, where it's like, I don't know why he thought that the white pimp lady was just gonna be that sweet that you was just gonna be able to come in his shit, and maybe he ain't do no homework on her, and the girl probably couldn't give her no information because maybe she don't know that this lady got a body before. Like, this lady ain't pussy. Like, maybe in your mind you think she live in this penthouse, and she lives in this penthouse in New York City, downtown in Manhattan, or whatever case may be. Maybe you think she was sweet, but Kanan learned the hard way. And I kind of like that it ended right then and there. So it's kind of like it leaves you on the expense of what's going to happen next week. You got any thoughts and takes on what you're seeing?
I feel like Marvin is kind of questioning, like, Rock, like, what's the purpose of doing this? Like, we kind of losing. So you keep trying to do all this extra stuff. Like, we haven't even got dug out of the hole that we already in.
Yeah, but I think she feel like probably at this point in time, it's like, is it even a way I can honestly even dig out the hole without kind of like realistically crashing out and kind of like putting some pain in? Because realistically, how am I gonna get out the hole? I ain't gonna be able to find a new plug. So I kind of got to make niggas feel my pain. If y'all gonna fuck up my money, I kind of got to fuck up everybody else's money.
Yeah, but I feel like he just, I think the whole thing with Kanan killing Uncle Lou is like, it ain't sitting well with him.
Yeah, as it shouldn't though. I don't think realistically, I don't know how you can't, because like Marvin and Lou had I don't want to sit here and say they had a stronger connection than Lou and Rock, and they may have, because I feel like even after after Lou got out of the rehab joint, I felt like him and Marvin kind of built even a stronger connection. And then even when Lou thought that Rock was going to try to kill him and drop his body somewhere, and that kind of triggered Marvin, because he's like, what Lou thought you was going to do to him, you actually end up doing to him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I do agree with you. I don't necessarily know if you can kind of realistically,
like, I feel like he kind of done with it. I feel like he kind of on the edge of like ready to walk away from it.
For sure. And then again, the white lady sitting here kind of putting that bug in his ear, like, hey, you really just kind of need to lock in and focus on your daughter, put all your, you know what I'm saying, put all your eggs in your kid instead of sitting here just focusing on trying to become whatever street level drug dealer you're gonna be. So I do agree with you on that one. Again, like I said, that to me, that Raising Kanan last episode, I kind of was like, I won't say it was just a cool joke. Like it wasn't nothing that was like,
It wasn't all that.
yeah, not especially not to come off the high where it's like, and I mean, again, and if you've been watching enough 50 Cent power shows, you kind of know that that's how it always go. Like they'll always give you like an extreme high one episode, and then they'll take a break, and then that episode after the break, it don't live up to like where you just left me off. Like you can't leave me off of like fucking Uncle Marvin beating the shit out of Kanan, and then you take a break for a week, and then you come back where the next episode is kind of like, all right, it's like it's cool. Like it ain't nothing to be like, oh my God, like damn, this shit was crazy. Like to me, like maybe the way it ended was cool, but it wasn't like.
Man, ain't this about to come to an end, right?
Yes. Yeah, this is the last season. I don't know what episode was this? I can't even.
This might be like 6.
Yeah, so you got like 4 episodes. And one thing I can give 50 credit for is he's smart with how he kind of like before one of his shows go off, I'm gonna introduce you into a new show where you kind of like again. Yeah, that's why you kind of got to respect the way. You could complain about stars maybe like not having no other shows, and realistically, I talk about that all the time when you talking about which one of these streaming platforms are you willing to pay for. I respect Star's business model a little bit because it's like, well, I know y'all love 50 Cent, so we can give 50 Cent another show before one of his other shows about to go off. Maybe you ain't gonna trip off this $10 you to pay. And I respect them never even up in it. Huh?
You talking about the fight joint? Is that on?
Yeah, that's on Stars.
Oh, it is okay.
So that come on next week. It's the 31st. It come on next week. So I mean, again, Sean's mom. Yeah, she's Sean's mom. So did 50 Cent end up killing her? There's 2 more episodes left from this one. Oh, they said it's only 8. Oh, so it's only 8. It's only 8. I guess it's only 2 episodes left. Yeah, I don't know. Then I'm kind of wondering like how is shit gonna end. I mean, yeah,
I don't think Marvin gonna make it.
If Marvin don't make it, I don't think it's gonna be because of Kanan. Somebody else got to do it because I guess realistically, in the back of everybody's mind, it's still how does this play off for the next season?
Well, I mean,
not the next season, but one they coming out with the Power origin story. So I mean, of course, Kanan's still gonna be on there, but then it still got to tie off to like. However, when we originally see Jukebox on,
right, so that they live.
Yeah, we know.
Jump that far,
huh?
I don't think it's going to jump that far.
No. I'm not saying the new show that's not out yet. I'm talking about.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think this might end off where you're going into where Kanan meets Ghost and Tommy.
Oh, and then you saying that Marvin and Rock still may live until the origin story.
Because this is how we did with Power and the Power book. What's name joint?
Oh, you're right. It could. I didn't even think of that.
Because Kanan is in
he is in the origin story. You're absolutely right. It may that may be smart. You absolutely may be right. That may be again the only way realistically they may not survive.
Because none of this is like based on a true story.
No, for sure.
But Tommy, how we still had Tyreek and you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then they end up getting and the only reason they may not survive and he may kill one of them off, because you're absolutely right, it's not based on a true story, so you don't have no real way to figure out how it's going to close. Is maybe if it come off into some payoff shit. Because think about it, that's the only reason why they killed Ghost off. They only killed Ghost off because of the money shit. So again, both of them are two big actors. Where again, the lady who play Rock, she's definitely a household name, and she kind of really solidified herself on that show. And even the dude, he kind of like to play Marvin, he kind of like he's not as big as she is, or he hasn't been as in many other shows and stuff as she has. But I'm sure realistically, people you try to test the temperature to see if you can get a little bit more money. So I guess if one of them may try to ask for too much money, maybe they might get killed off. So I don't necessarily know. I would like to see how they're gonna kind of close this one off. Real quick, I don't necessarily know how many people may be familiar or not familiar with Poor Minds and Lex P, but things got a little bit messy on the internet for Lex P. So it was this young lady, and the crazy thing is where, of course, do I think the girl was messy for sitting here saying telling people that Lex P was dealing with her ex-boyfriend that she was in a relationship with, and did she do it because Lex P is having a moment? And again, Poor Minds, they on tour right now. All their shows been sold out. And I'm saying them tickets be selling fast as shit. Because I remember me and Top was trying to go see them when they came here because we knew, like, all right, you go see Poor Minds, there's gonna be a bunch of bitches in there. Them tickets was sold out. As soon as we went to go look at the Jones, they was already gone. So again, they do have a huge fan base. And the crazy thing is where it's like, real quick, because I don't know why people give Mandy so much fucking leeway, because if I'm being honest, yes, it's Horrible Decisions, a huge show. They do better going tours, they sold books and all of that. But I think people be giving, I don't know why motherfuckers be giving Mandy such a pass, because that crazy shit she sit here and said that marriage is for broke women. I really don't understand why niggas ain't really drag her the fucking filth. I'm not gonna sit here and make it like I would hit Mandy, but I get what even with Joe was sitting here saying like, niggas ain't trying to wife Mandy though. Like, would niggas fuck her? Yeah, for sure. Especially now that she done lost weight and you kind of know she on some super freaky shit. But again, to me, just personally, I think Poor Minds connects with a different type of like group of women. Like Poor Minds probably like the like women that you kind of feel like they some legit Jones, like their name may even carry a little bit of weight. They may got some following. I feel like women that kind of be like with the Horrible Decision shit is like almost them women who kind of like read like sex books and kind of just be like, they don't know they're like, they like doing like freaky shit behind closed doors. But again, anyway, Poor Minds is just having their moment. So this girl wanted to put Lex P on blast for cheating or being in a relationship with her ex-boyfriend while her and her boyfriend was together for 8 years or whatever the case may be. And the reason why I said I'm kind of just disappointed in Lex P, kind of going back into the Keisha Cole thing, is like, maybe at this time you didn't feel like you was Lex P, but this nigga, like, you was cheating or being a side chick to like a local rapper nigga. And again, they in Texas, so Texas local niggas is a little bit.
Wait, what's the name of them explain? Like, this was a while ago. This wasn't nothing recent.
Oh yeah, no, this ain't recent.
Yeah, so, but I think that's to come with the whole me being viral or me being on social media. Like when you're telling stories and people picking it up, like I said, nobody probably, she probably wouldn't even say nothing if because I think whatever, she must have said something prior to one of her interviews about the whole situation. So of course you see, oh girl, you heard this. That's how you going, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but two things, but okay, I'm with you on that. So and I did, and on the clip I played of this young lady, yeah, okay, of course, if she bringing it up in her show and it may trigger me a little bit, will I say something? Of course, because most people do it. Let's be clear.
You got the hot hand.
No,
right
no,
now,
yeah, no, for sure. So again, so realistically, of course, the reason why you telling the story is because Poor Minds is on fucking fire. Lex P is realistically everybody's fucking favorite. Like, let's be clear, people love both of them, but Lex P is like, if you had to, like with most shows, people going to have their favorite. Lex P, for majority of people, if you listen to Poor Minds, and even if you don't watch the whole shows, if you're just going off of the clips, 9 times out of 10 for most people, Lex P is motherfucker's favorite. And they kind of
said she used to be fat, right?
Yeah, because the crazy thing is, this is a clip that I'm gonna play. Man, I was like, I would try, if I wouldn't be mad at Lex P and she pull a Beyonce move and try to get all them shits took down. Because this video, one of them videos, she looked crazy in that jump. But again, you can kind of, I mean, again, you know, the more money you get, you're gonna fix yourself up, and you can kind of, again, the more money you get, you can afford to eat better, and you can also afford to be able to make time to go to the gym. So both of them look completely different from what they look like when they first started off, and it used to be called Wind Down Wednesday. So again, I ain't mad at the girl, but I do feel like it's a little corny. But again, I get, if Lex is telling a story and the story involve you, but she not saying your name, again, it's 2026. I get it. You want to have your moment.
Before I start speaking on the topic that I'm about to bring up, I do want to bring up for clarification, I low-key liked Lex P. I respected her. She was funny, but her behavior shows that she, just like most typical women in America, y'all don't have respect for other women and their relationships. Honestly, right? So there's a situation going on with Lex P, this young lady, and yeah. So, right, I'm worried about the women, right? So,
real quick, the dude name is Propane, and he is a rapper, a Houston-based rapper. And again, maybe because this story was so long ago, so I can't really judge Lex. But now, if this was today, if this was like 3 or 4 years ago, like pandemic, when they was kind of already heating up, I would kind of still judge Lex, because it's like, bro, you too popping to be dating like a local rock. Because I know her DMs gotta look crazy. Like fuck no, not no local rapper, dog.
As Lex had did an episode on her podcast or whatever, and she was talking about a specific topic, right? It triggered this young lady, Toya. She's from Houston, right? And it triggered her to come out with the story that Lex P was sleeping with her man for 8 years while she was with him, and Lex knew of her, right? And this goes into the conversation that women are unloyal to other women. Women be jealous of other women. Women be insecure as fuck that they're in their 30s, damn near 40 without a man, and then they see other women with a man and say, hey, I want him. Yesterday, I was scrolling, I was watching this video from this girl who was telling this story how females are very disrespectful, which is why females don't show their men on social media, because you'll be out with a man and women will watch you walk to the bathroom and they'll walk up to your table trying to talk to your man. Women are disrespectful. These men can only fuck with 2 women if the woman allows it, and it's always the woman. I do not care, because y'all are okay being side chicks. Y'all are okay being hidden. Y'all are okay as long as y'all have a man next to y'all. Y'all have no morals, no values, no fucking structure, literally. At what point do women start holding other women accountable for interacting with the man? Well, why is she mad at Lex? You need to be checking a man. No, I'm checking Lex because you knew about me. You are a woman. What about the sister code? Because as soon as some shit happens to you in a negative way, oh, women support me, but you can't respect women's relationships. Lex is wrong. And for the women who are on social media saying, well, why is Toya speaking up now? She's just bitter. I would be bitter too, because you knew about me. Women are disrespectful. Women don't care about nobody else but themselves. They will walk into a situation knowing what is clearly going on, and they will allow it. Look at Blueface. These niggas that be having multiple bitches, these women be knowing exactly what is going on, but because they're needy, they don't want to be alone, they don't want to pay something, they gonna allow a man to do bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about what the man is doing. I want to hear about the accountability of the woman. Lex knew exactly what the fuck she was doing. She don't care. On the podcast, she says, well, it's not my responsibility. You're a whore. Once
You agree, you disagree? What's your thoughts?
That girl don't owe her nothing. You take it up with the dude. What am I mad at the girl for? I didn't make a commitment with that girl. I made a commitment with you. So why do I have a problem with the girl? The girl couldn't have got nowhere if you didn't go with it, right?
Every time. Because like even what's name, I think they was working together. Lex P and
I mean, if we were friends, that's something different. But
no, that's what I'm saying, and that's how she found out that she was fucking with him.
Okay,
because that's I guess she must have sold him.
But listen, I mean, like, was we friends, or we was just co-workers? I mean, I found the clip of the girl explaining this shit. So I mean, if you don't remember, I could play it.
So my take on that is both parties, my baby daddy and Lex, they both played their part. And when I say they did their big one, they did their big one. And the reason for me even doing this, because honestly, y'all, I was triggered. I was triggered at the common sense that Lex had to say, like, a man needs to be slapped. But it was the lack of accountability that she had for herself and being an active participant in that situation. That betrayal, y'all, did not just affect me. It affected my entire household. It affected my kids. It affected my mindset. I literally had to operate off of a broken heart. Do you understand me? A broken heart. And for years, I allowed people to call me bitter. I allowed people to call me evil. I allowed people to call me mean. And I never once addressed what betrayal has done to me. I just tried to work my way through it, try to boss up from it. But at the end of the day, when somebody in your mind, and when that person is your forever person and you are betrayed by them, it changed your whole outlook on life, on love, on family. And that's what it done to me. I went through therapy, intensive therapy. 1 year, I had 3 therapists at one time. Do you understand me? My kids was uprooted from our family home because I could not be in that home no longer without him. So I had to go and buy this house that I'm in now. We are now a divided family from betrayal, from the mindsets of women like Lex P. Not to say this is her mindset now. I'm giving her grace because she probably outgrown from being a participant in that for that long period of time. But I'm saying the mindsets of women, you do not understand that you do not only affect that person's significant other if there are other people involved. Now, it would have been probably easier for me to move on if I didn't have children, if this wasn't their dad and stepdad. But that wasn't the case.
Real quick, let me just pause it real quick. Do you feel like she landed on thick, Erica? Like this shit almost sound like somebody in the courtroom trying to get paid.
I mean, I understand what she's saying, but if it wasn't her, it would be the next person. And it'll be the next woman and a woman after that. It's your man. He's the problem. Now, granted, the women, they should have some type of accountability, but that, like, it's your man. These girls can't get nowhere if he don't participate.
Yeah, but her just sitting here like, to me, I guess the part where I feel like she laying on thick, where it's like you sitting here saying like when you cheating on a man who got kids and a family, you gotta sit here and think about what it do to the kids. Like
That's true though.
But I go back. What you saying is like if I'm a woman and I'm the one who cheating with the dude. Like, I don't owe them kids. They're not my kids. I'm his kids. He should be thinking about that. Why the fuck should I be saying, especially if he's one of these, I'm sure at that time when Lex, before she become really Lex P, he's some outside, he tricking, he's spending some bread. I'm sure that's what it was. So I'm not, do you think I give a fuck? I need my, like what the other girl said, I need a bill paid, or I got a car payment, I need something, or I need some money to go on a trip or do whatever. Do you think I really supposed to be in the back of I'm in survival mode? Am I supposed to be thinking about you and your kids? Me being faithful to you that I don't know from a can of paint, or you and your kids is not my kids, but I'm trying to get a bill paid. Fuck you and them kids. Again, like you said, that's on a man that ain't on Lex.
A lot of my anger has been towards him. Because how could you say you love me? How could you sleep with me every night and knowing that you had a secret relationship with somebody else? How can you always accuse me of cheating? Always accuse me of cheating, but you had an active 6-year relationship. Now, I only know all of this information from watching the podcast because I did become a fan of the podcast. Like, they are a wonderful dynamic. Like, they are so entertaining. But as she started giving him a code name called Rapper Bae, I started putting the pieces together. And then that's what gave my confirmation, because me and Lex worked together at a nightclub for 4 years. And in those 4 years, she was dealing with him. Now, I didn't know, but what gave me an inkling was once I left the nightclub industry, I became a business owner. And so I haven't been on the night scene for a while, with some years. And so I was happy to see Lex when I returned to the nightclub, just a night out. But Lex was still working there. And I seen her and I wanted to embrace her and say, hey, girl, how you doing? Like, I screamed her name from across the bar and she stopped like a deer in headlights. And she just stood there frozen. And I turned around and I'm like, Lex, you good? Like, hey. And she just stopped. But then I noticed her eyes pivoted towards this guy who is my baby daddy's cousin. So when her eyes darted directly to him and I followed her eyes, I literally was like, what? I was like, and so when I looked back at her, she still was just like, and at that moment, I was just like, all right, she must have messed with my baby daddy, or they must be messing around right now. Hopefully it ain't nothing serious. I never addressed it because I truly hope that it was just like a one-time thing or it wasn't nothing serious. It wasn't until her podcast that she admitted that they've been doing what they've been doing for 6 years. Mind you, I was with this man for 8 years. So I'm just truly triggered, on the podcast where you can say the consequences for a man doing what he does and leaving the woman with the baggage, and he gets to go on and live his life. And then you have no consequences for the woman that played an active role. You are that woman, Lex P, and you don't owe me no apology. It would have been nice because I knew you. We knew each other. We worked together for 4 years. But however, if you're going to use your podcast, don't use it in a way that shadows your wrongdoing. Because you was wrong. You was wrong. I'm still healing from that because my outlook on love has altered. My mindset has truly changed. My trust level with people is shot, okay? Because a person can know you and still do you wrong.
All right, I ain't gonna drag it out too much longer. I mean, I guess I kind of get what she's saying, but again, it's just like I just feel like you only telling this story because how big Poor Minds is now.
But I think that's the thing. Him cheating with her probably didn't even break up the relationship. So the simple fact, like I said, what you was doing, and now, like I said, you get on the platform. Somebody sent me this clip, like, oh damn, you know what I'm saying? And then I figure you already put two and two together.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but you she's sitting here saying, like, nigga, Lex ain't been in fucking Texas being a bartender in years. So you sit here, but still, this story is still old as shit. It's not a new story. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, you cool. You got triggered off of it, which, okay, cool. But I'm sure that you and this nigga ain't been together. Listen here and say, I think they've been doing a podcast like since 2018. So listen here and say, even since the pandemic, you sitting here saying like, this shit been too long. To me, it just been too long. Like for you to sit here and say like, you talking about this girl been living in Atlanta for at least the last 7 years.
And how many times you come on, like, you don't tell everything on this podcast because you know that shit come back and hunt you, right?
No, for sure. But it's just like, damn, dog. I don't know. Just to me, I just feel like it's just corny. Did you do it now? Like you could have addressed it then that and like a minute ago.
But it was a recent clip, right? I thought it wasn't an old clip. It was a recent clip. I think it
was a recent clip that was she talking about with a girl sitting here and said,
Rapper Bay or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I guess when she was telling the story or she was sitting here using something else as an example, they kind of triggered her and got her feeling some type of way. What was this one? Hold on.
I don't play about Poor Minds, and I damn sure don't play.
Oh, yeah.
I don't play about Poor Minds, and I damn sure don't play about Lex P and Dre Nicole. This woman came online to tell us that Lex P was a known side piece during her 8-year relationship with her baby daddy. She also tells us that Lex P wasn't the only woman that he was cheating on her with. But of course, Lex P got all the smoke. Why? Well, we know why, because Lex P and Poor Minds, Dre and Nicole, like, they're popping right now. They're lit. Their tour has sold out. People are waiting outside, lined up to go see them. So yeah, it only makes sense that people are trying to drop tea when truthfully they're just dropping piss. What really stuck out to me in this whole entire story that Toya told us is that she said that she still watches Poor Minds. She was watching Lex P. She was watching Lex P and that triggered her. You were watching the woman that you knew your man was sleeping with you're watching her podcast. That's not a little bit odd to you? Mind you, Lex P is in a 3-year relationship and has not seen this man in 4 years. Honey, this is nothing about healing. This is all about revenge. This is all about tainting Lex P's name.
Yeah, that shit is kind of crazy to me. But real quick, because I should have probably started this podcast with this earlier. But again, on the round clock thing was at the top of my mind. But let's just go real quick because we did talk about this last week when we talked about verses with YG in the game. One thing I can sit here and say is I don't necessarily watching that YG and Game John on versus was one of the reasons why, again, I said this probably a couple years ago when I said there's something about me and California women just don't click. And it kind of like, I was like, maybe this is just what it is. And again, I told you, I'm cool on some super ghetto ratchet shit, but that shit to me was a little bit, I don't even necessarily know if I could just put that in like on some ghetto ratchet shit because it was like, no, every other word was like, we bicking back bowling and blue and buzzing and cutting like blood and what up blood like blood. I've never heard a nigga say, and you know what's so funny again on Threads in time while this shit going on in real time, everybody like, bro, this remind me of the nigga from Insecure. I don't know if y'all remember like later on in some of the seasons of Insecure and Issa's neighbor was a fucking blood and every other word this nigga said with a beat. I swear to God, watching these niggas, I'm talking, what up, blood? Yeah, we in here, blood, back up, blood. We bricking in Blackland and Boo. I'm like, Mo, what the fuck am I watching, dog? I've never seen that level of ghetto gangster shit in my life on a goddamn national platform. Like, I cannot believe that fucking Apple Music actually had that shit going. But again, shout outs to YG. I'm sure he made a lot of people a believer. Because again, I told y'all last week I wasn't planning to watch it. Let's be clear, I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I watched the whole thing because I do feel like you actually had to either be a huge YG fan or a huge Game fan to watch the whole thing in its entirety. I watched a lot of it, but after a while, it was kind of just like they were, and maybe this was a smart thing for them if you kind of wanted to keep people. I felt like they were going like heavy on like you got to be a real fan of theirs type of songs. Like they was picking like B-sides or like deep album cuts and then we'll sprinkle in like, here go 2 hits real quick to keep people like locked in. But then it was kind of like, all right, after these 2 hits, I'm going back to like some shit that if you're not a fan of one of theirs, you probably don't know either one. And then again, the game just being like super on some big wild drunk nigga shit. Like he was super corny. Like for the game, it was just like, if you felt like the game was corny before watching this, I'm sure while watching this, you felt like, oh, the game is the corniest rap nigga of all times. Because he was just being just like, it was like, YG felt like he was like one of like, I don't necessarily know if y'all ever seen like a fake street nigga had to kind of like try to be cool around real street niggas. YG just was like so laid back. His demeanor was so chill on just some cool shit. And the game was like, he felt like he had to prove to niggas that he was a blood. I'm like, nigga, you got like 20 blood niggas on the stage with you. You don't have to like oversell it. And I felt like the game was overselling, I'm a blood. Where YG was kind of just like, niggas, I like, it is what it is, bitch. Like, we here. These niggas is with me. I don't have to like to me, it should have been no way in hell the younger nigga was more professional than the nigga who was already 10 years his senior in the music business. Like that to me was just like, why the fuck do I feel like the older niggas acting like the younger nigga? And maybe, again, if you want to give Game some pass and say he just got too drunk and it was the liquor kind of like taking over for him, but that shit to me was just corny because you too old to be acting like a young nigga trying to prove that I'm a gangbanger. And that's all I took away from that shit, where it was like, this old ass nigga is still trying to be. And again, maybe in the West, again, that's one of the reasons why I sit here and say I would just never want to go to the West Coast, because maybe that's just like those niggas, like you a gangbanger until the day you die. So it ain't no age limit on gangbanging and how you give it up. Because it may be, because I'm sure they had older niggas who was even on that stage who was even older than the game. So again, I'm not from the West Coast. I don't gangbang. I live in the DMV area. We don't do gangbangers. We do neighborhoods. So I don't necessarily know if that's their shit. But because I feel like older on the East Coast, and you just on some neighborhood shit, you can eventually, the older you get, you outgrow the neighborhood shit. But these niggas felt like blood, maybe again, blood in, blood out. It ain't no, you can't outgrow this shit. And watching the game, it felt like this nigga's 40 plus years old and he was on that bitch gangbanging for real. Like niggas know that Snoop is still a Crip, but when you watch Snoop, like you know Snoop is Snoop. Snoop don't be over cripping. Blood, this nigga game was like, man, hold up, blood, back up, brick, man, we bluing in this. Like, man, I was just like, what the fuck? This nigga too over this shit. He literally like, no, I don't know. It's not, I'm telling you, it ain't enough fucking money in the world. Again, I told you what baseball has. I know for a fact, most of these shits on the West Coast mean some other shit, and I'm not taking my fucking hat off. So I'm cool on ever going to fucking California because I got to play some fucking politics. Because this shit to me is just a cool ass baseball hat. I don't even fucking know shit about the fuck. Whatever you got on this shit right now.
I need a hazard pay that night. God damn, dog. That shit. Just that shit right there. Like I ain't felt so much gangster shit in my life.
Yeah, like that shit was like, nigga, they was god damn, dog. Like, and maybe again, I'm just getting to the point where I'm just too old for some shit. Like that shit almost felt to me like, I'm gonna tell you how I know I'm getting old. I'm gonna tell you what it felt like watching. It felt like watching the young kids who make a rap video and gotta put a bunch of guns in the video. That's what it felt like to me. And I shouldn't be watching a nigga in his 40s making me feel like teenagers outside trying to get a buzz on YouTube. Like that's how Game was acting. Game was acting like how the young niggas do when like I got a cool song. Let me go put my whole neighborhood on and put a bunch of guns in the video and everybody put on their shiesty so niggas know that our neighborhood is tough. Like watch it, but the difference is these niggas in their 20s, so cool. I kind of understand it. I get it. You got to kind of learn to do better. But this nigga's in his 40s and he was real live, just blooding me the fuck up. What up, blood? Why you re-bracking back in there? I'm like, yeah, you got it, dog. I'm cool. I couldn't, again, they didn't play enough slaps for me to sit here and watch the whole thing. I got through a lot of, I think by the time I cut it off, I want to say I cut it off by the time YG got to, whatever. Who he got that song? What's that? Is it LMA he got that song with? I forgot. Whatever that song is that YG had no business being on, because that fucking song was fucking fire. And I don't even know how the hell YG ended up getting on the remix to that song. I want to say it was him and LMA. I want to say that was LMA on that song. Yeah, but
talking about her.
Oh, that's her? That was who that was on
Slide?
Yeah. Slide. Yeah,
that's her.
Yeah, YG had no business ever being on that song. That song crank like shit. YG didn't
but he made that 400, like he made it what it was.
Nah, nigga, that song's too smooth.
You couldn't take that part out.
I could.
Nah, you could.
Nigga, I could.
I need a vacate. No, you can't.
I guess I'm cool. I wouldn't be if I didn't have to hear YG part on there. I would not lose no sleep at all. Let's go into a little bit of sneaker news for cool kicks for people who may be into the sneaker community. They got busted for.
Turns out this whole time, Cool Kicks were reselling shoes that they'd gotten directly from Nike. Except Nike didn't know. Cool Kicks owner and 11 others, including Nike employees, have been indicted over allegations they stole $2 million of Nike sneakers. These allegations come after a year-long investigation between the LAPD and the FBI. It's being alleged that between 2021 and 2024, over 3,100 shipping labels were created in order to reroute packages from Nike's Memphis distribution center to specific Cool Kicks locations. And they were getting away with it for ages too. It was only when a snowstorm hit the distribution center, when things were halted, the stuff was sitting around long enough for a switched on employee to cotton on that the wrong labels were on the shipments. Noticing something was off, Nike and local detectives ended up putting some tracking devices in some of these shipments, which followed them all the way to these Cool Kicks locations. As a result, Cool Kicks owners and others implicated in this federal indictment are facing up to 15 years in prison. This comes after the famous raid on the Cool Kicks warehouse last October, where a deal shams or a sham deal was arrested alongside others for reportedly receiving stolen merchandise. Whether it's allegedly selling fakes, receiving stolen goods, or being implicated in stealing goods directly from Nike, I think it's pretty safe to say that Cool Kicks is toast. It's the end of an era. And I don't think that many people out there are too bothered about that. What do you guys think? Let me know.
And real quick, because I did skip over the part there. YG did get locked up before the show. And again, it kind of seemed a little fishy on how fast he got out. But again, rest in peace to Drakeo, the ruler. When I read the story, I couldn't tell if they were sitting here saying if the security guard was snitching and saying that YG actually did it, or he saw YG give somebody the knife to do it. And I felt like I felt like I was trying to figure out, like, I couldn't really figure out, like, I'm reading it, but I'm like, are you saying, like, the way it was worded, I couldn't tell if the security guard was sitting here saying, did he watch YG stab Drakeo, or did he watch YG give a nigga the knife, and whoever YG gave the knife to end up doing it? So I do kind of, that's something, if you
was this a cold case? This wasn't recent.
Nah, this shit happened damn near almost like 5 years ago. This shit happened a minute ago. This happened at that, Once a Time in LA. It was supposed to be like a Snoop Dogg concert. And I want to say YG's
in the back.
And he got stabbed.
Well, what? I thought 100 Whack 100 had something to do with that.
I mean, Whack 100. No, I don't think so. Real quick though, Erica, before you leave, I do got a question. I got a question for you, real quick, because it's two cases going on right now when it comes to families and lawsuits, when you're talking about not having, I guess, the proper paperwork done, or maybe the paperwork wasn't done all the way. So the first one is Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, and his wife is now suing his mother because I guess whatever was in the prenup, basically the money who was supposed to be broke down, basically the estate isn't paying it out, and I guess the mom is ahead of the estate, so she's not trying to send off the bread or break bread the right way. So now the baby, not the baby moms, but his wife is suing. Now, realistically, for people who don't know, they only been married for 3 years. And realistically, the peak of when he made a lot of his money was when he was on the Cosby Show. The residuals on the Cosby Show, whatever the case may be, because again, let's be clear, Malcolm Jamal Warner ain't been in a bunch of shows or movies since the Cosby Show. So again, whatever money he got, realistically,
he had shows.
No, but I'm just sitting here saying as big as that. Yeah, because he was on. It was him and Eddie Griffin had a show. Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie, but ain't none of them was as big as the Cosby Show. I'm sure a majority of his residuals, like where can you watch Malcolm and Eddie at right now? Probably Tubi, if that.
No, I think it's on Netflix.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never seen it on there.
I want to say. I know it's on one of the major ones.
Well, I'll check. But again, but she's not trying to break bread, so she had to sue him because, in which I kind of respect what she got going on. I see it two ways, because I guess maybe in his mom's eyes, she may be looking at it like, y'all wasn't married for that long. You trying to get money that may not be there. Because again, I think the things that Malcolm Jamal Warner was probably promising his wife when he was alive. Again, it's a man, you're sitting here trying to, be a provider and probably overselling what you could do, or you were stretching yourself thin on what you could do for your wife. Now, okay, he passed away. Mom Duke's kind of like, man, we ain't about to go broke giving you free money.
But
is it free money though?
I think that's the kind of thing where you kind of look at it like, if that was the agreement, that arrangement, it's not free money. Because whatever you had going on, I wasn't talking about that. That's between me and my husband. I'm your husband. I mean, that's my husband.
No, for sure. But I think what the moms is giving pushback is where the husband may have agreed to certain shit, but it may have been shit that he shouldn't have been agreeing to because he couldn't really afford it.
But we
that's
married.
what the agreement
That's
was.
what we
then
agreed on.
You got to honor that.
That's
agreement.
your child. That's not your husband.
But I'm the one. But no, listen. What I'm saying. I get what y'all saying. I agree with what y'all saying. But I'm if the mother is left to be the head of the estate. So she the one who realistically gets to decide how the money go out, and that is why his wife is suing her. But I'm sure, listen, again, men is be men. You promising a woman the world and sitting here saying, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this amount of money, this, that, and the third." And realistically, let's say you was doing it, but you was kind of like your pockets was tapped. Now you died. Mom Dukes may not be. I'm not agreeing to sit here and keep giving you 5 or 10, however much money he was agreeing to give her while he was alive. Because again, you're a man. You sitting here trying to provide for your wife. You sitting here, she ain't working nowhere because I want to say she worked for his company. Again, I don't necessarily know how much money was still coming through on that shit. I'm sure it wasn't whatever I'm sure he was stretching himself thin to keep his wife happy. And now you sitting here saying, Mom Dukes like, fuck you.
I mean, if they had some type of agreement, some type of paperwork in the prenup or whatever, and that's what he was supposed to give her, then you have to honor that contract. It don't matter.
Because that's
it
not
don't
fair.
matter.
Because especially if I'm an employee under that, I should. What you going to tell me you're not going to pay me now?
We can go back to court about it.
I mean, that's what that's why they in court now.
So she's right to do that because if that's was put in writing, then you have to honor that.
Okay, well then in that same vein, now we talking about again, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. His parent, well, no, who got the
his widow. I think they're trying to get her off of.
Whatever. Yeah, she the head of the state on his end, so she the one who got the final say so, and she ain't breaking bread. The brother and them like, you need to give up the money fast, or you need to give up more money, and she like, nah, she dragging her feet.
Shit. Like, what do I do? Like, if he left this to me and told me to do with it as I please and whatever, then that's what the hell I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that I guess, and that kind of just go back into our conversation last week when we was talking about with Stephen A. and his daughter sitting here saying she want to put him in a home. Man, death is one tricky thing, and again, we talked about this a couple of months ago when we sitting here saying like that's a rough conversation that nobody wants to have, but it's like, and especially when some of these things come up so abruptly and just like out of thin air type of situation, especially for Malcolm Jamal Warner, it's like, damn, like those like it's just so crazy how money make people motherfuckers be like,
they got a kid, right?
Who, Malcolm Jamal Warner?
And
and that's one of the reasons why she was suing him, because like,
you gotta. That's kind of, to me personally, I think that's kind of fucked up because you didn't make that money.
Who, the mother?
Yeah.
But at that time, you got to think he was a child actor for real. He was older child actor, but he was still a kid.
We're talking about right now. So whatever he's making right now, or whatever he's doing right now, I'm a part of that.
But I get what y'all saying. I agree with you saying.
Because like I said, I can't remember who I heard was saying like she was taking a I guess you could say a less pay cut or whatever the case may be by being whatever her title is at his company. So that's what I'm saying. You can't sit here and try to shortchange me for what I earn.
I don't know what Malcolm Jamal Warner wasn't in nothing in the last couple of years. So I kind of like, I'm sure the mom feel like, nigga, this old money you trying to spend.
It's still money nonetheless.
So I guess my last question to y'all, do y'all feel like it's kind of fucked up that people kind of get like this greedy with money that you can kind of even tie this in with Takeoff and his parents, where it's like, damn, like somebody dying and y'all ready to go to court over dead people money. Like that shit to me kind of rubbed me the wrong way because these people are dead. Like y'all sitting here like being aggressive over money that's like, ain't none of y'all really earn this money. Somebody died and you getting this money now.
And a lot of people don't. A lot of them probably didn't even really have a relationship with them before they passed. So now
I'm sure, and that's the reason. And I'm sure that is the reason why they always got to end up in court, because realistically, y'all as a family as a whole didn't have no real relationship. And this is just people feeling like I'm owed this because this is my son or this is my brother, this, that, and the third. Where it's like, man, that shit just get nasty when it comes to money. Even especially with the Takeoff shit. I know we didn't ever even talk about that, but like for his dad not to be in his life, now he died. You trying to sit here and get some of them again because he didn't have no will.
But then it's
nigga, that's nasty, dog.
No,
it's no way in hell you can't. Your mom gotta like knock.
But hear me out though. But then, like I said, but you do still kind of take credit. Like nigga, I did make him.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that nigga. His famous ad lib is mama. It ain't daddy.
No, and that's what I'm saying. But some you have, like you said, men have egos, right?
Man, fuck all that. And that's nasty work, dog. That's some trifling, nasty shit, nigga. When nigga, he don't got no ad-libs mentioning your bitch as his signature ad-lib. Drake got on Shebang right now. It's a mama. Nigga, that's not nothing about you, nigga. He never acknowledged you. Fuck you, man. That shit is crazy. Ain't no fucking way in hell. Come on, dog. Like, man, it's just some shit is just nasty, dog. If you, again, like I said last week about the Chris, whatever nigga with the Stephon Diggs, bro, it's just some shit I'm just not doing for money. If you ain't got it, you just ain't gonna get it, dog. I'm not, it's just some shit is just nasty. If you gave birth to a kid and you left this kid for dead, basically him and his mom got to figure that shit out. He figured out, become a megastar fucking rapper. He has an early, like, and he even, again, it's not even like some like health shit. Like he died in a fucking gun violence and you in court with his fucking mother, dog. You know how crazy that is, man? Fuck no, man. People are nasty, dog. That shit motherfuckers do for money is some of the most disgusting shit on planet Earth. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. We did Ron Clark. We did how we did. Shout out to Ali Sadiq. And again, when we sit here saying building stuff on your own, real quick, I do want to run off of some of these numbers for Ali Sadiq because Ali Sadiq he got 6. He got 6 out of the top 30 specials out on any platform. Number 1 is Kevin Hart on Netflix. Number 2 is Dave Chappelle. Number 3 is Ali Sadiq on YouTube. Number 4 is, again, Kevin Hart on Netflix. Number 5 is Cat Williams on Netflix. Number 6 is Ali Sadiq again. All of these other Jones is literally out of the top 30. All of them Jones is Netflix Jones besides Ali Sadiq again at 12 on YouTube. Ali Sadiq again, number 16 on YouTube. Ali Sadiq again on number 20 on YouTube. And number 25 again, Ali Sadiq. And that kind of the reason why I wanted to mention that, because that kind of goes again back to what we were sitting here saying with Ryan Clark and just sitting here saying in general for majority of this episode is on building your own. Ali Sadiq couldn't get a special nowhere else. He ended up building his own YouTube platform and end up building up his own series when he got the Domino. I want to say it's up to Domino Effect. I believe it's 4, but number 1 and number 2 was the ones that kind of really opened the door for him and got people paying attention. Because I want to say the first John after he went on like Joe Rogan, and after he went on Joe Rogan, that shit went out of like the roof. Like I can't remember that first Domino Effect, like something crazy in the high millions of how many people watched this jump. So he didn't build up a name and a platform for his YouTube channel so much where he got other comics up under him where he's putting out other people's special now on his YouTube channel. And that's again where I'm sitting here saying, like, I understand the work be hard, but if you are willing to do the work, Ali Sadiq is the perfect example of showing somebody you can do it on your own and you don't have to sit here and say, you talking about out of top 30 specials right now and all of these other Joneses on Netflix, and he literally got 6 out of the top 30 in the last 18 months, and he literally is 6 of them Jones. All of his shit on YouTube again, man. Shout out to Ali Sadiq. That's some next level top tier shit. Real quick, I guess before we got here, we can kind of get a little bit messy. Gloss, for people, I'm sure everybody know who Big Boogie is. Big Boogie and Gloss Up, I guess, used to fuck with each other, but I guess some girl was trying to put Gloss Up on blast and sit here and say she fucked this man for a feature.
No secret. When y'all together? What I said, and I can show proof of that too. I can show proof of the nigga texting me right now. I can show proof of that. I never fucking no nigga for no feature. We don't even got a real song out. She just wanted to tell everybody what they fucking do, bitch. And that nigga been together years ago, long time, bitch. That shit's so fucking old. I didn't tell nobody shit. I'm listening. Old as fuck. You still fuck? I'm listening to everything. They was in a relationship with him. Girl, when? He still texting me right now. That ain't no secret. When y'all? What we talking about? He still texting me right now. Y'all in the same shit. I got one question because there's a lot of shit going on.
Don't pick and choose when you want to be messy. Cause send a receipt to any bitch.
Can I please let you saying this, please? Cause somebody done said some weird ass shit. All right, hold on. Hold on. Have I ever fucked you for a feature?
No, never did.
Never. Okay, thank you. Love you.
For sure.
What's next?
You know the fucked up thing about it is though, real quick.
That damn sure ain't clear nothing up.
No, it ain't clear. But let me tell you what's fucked up though is, nigga, why the fuck do y'all sit here picking on this girl? She just literally almost lost her foot a week ago.
That's what I was about to say. Ain't she the one that?
Yes. Like that shit, that's what I'm saying, man. People are fucking, this girl literally was just in a fucking serious car accident. Literally almost got her fucking foot amputated a week ago. And y'all sitting here worrying about who this girl fucked back in the day for a fucking feature? Like, come on, dog. Like, people be some miserable motherfuckers, man.
But that's why sometimes you just gotta be careful with the shit you put out there and you say. Because niggas will call you on your shit.
Man, that shit crazy. Let's talk about parenting real quick. There ain't no sound on this, John. Oh, well, so anyway, it's in the DC area, and this is the crazy thing is, so I guess they got arrested. There's a basketball team, 5 players on the team, and the coach got locked up for stealing out of a 7-Eleven for basically $40. It's $37.60 worth of snacks. And again, when I see him say parenting, and where it's like, you're a coach. I mean, I don't know how old this coach is because he had to be old because these boys in this video kind of look like they like high school teenagers. Man, you shouldn't be with no goddamn. As somebody coach stealing fucking $37 worth of fucking, that shit is kind of corny to me. I ain't even gonna hold you. Oh, matter of fact, before we get out of here, let's go Jay-Z, Colin Kaepernick. This was kind of like I don't know what Colin Kaepernick did to make my son kind of like switch up on him a little bit, because niggas have been, my son and Tamika Mallory have definitely been somebody who has been holding Colin Kaepernick down for a while. We did talk about Jamel Hill earlier. Jamel Hill kind of defended Colin Kaepernick still after my son went on Memphis Bleak podcast and said this.
Has Natalie Nunn said it?
How you feel about the Kaepernick slander that they give Jay with dealing with the NFL?
Let me give you my perspective from the inside. When the whole Kaepernick thing first started, my organization was one of the first organizations to protest with Kaepernick. We went to the NFL, had a big protest outside the NFL downtown.
The headquarters.
We was at the headquarters. Like we spearheaded all of that. We was on emails with Kaepernick. Like I was frontline. I'm with Cap t-shirts. We trying to boycott this and that. I see Jay come in. He got the Kaepernick jersey. He front and center with it. One day, Kaepernick stopped answering niggas' phone calls. We planned the next action. We on the email. They like, yo, Kaepernick is not answering nobody's emails. He done left the group chats.
Damn.
I'm telling you this for a fact. So I'm like, what you mean he left it? Like, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened for weeks. So I'm like, what you mean he left the group chat? He's like, nah, he just went silent on us. And then next thing you know, we seen Kaepernick has a settlement. He got a settlement. They say he signed the NDA. And I'm like, he didn't tell us. He didn't. So you saying that we did all of this shit? That niggas sacrificed and beefing with other niggas and we doing all this shit. And the nigga we sacrificed for just disappeared from the movement and didn't even notify us to say, yo, look, and he should have took a settlement because they owed him his money.
That's right.
But he owed us, the people that sacrificed with him, the right and just the heads up to say, this is what we doing. I dare nigga to tell me I'm lying. And that shit hurt me because I'm a cat and I still love what he does to this day, bro. He got the I know your rights. And I'm not saying anything against what he sacrificed. Even he just paid for the young boys autopsy, all these things. I love what he does, but I just don't like this narrative that niggas did dirty by him when he literally left. And if that's what you wanted to do, I'm just saying I would have never did that.
That's right. How you feel about?
And again, I talked about this before. I sit here and said a lot of people feel that way. I guess who was really locked in and was supporting Kaepernick. And again, people because we do live in a world where if you are somebody who just grew up watching football and niggas kind of just like stood 10 toes with you and stopped watching and was holding you down and you kind of like ghost niggas and you end up getting paid and you kind of almost leave all the people who was frontline riding with you with a little bit of egg on their face because you took the money and you kind of stopped communicating with people. Like anybody who's cool with Kaepernick, you hear them all the time say like he don't say shit about none of that situation. Like it's just like they niggas still see him to this day. Like if you listen to enough New York people, because his wife still work on Hot 97.
That's what I was about to ask. Has she said anything?
Nah, she ain't said shit. But no, let's be clear. She had smoked for Jay-Z in them one time. I want to say even Van. I want to say even Van Lathan kind of took up for her a little bit. Like, but niggas be kind of like. It's like you almost got people trying to take up for you and still fight for you, and you ain't saying nothing to take up for yourself. Like nigga, you ain't mute. You don't come out and say nothing. Like niggas see you, but you don't come out and say nothing. Like he still go out to certain events, but he don't talk. He be there and he just don't say shit. So it's kind of like you making niggas kind of feel like, damn, you want us to kind of like defend you.
But do you believe it? He might have it where he can't say shit.
You may not be able to, even if let's sit here and say in the contract, if you can't come out and say nothing publicly, you can still say something to some. He know enough people like nigga, him and Ebro cool, him and Charlamagne cool. You are cool enough with niggas who got big enough voices. If you wanted your point of view to be heard, it could be heard. Shit, my song got a big enough fucking voice. So it's kind of like I feel where people coming from, where it's like, damn, like niggas was holding you down, niggas was riding with you. You kind of like, and you just dip out on niggas and you make it like niggas ain't trying to seem like they phony and they went against the movement, and niggas is sitting here celebrating Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl or Bad Bunny or whoever the fuck else that Jay-Z didn't had, where niggas, you got niggas looking fake, where again, it's like, nah, we ain't looking fake, nigga. You just left us like, you left us cold and ain't say shit else about it. You just diddy bopped on niggas. So I mean, I get it. I'm not mad at him. Real quick with this carnival thing, we can get out of here. Again, shout outs to Chloe Bailey and shout outs to fucking Angela Simmons. I want to play this lady talking about it. I'm not from none of these islands, so I don't have no real take on it. I'm just a horny ass old man who see fucking the women with the flag, I mean with the feathers out and their asses half naked online. I appreciate it. But I do know that some people kind of get a little bit on the rocks with it.
American celebrities love Caribbean Carnival, but are they leaving their audience with a deeper understanding of what it is, or just a pretty picture? I'm Michaela and this is the Culture Take. Let's get into it, baby. This week we saw Chloe Bailey, Candy Burris, and Angela Simmons in St. Lucia for St. Lucia Carnival. Last year, Ciara was in Trinidad. Ashanti has been to Bermuda and famously recorded a song with Machel Montano. So American celebrities coming to Carnival is not a new thing. And don't get it twisted, I don't have a problem with any of it. I think it's great that they come and they want to be a part of the culture. However, if we are going to borrow the reach of American celebrities, shouldn't there be something along the lines of them telling the story of Carnival and a little bit of the history, not just posting sexy photos and videos? When it's all said and done, shouldn't their audience leave knowing what Carnival represents, why mass matters, why the music matters, why we do Juve, and why Carnival and our culture is so much more than feathers, whining in the street, and drinking rum in a beautiful backdrop? Because here's the thing, Caribbean Carnival isn't just a photo opportunity. It's our culture. It's in our blood. It's in.
All right, two things. I do agree with her. I do think realistically, because again, like somebody like me, I'm looking, I seen all of them. I seen the Chloe Baileys, I seen the Angela Simmons. I didn't see Candy until I seen her video. But again, I do think that most people, again, if you are old horny nigga like me, you just looking at the pictures and like, damn, they kind of like half naked, and you really don't know what's the purpose of it. You don't understand what's the purpose of
about it either.
I don't give a damn, but I would appreciate it if you did have some information and you told a nigga.
No, because I feel like when it comes to them festivals and parades, I don't think, like I said.
No, I get what you're saying, but only reason why I disagree with what you're saying is because that some people can say the same shit about 4th of July. Or you can say the same shit about Juneteenth. Like some people want to know the backstory. But niggas want to know, why are we celebrating some of these holidays, or why are you doing this shit? I'm not saying I'm going to stop looking at the pictures, but it would be cool to know what's the backstory behind the half naked feather shit.
But that's my thing. But before it was a thing to take the pictures and all that, were we even talking about it then? So now, like, people bringing more eyes to it because of how they dress. But was it really even talking about what's the whole point of the carnival? What's the, because this wasn't the first festival. Like, this has been going on for years. So that's my only thing. It's just like, well, we wasn't preaching about it before, or even wanting to know about it. Why now? Because they shine a light on it. You need to know what it's about.
Because again, then I think realistically, I hear what you're saying. You saying it like that, but that's kind of almost the same way what people felt about with Lizzo when she did Sexy Lady. Yeah, to the rest of the world, niggas don't give a fuck about who UCB is or what Go-Go is, but to people who live in the DMV who've been listening to Sexy Lady for majority of their adult life, we give a fuck about you telling people where you got this from and not making it seem like this just some sample song. So again, yeah, it's easy for you to say that because you're not a part of that culture. But for people who are part of that, yeah, it's cool. We enjoy the pictures. We enjoy the job bringing the spotlight. But it would be cool for y'all to kind of tell people what's the purpose of the outfits you wear. Or when you go into some of these places, like how long has it been going? How long does it go on for? Because other people may want to go and you may never know because you only feel like, hey, I just see these celebrities randomly one day pop up in the joint. Nobody don't never necessarily know what it is if you're not a part of that culture. So again, like I said, man, if you are new here on YouTube, man, like, share, and subscribe. We record each and every Sunday on YouTube. If you're watching this live on YouTube, and then each and every Tuesday, you can re-listen to this on anywhere where you find podcasts. Bulture Podcast each and every Tuesday. I'll holler at y'all next week.